get him pulled up in a second.
Oh, you can just watch this shit on YouTube. That's it.
Wait, are you streaming on YouTube?
Yeah.
Oh, Pog.
That should be. Wait, what the?
What's the stream link?
I'll get it out soon. I don't know. I'm starting it right now. I'm just like trying to fucking fix doc. Just go to my fucking YouTube page, I guess. I don't know. It's in my bio.
Damn. Man said link in bio.
He's gonna link it eventually. I'm just gonna wait till then.
I mean, you're right, but you know, you don't have to call me out like that.
I can go to his YouTube channel because I'm his subscriber. So it shows up in my subscribers tab.
Am I subscribed to Fran? Should
I
just look up Fran?
don't know.
Fran Dally?
I should be subscribed to Fran. If I'm not, then
Is it
I'll
the channel with only 4 subscribers? I think probably not. I think
No, I think I have 56, something like that.
58.
58,
A lot
okay.
more than I have. I have like 20.
I'm getting
shit, I'm just trying to get the logo to show up.
Francesca. Is it Dashing Audino?
No!
Is that why? No.
Well, my shit in BBF is Dashing Audino, I know that.
Tangrowth, my boy. You have a yellow flute. Enjoy
I guess
playing
we
your
just have to
melody.
do it without. I don't. It's like I want the logo though.
This thing, on the other hand, can die. Third red orb. Still no lucky egg, but I got 3 red orbs.
Nice.
Where's link in bio, Fran? Am I gonna have to go to your Discord server?
Okay, whatever. My channel.
Where is?
I'm just gonna link it in no mic right now because I can.
What is the Audino chain? That's just a lot of Audinos, I'm guessing.
Okay, it's on there.
Oh, I'm not subscribed. Well, let's change that.
Bruh.
I'm gonna unsubscribe.
Bruh! I do not appreciate that.
I'm just gonna
That is a
negative
big
subscribe for
no-no.
you.
That is a big no-no.
Congratulations, I'm your 60th subscriber.
Wait.
I love how there's just a video in there called Mobile finally does something. Wait, no, it's Urshifu. Urshifu finally does something. Oh my fucking god. That's funny. Hello, Baka.
Yeah, no, every single week of that league, like, Urshifu literally didn't do anything until, like, week 3 or 4.
Damn.
Because week 1, I'm pretty sure was all Gengar. Week 2 was... I don't fucking know.
Are we starting Origin or Altered first?
Yo,
Altered.
Fran, why were you laughing maniacally on my birthday?
That was on your birthday!
It was on my birthday.
That was on your birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Let me just laugh maniacally for a minute straight.
But, you know. February 10th, it's my birthday.
Damn.
That's funny.
Yeah, that is funny. Anyway, let's just get started now.
Me laughing maniacally. That's beautiful.
Let's just get started. You guys talk about the team while I try to fix the fucking logo.
Did you say Altered or Origin first?
Altered.
I didn't hear you.
Altered first.
Okay.
So, I don't see your stream.
Neither do I.
You don't? Wait.
Are you streaming, Fran?
Edit.
Or did you just, like, call
Oh, why the fuck is it unlisted?
Wow.
There we go. It's public now.
Let's refresh YouTube.
Punch out.
I still don't see it.
Mr. Sandman attempts.
Oh wait,
till
oops,
I
that's
die,
YouTube
LMAO.
Studio. Shit.
Okay, well, I'll just put this right here so I can actually see the teams.
What the fuck?
Okay,
Why is it? What is that thumbnail?
144p.
What the fuck?
Loving it.
Change. I'm just gonna put the BBF logo, cause I can.
Wait, friend, that wasn't the thumbnail you chose?
No, it wasn't.
I think it's the
Change
best
it back.
thumbnail anyways.
The
Who
first thumbnail
cares?
was way better.
Fuck off.
Yeah, one more personality.
Okay, well, since you want us to talk about the team, let's do just that.
Yeah, okay, let's do that.
Okay,
Okay,
cool.
let me just
We're here.
refresh
We're
the
popping.
page.
All right.
Why isn't it saving? Changes saved. There. Okay, it's Baka's team, and it is Kira Moyet, Blaziken, Enamorous Incarnate, Excadrill, Gigalith, Decidueye, Tentacruel, Excelgor, Raikou, Zoroark, Palpitoad, and Exploud.
Okay, so where do we start?
I feel like
Uh,
Palpitoad's kind of like
A goat? You're right. I agree.
a goat, yes, it is
yeah,
indeed
but
goated.
its typings are both already covered. And he
Yeah,
doesn't really
but
have
his
a
water
rain
is
mode.
his water is Tentacruel, so those don't share any weaknesses, and his ground is Excadrill, and that's not really a defensive ground. So if you ever decide to bring it, like it's a good water. It has water absorb, so it's a good water resist if you need one. Like
If anything, like I see Palpitoad coming if you need hazards, but Sand has a bad matchup.
yeah.
I also see Palpitoad if you're fighting a Dracovision.
Also that.
That's most of when I'd see it.
Also,
That's just
yeah,
me.
I'm trying to fix the fucking thumbnail. I genuinely don't know why.
Just don't fix it. It's amazing.
Fine, I won't. If you don't want me to, sure, I won't.
All right. So where do we start?
I mean,
I
I think overall this team's a pretty solid offense. I mean, it's a pretty strong offensive core with Kyurem White and Blaziken at
Oh,
the start. Then you
definitely.
have Sand, super like heavy offense oriented. Defensive backbone. I mean,
Yeah,
there's
I can
not
get
really
I mean,
much of one at all.
Gigalith, Decidueye,
Yeah.
Tentacruel is like enough for a sand team, you know?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can say the
Yeah,
one
my
thing I
only
do
problem
really
is a
like
lot of
about
those
this
Pokemon
team.
just don't have any recovery whatsoever, and there's no good wish.
I mean,
factor on this
Decidueye has Roost, but yeah, there's no Cleric on
yeah,
this
but
team,
besides
so
that,
there's no Cleric
Oh,
on
this
this
is-
team.
Decidueye is not really a defensive stalwart. Like it can
It's
run a
also-
Volt, but it's not anything
Yeah.
out of the ordinary.
I'd
And
say the
ground
most
weak as hell
notable-
too.
I'd
Oh,
say
yeah,
the notable
definitely.
thing that I see though is that he has really good
Yeah, like you're
offense.
gonna
and
feel
he
forced to bring
has-
Decidueye a lot more than what you normally would, just because the ground weakness is very severe.
If Audino was still available, that would be perfect for this team.
I feel like you're gonna say that
Like
for
instead of
every team.
Exploud.
Yeah,
Like if
I can
Audino
see
was
that
still
for this
available,
guy.
that would legitimately be perfect.
Wait. Is Kangaskhan free?
Yeah, it is. No, it's not.
That-
It's not. Not an
Oh.
altered. Not an altered.
Damn.
Alright, well, that's unfortunate. Maybe if Licky Tongue or Licky Licky, like you can do some rearranging for those. Those are good.
Maybe. Could definitely
I'd
work.
say what's
Oh,
What
that's
I
also
see is
hella
good of-
fighting week too.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's why I have the
Basically, you
type
just
chart
can't
on
get-
here. Like you can see all the
You
weaknesses.
can't get out offense, basically.
Yeah, like the Decidueye is a big glue to this team, and the Decidueye is not a good glue.
It's not a good
whatsoever.
glue piece. Yeah.
It's not a bad glue, but
It's not a
it's
bad
a hard
glue
to use
piece, but,
glue.
you know.
Yeah.
It's not a good one
Yeah.
either. So overall, what do we rate this team?
well, I was gonna
mean,
try and
offense
mention
is really good. Defense
No.
is pretty much non-existent, besides like natural sand.
Yeah.
Like I would probably rate it like maybe a 6 or a 5 out of 10, something like that.
I
I mean,
lean
it's
towards
solid,
more
very
s-
solid hyper offense.
It's a very
though.
solid hyper offense, so I'd still give it like
Yeah,
a
but
6.5.
I just have a bias towards like more bulky teams. So
I mean,
I'm
that's-
so does the
I'm down
entire-
for like 6 and 7.
I mean, it's not a team I would
Something-
ever use in my life, but hyper offense, like, it's definitely a play style and a valid one. It's a very, very valid one.
Yeah.
I mean, if I can jump in here for one thing I've been trying to say,
Oh,
Mhm.
sorry.
what I do like about this team is it's got really good hazard stacking, and then on top of that, stacks two good rapid spinners between Tentacruel and Excadrill. He's
Mhm.
got two T-Spikers. He's got Excelgor, which is really good for those just regular spikes. Really fast Final Gambit can actually be pretty good in some cases against some of the Ubers, I'd say, from max health.
Mhm.
And also,
It's also
Zoroark
the
isn't
Final
too
Gambit
bad for
user with
trying
the
to
most
fake one of those
HP,
threats.
if I remember. Oh wait, no. Besides Victini,
Mhm.
besides
Yeah.
Victini, it is the final Gambit user with the highest HP stat, which is really
Mhm.
really good, especially with 145. And I
Wait,
know
even
Sand is
higher than
there
Staraptor?
to chip final Gambit, but if you're just leading Excelgor and you're able to get rid of a threat, like not just an
A
Uber, but
lot of
just any threat in
Ubers.
general with final Gambit,
Yeah.
like it's definitely very valuable.
Are you
Hmm.
telling me Excelgor has higher HP than Staraptor? I swear Staraptor has like more than 80.
Staraptor probably has more HP, but you don't see it use Final Gambit as often. I mean,
No, I see it a
Final
lot. It's a pretty
Gambit
free move to just slap on
HP.
Scarf.
Oh wait,
But
no,
that's besides
okay.
the point.
Okay, it's the third most. I was looking at Galardex. Oops, my bad. Yeah. Staraptor has 80,
Um,
85, Excelgor has
Hi, Black.
80. So it's
I
the
see Gal on
third.
the
It
screen.
has the third most HP, but it's a lot faster than both Victini and Staraptor. So it's
I
very
guess
valuable.
on the hazard stack point, the only problem I see with that is like a lot of the hazard setters are one and done kind of mons for the most part. Like Tentacruel can come in a few times, but like Excelger's really not coming in a bunch of times throughout a match. So if you've got like a bulky defogger that can just kind of come in at certain opportunities,
Oh yeah, no, if there's a
then you're
Corviknight
not gonna
on
be
the
able to.
other team, you're fucked. But like, you got a Blaziken.
Yeah, if the chicken can't do
So,
it, what
like, the
can, you
thing
know?
is, if you run into bulky defoggers, like, most of them can't really do much to Blaziken. Like, Corviknight, of course, can, but, like, Corviknight also just dies to anything Blaziken has. And, you know, Kiram White is Kiram White, and that shit beats, like, most defoggers in the game.
Yeah.
So this team has really good answers to a lot of bulky defoggers and fast defoggers. Like, Gigalith is right there to wall most flying types.
Yeah.
mhm.
So this team just has a really good combination of hazard stack, hyper offense, good rapid spinners to support that hazard stack, and just good offensive synergy with Kiram White, Blaziken, Gigalith Excadrill.
I guess kind of my last final thoughts on this team. Has anyone actually seen Enamorus in use yet?
I
I've seen it
have.
No.
in CLBL, but it's not amazing.
It's not
Pretty
amazing, but
underwhelming.
it's definitely a good like offensive fairy, and if he's able to put it to good use, it's definitely a very threatening mon. Like
Yeah.
it
I
gets
feel like I'd
Calm
rather have a
Mind, it
Togekiss
gets
on this team, but I'm excited to see what it does.
Yeah.
yeah. I'm excited to like
At
to
least they didn't take it super early, right?
uh
Oh, never mind.
no,
They got it.
this is
Never
actually
mind.
that's a Grace pick actually. Like
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
most of this
Then
team is
for Grace,
Grace.
that's
Like
valid.
the only non-Grace mons on this team are literally Kiram White and Blaziken. Like I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure the rest of this team and Decidueye, that like those three mons are like the only non-Grace mons.
Of course, this Decidueye is one of them, but yeah. All right. So we get to move on
All
to the
right,
next team.
next team is Soul with the Vancouver Vivillons with Arc Ghost, Clefable, Terrakion, Mandibuzz, Mega Aggron, Volcanion, Superior, Toxtricity, Piloswine, Flygon, Type Null, and Shelmet.
Yeah, aka the team that dropped the Veltal, right? Or was it
No,
another
this is
team?
no, that's
No,
the next
that was
one. That's the next
Oh.
one.
Okay.
This team
Alright.
was Arc Ghost from the beginning. The
Okay, good.
only Grace trades were Superior were Toxtricity downwards. So
Okay.
these five are the only. No, wait, no. Yeah,
Okay,
these
I'm gonna
five
give
are
a
the only
quick
Grace
shout out to
mons.
Terrakion because Fran thinks it's bad and this mon is goaded.
It
It's
is goaded, I agree.
okay. That's just my bias. Okay, I acknowledge that if you can use it right, it's a very good mon. Okay.
Alright.
Let's get
Yeah, I
that
just wanted to
straight.
give a
I
quick
think
shout
this
out
team is
because I
amazing.
like
I
Terrakion.
love this team.
I will say Clefable isn't quite as strong in Ubers as it is in
Yeah, but that's why
standard
it's
format.
15 points. That's why I put it in
Yeah.
15 points.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's a good price for it in Ubers. Like, I don't think it's overpriced or underpriced.
Yeah.
I feel like the combo of Clefable and Mega Aggron's really good though.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
that
the
is a good
definitely.
FPS score
combo.
on this team is great. Like Flygon can be a bit underwhelming, but it gets the job done.
It gets the job
Yeah.
done, and it's not
Hmm.
like it's your, like, only ground type, which is why I like Piloswine plus Flygon on this team, because one of them is a good offensive ground type that, you know, does setup, does pivots, gives you a good speed tier, etc. And then Piloswine is just
And the
a
other one's
bulky ground
Flygon.
type.
Yeah. Okay,
I
one thing
mean-
I gotta say about this team that I don't like, I think this team is great by the way. The pivoting is amazing, type synergy is
Mhm.
good. Speed tiers are good. But actually, one thing about the speed tiers, that's what I was gonna mention. Gap from effectively 100 to
Flygon
75.
to yeah, Flygon
Effectively
to
75 because Mandibus is
yeah.
never really gonna run speed
Oh
tier.
yeah, no. People do not
It's
respect
probably not gonna respect
People,
a
you
speed
should
tier.
never respect Mandabuzz's speed tier in prep ever.
You can. You definitely can.
I mean, you can with
Yeah,
more
you know,
with
it
like
acts like a
bulkier
slow
mons,
pivot,
but like
so
you're
it doesn't really want
barely
to
ever
run
gonna
forever.
respect Mandabuzz's speed tier with like a Chandelure. You know, you're not running max speed timid just to speed tie with Mandabuzz. Like,
Yeah, exactly. So like that's
Well, I
gonna
guess
be annoying for this team. Like mid-speed wall breakers, like something like Urshifu is gonna be like a huge problem for this team.
yeah, because that thing can run adamant this matchup.
how many of the
that
base
doesn't
90
matter.
legendaries
Wow.
got drafted? Like the 99s, the 97s, the 90s, like
Oh,
95s.
probably.
I mean,
I imagine a lot. Let me look at the altered board right now.
so basically, yeah, almost all of those can run adamant or modest.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, Eveltal goes absolutely ham on this team. Like
Oh,
Eveltal
yeah.
literally fucking destroys if your Clefable and your Mandibuzz are like worn down.
I mean,
feel like
Tarak
they
can.
absorb a lot,
yeah.
though.
Yeah, Terrakion can
Yeah,
handle it
yeah.
offensively, but like, yeah,
It's not coming in,
Eveltal,
yeah.
Groudon didn't get drafted. Kyurem White, like from the previous team, actually is gonna be problematic.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Like, your only answer to that is, like, fucking Spadef Piloswine and Spadef Clefable.
I mean, yeah, but for the most part, this team has all of good speed tiers, good bulk, good offense,
Mm-hmm.
good
Good
hazard
defense,
stacking,
like...
good pivoting, good removal, good pretty much everything.
It's good at pretty much everything, yeah. This team's genuinely, like, one of the best ones in the league, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's pretty solid.
But I don't know, all of the teams in this league are really good. Just, like, as somebody who's been observing every single team.
Only thing, like, my only, I guess, other wish is, like, a little bit more pivoting, but, like, for what it is, I think
For
it's
what
fine.
it is, it's really good. Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
and I mean,
Typhenold is good low tier pivoting. Clefable obviously is really good pivoting. Shelmet, when it comes, is gonna run Baton Pass, in my opinion. I always
Yeah.
run Baton Pass on my Shelmet.
I mean, yeah, but
Um,
you look at the pivoting mons and like either they're gonna come most games, like Mandibus, Clefable, Flygon usually gonna come to a lot of games, and when they
Yeah.
do, they pretty much always run pivoting. Maybe
Yeah,
besides
that's fair.
Clefable.
Maybe not Flygon if it ever decides to run Dragon Dance, but other than that,
Oh, wait, we said Urshifu beats this team? He has Shelmet, he's fine.
Well,
oh
I
yeah,
think
never mind.
Urshifu's
Yeah,
gonna
no,
give it
yeah, no,
problems.
he has Shell Armor Shelmet. It's fine.
Shelmet is goaded.
True.
It's surprising what I've seen that Mon do.
Oh yeah, no, I love it.
Walled Urshifu single strike.
Yeah, it's
It
just
is
one of those
goated.
funny mons.
Yeah. Not more goated than Vigoroth though. I will say that.
Oh my god.
Lamau.
Oh god.
All right,
my
this
game of
okay.
Bluetooth
Now we're
minutes,
on to
oh my
the team
God.
that dropped Eveltal. This is the
Okay,
team.
wait. Before we move on to that one, how are we ranking that team?
Oh
Like,
yeah,
an 8 out of 10? How about that?
8 out of
feels
10.
good.
Just personally, 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
8 out of 10, bordering on a 9, like 8.5. Honestly, I love this team so much. I would love to use this team.
Wait, which one are we on?
Soul's
we saw
team.
the Arc Ghost one.
Yeah, on the Arc Ghost.
Is this in Origin or Altered?
Altered.
I feel like
I
I'd
think-
give this a 7.
Alright, well, I have to go play my WPF game now.
Oh, okay,
Bye.
well, bye.
Bye.
Anyway,
Let me just log in real quick.
7.5. I give this a 7.5.
I'll link it. I'm deafing now.
I mean, sure, we're doing PRs, but whatever.
Just got in the call. Anyway, we can move on to the next team now, I think.
Yeah,
So-
we can.
To clarify a few things about this team and why it underwent so many drastic changes, I have never seen a man get more sniped in my life. Like,
And
this
I have
man
never
had
seen
so
a-
many.
I've also never seen a man throw so fucking hard in my life.
Okay, listen. We went through a bunch of different ideas, and each one of them got ripped apart by someone taking him on that he needed. It was just agonizing trying to put something
You
together.
still dropped Evaltol in favor of an Encore of Arc Dragon Tapu Fini.
Okay, listen, you don't have to use Dragon Stab on Arc Dragon. Like, it's fine
It's
with just
Arc
coverage.
Dragon versus in an
Who gives
Uber
a
meta
shit?
where most of the mons are dragons. Of course you want to
Were
run
the
Dragon
dragons
Stab.
even drafted?
Also,
many
the
fucking-
dragons are slower than Arceus in most cases, anyways, and Arceus can just run Ice Beam to kill them. So it's
Yeah,
not
Yeah.
but
driven
like
by
in the
other
case of Kyurem
dragons.
White, you want to run Dragon Stab because Ice Beam doesn't kill that shit. Like,
Okay, y'all are gonna
fucking-
shit on this team just because, oh, Finny, make Dragon bad, hee-hoo. But, like, other than that,
Honestly,
I mean,
solid.
it's a solid
this is
team.
Kites, right?
I hate
Yeah,
it because it dropped Evaltol,
Actually,
but it's a solid team.
no, I talked with
I
Kite
feel
about
like
this
no,
one actually.
because,
One of my
because you have
thinkings.
Swampert, you could just drop Feeny for another fairy.
Honestly,
there
the
are
whole
other fairies. That's the problem.
Kite really
Yeah, the
wanted
fairies
to
like
play
the
with
fairies that are
Fanny.
left are like really bad.
Well, you
Kite-
can ask
Kite-
someone for a trade maybe if someone wants Feeny.
Well,
God, I
Kite
don't think-
was thinking about picking up Tapu Bulu because I was talking with him about his team actually, and
I
Tapu
was
Bulu
too.
would have been really nice over Feeny because it would do stuff like support Mega Metagross better, and just whatever Arceus form he went with because he was thinking about Arc Electric at one point.
And then that got taken.
Well,
Yep.
yeah,
Yeah, so,
it got
much
taken
better
because
supported.
somebody else went with a late Uber strat. We'll get to them later.
But see, also, I think one thing y'all are discrediting about Finny is that Arc Dragon is gonna have a harder time getting toxicked because of Misty Terrain.
But
Okay,
here's the
that's
thing about Misty
true.
Terrain, too,
But the
that I
thing
don't
is,
like.
you're also not
He
going to be
has-
able to toxic anything.
He
And
has
also,
toxic spikes on
Dragon-
Drapion, but that's not going to do anything. He has a cleric and Miltank, but he has Misty Terrain up, so it's kind of pointless. Uniclus
No, I
only
mean
has a
Miltank
magic
isn't
card.
pointless.
shouldn't say
Miltank has
point- I
rocks.
shouldn't
Like
say point.
Miltank already
Yeah, I
has
shouldn't-
enough for move slot syndrome, so not
I shouldn't
pressuring
say
it to
that.
bring
I
heal
shouldn't
bell
say
to games.
pointless.
Like,
Meltank really does not have 4 move slot like syndrome at all.
oh, whenever I use it, like I always want to run T Wave. I want to run Body Slam. I want to run Toxic. I have to run Milk Drink. I want to run Rocks. Like,
I'm pretty sure even Aromatisse got sniped as a fairy,
Yeah.
which
Yeah,
like
he got-
completely.
So much shit sniped, it was unreal. Like he was
Yeah.
supposed to do
yeah,
a
but
sand remodel.
man still
but then
dropped
the sand stuff got
Evaltol.
taken.
Man still fucking dropped Evaltol. I will like.
Not
I'm
that-
not like. If Kite does good with this team, fine, whatever. He would have done better if he just got fucking Evaltol. I genuinely
I
think like
disagree.
that's a bigger throw
don't
than.
think there was
That's
much
the
that he
biggest
could have
throw
done.
I've ever seen. There have
If you
obviously
don't
been
like
worse
Mon,
teams.
no matter how good it is, you are not going to do good with it. If you don't want to use it and you don't like it, it doesn't matter how good it is, you will not do well with it.
I
think
mean, that-
Mega
yeah, I
Metagross
guess
is
that's true, but,
perfectly
like-
fine.
Yeah, just like if I ever try to use their
And
aura,
Arc-
that's a very good example of how I would do.
The
Yeah.
sand
Yeah.
kick got taken. Hey, that was me. I did that.
At least somebody else ended up getting Evaltol as a result of the Evaltol drop from this team. So at least Evaltol isn't on the board. Thank fuck. I would have been
I feel
really
like at the end of
disappointed
the
if it
day-
was.
Who cares?
The only thing I particularly dislike about the team is Feeny, but I understand why it needs to exist here, and it is a solid fairy.
It is, yeah. No, I'm not
So, like-
discrediting Feeny. That shit causes me nightmares in prep. Like, I cannot fucking handle
Yeah.
that shit in prep.
I adore Finny. I love it so much. I think it's fun.
Yeah,
is,
no
too.
shit.
He can tailor his like games, and he can just bring telepathy when he wants to, and just not worry about dancing around Misty Terrain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
'Cause,
that's
like,
also a
I've
possibility.
even played games where like I've abused other people's terrains by like bringing Misty Seeds or like Psychic Seeds or whatever. Like not bringing your own terrain if it's gonna hurt you, or like help your opponent more than you. Like it's an option.
Yeah.
Feny's still good without Misty Terrain.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Overall,
Alright,
like
well,
I'm so
in terms of what we're ranking this teams, despite me shitting on this team, it still has a really good offensive core. It still has good speed tiers. It still has basically everything a team needs to have, like decent removal, good rockers, no spikes, but that doesn't really matter. Like a T
in the
spiker.
vacuum, his Fairy Dragon Steel core is very, very solid.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
definitely. And
I
so
also, like-
despite
Probably one
all
of the
my
best ones to
issues with
pick.
this team and my bias because it dropped Evaltol, this team is still very, very solid.
And like,
So,
shout
like-
outs to Crobat, by the way, for being faster than Arceus and being able to stall break a lot of them.
Yeah.
No, that's
Yeah,
that's
Crobat's
great,
awesome.
actually.
Won a championship.
Crobat
really
is the
recently.
GOAT. But yeah,
I'll give this team a 7.
I'll give it a
It's a little
6.5.
lower than the last.
I'll give it a 7. Like, I'll be kind.
Like
Yeah,
seven's
that's
good.
good.
Seven's good. It's not like
Next up is the Denton Zorar, coached by Spirit Union, with Eternatus, Megalob, Jirachi,
Eternatus, Eternatus.
Hisuian
it's
Zoroark,
time.
It has
Togekiss,
Eternatus.
Zarude, Cleaver, Regieleki, Quagsire, Glaceon, Swirlix, and Volcarona. What to say about this team? Like, Eternatus
first
Megalop.
thought-
Eternatus Megalop
Here's-
is like my first thought, but also my second thought is Regieleki.
Yeah, my first thought with a Lecky is if you're gonna draft a Lecky, you have to be able to destroy the shit out of ground types, and this team does not do that.
It really
Yeah.
doesn't.
I mean, it's got decent options. It doesn't destroy them immediately, but you have triple axle on Lopunny. You have a choice specs Glaceon.
Oh,
Wow,
Zarude
yes,
does good
Choice Specs
against
Glaceon,
most-
the mon that's literally only coming for one game and never again.
Hey, don't shit on Glaceon. That thing can just that thing can chunk stuff. As
I
long
mean,
as
to
you don't
be
have a
fair,
steel type.
if it's
Yeah,
higher,
they're in
it's,
matchup, but it's inconsistent.
If they have a steel type, then Glaceon does nothing. But you know, you work around that because it does have water pulse for fire types.
yes, the best move, Water Pulse. You're not
I mean,
using
hey,
Water
it's
Pulse
like
on
HP
literally
Water.
anything
It
other than
works.
Clawitzer and Mega Blastoise.
Bruh, it's literally used as a
And
semi-hidden
Glaceon.
power cran. It's a completely fair argument, honestly.
Yeah. Like if Glaceon had like hidden power fire, it would be a better mon this gen.
so with like a lot of things.
Yeah. All the evolutions should have gone mystical fire though. I'm still on that. Like I'll die on that hill.
Even
All
the
of them.
ice type.
Even the ice type, all of them should have gone mystical fire. It should have just been an Eevee move, and then they just learn it.
Gotcha.
I don't give a damn.
So other than that, I don't really see what Zoroark Hisui does here, but
I mean,
I
it
mean,
gives you.
seems alright.
I mean, your speeches are
I
already
mean, it's
whack.
funny.
In terms of like fighting stab, it's trying to bait maybe. I mean,
And also,
maybe
Illusion on
taking
this
mock
team,
punches for
Illusion on
Lopunny.
this team is absolutely fucked. Like, oh my god, you wanna you wanna mock punch my Megalopony? Oh wait, I'm a Zoroark. You wanna
in in a
fucking
funny sense, I feel regular Zoroark would have been better, just because of the one tactic. I actually wonder how many Pokemon in this game can do it.
thing was
Yeah,
Oh,
you
ring
can
target?
trick ring
Yeah.
target. I feel like Jirachi gets tricked, doesn't it?
Yeah, it can.
Sriracha can do that. Togekiss can do that.
Only problem with Jirachi ring target is if it swaps on a toxic. But other than that, you're fine.
Who's gonna toxic a Jirachi though?
Well, I'm saying on a switch in.
Who's gonna toxic a Jirachi? I know. He is an Eternatus for that kind of thing, anyways, too, though.
Yeah.
yeah.
No, I'm just saying
and-
like a dumb
and let's be
hypothetical.
real, Eternatus can carry this team on its own. This mon is insane.
It's almost like it
Honestly-
shouldn't really be allowed, but it's fine, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, it was
like,
allowed last
I've
season. It
run
didn't
some-
dominate. Like, it was a really good mon. Don't get me wrong, but it like Yveltal did better.
The thing is I feel
Hey,
like Eternatus
barely.
is the type of mon though, like it will get drafted first, regardless if the player is good or not. So if it lands into a good player's hands, then it's kind of fucked.
Yeah.
I feel. But also
Yeah,
I
but
haven't
you can
played
say
the
that
deck
about
before
like
outside of
most
an Uber's
mons in
meta.
standard, like, you know, fucking Zama Crown, Urshifu, Dragapult especially. Dragapult is like a big example of that.
Not an Uber friend.
Fuck
Yeah, he was
off.
talking about standard. He was talking about standard, to be fair.
Yeah. I was talking about someone else, but anyways. Yeah, Eternatus is like a pain to kill though. Just because
Oh,
of how much
definitely, yeah.
HP. and,
130
like,
HP is
90
just insane.
Oh my god, what
no,
the
it's
hell
not,
was I
it's
doing?
140 HP. It's not 130, it's 140.
Yeah.
And 95
Also,
Scorp,
Scorp, we're
has
doing
defense.
PR. Shut the fuck up.
130 speed
I
is a
don't
pain
care.
in the ass to deal with.
Yeah.
Like, if it wasn't a poison type and I could toxic it, it'd be much less threatening.
Scraps the Lazzle forehead.
True.
On my rain team?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. but also it's too late, and I'm not changing any of my mons.
Also, your team is just a normal team with a rain core on it.
Pretty much.
But anyways, we'll
I
get there when we get there.
mean, you know, we'll get to it
I'd rather
later.
have
We'll get to it
I'd rather
later.
have regular teams with like weather cores rather than like a full-on weather team because those are garbage. You can't.
Nah,
change
they are
them.
not always
Yeah.
garbage.
Well, it depends,
They're
but
very
like,
predictable though. So like, if you have a way to abuse it or exploit the fact that like, you know that half their mons are going to be exploiting rain.
Why are we talking about a rain right now? What does that have to do with this
Yeah.
team? Can we move on?
Yeah.
Because Reggio has thunder, and I fucking wanted it.
Oh my
And it got
god.
snapped in
No.
my division.
Okay. We'll get to your
That's
team
why.
later, okay? We'll
I
get
know,
to it later.
I know. I'm just saying.
Frank just doesn't want to
I'm
talk
just a
about
little-
Ricky Alecki.
I'm just a little envious.
We
That's all.
dispute the fact that pure weather teams are bad when they don't have to be. But anyways,
But they're usually bad.
no, they are not. It's a player thing.
Anyway, what do we
Anyways.
like? Another thing I see about this team is that the only Cleaver is a shit ton of this team's hazard control, and that's not a very
That's
good thing.
awful. Yeah.
Does it
that's
have
absolute
access to
garbage.
defog and rapid spin? Oh,
Yeah.
it would have
Oh.
defog.
Well,
No, it has
yeah,
defog
and
because it has
defog.
access to all Scyther moves.
Yeah.
Since it evolves from Scyther, and Scyther gets defog and roost, and U-turn. So Cleaver is better than it is in like leagues that don't allow it to have Scyther moves, but it's definitely it's not a very good mon because what do you draft a rock type for? You draft it for the flying resist. Whoop-de-doo, the bug type is weak to flying and thus you are neutral. What do you draft the bug type for? Oh, the ground resist. Well, you're a rock type, so fuck you. You're not getting the ground resist.
Yeah,
Cle-
I think once this
Bug
Pokemon,
rock is just not a very
new
good
toy
typing.
thing
You're weak
wears
to
off.
rocks. It doesn't do anything that a rock or bug type usually does. And
Yeah.
Cleaver's
I mean-
stats aren't really made for it to be a defensive. It's not like it's less bulky than Scizor, and
Ivor isn't defensive for sure.
it doesn't have
be fair-
Technician. It doesn't have Bug Steel, which is amazing.
To be fair, on the ground resist, flying resist thing, he has Zarude is an incredible ground resist, and Jirachi is an incredible flying resist. So
That's
not
fair.
the hugest concern.
That's
Okay,
not the
yeah,
biggest
I'm just gonna
concern,
say
but
about
it's
Seaboard, once this thing's new toy syndrome
But
wears
this
off,
thing is a
this
rock
thing is gonna
type-
be
this thing is a
like-
rock
like,
type
it's
that
gonna
is
be
K-
better Ronaldo.
this thing is a
What is
rock
what?
type that is KO'd by defoggers. It's a rocker that is KO'd by defoggers, and I just
think
don't
it's
like
KO'd. It has decent bulk still. It has
that. It has
70,
decent
95.
bulk, but it's not good bulk.
And
it's
it's
just
also
primarily an offensive mon.
got, an 85 speed in 135 attack is pretty good for a breaker in my opinion.
It's a good
It's like
breaker,
agility.
but
Agility.
Again,
but
this
it's a
is-
good
Agility.
breaker. But
This is this team's primary
got
form of
calm
hazard
mind.
control. If you're not
yeah,
running
it's
rocks on this
it's
thing, you
if
have
it
to
was
run rocks
if
on
it
the
was
rock.
here
Like,
to
there's
be
that
a
small
primary
atmosphere
breaker,
that
I would like
actually-
that. I like it here because it's good synergy with Lopunny to take care of flying types offensively, but it just doesn't. It's just very pressured to be your team's basically only hazard control, unless you want Jirachi to be your only your rocker every single fucking week.
Exactly.
You also have
Tailwind and
defense
U-turn
as
And if you want
well.
Togekiss
Don't
to
forget
be your only
defense.
defogger, which means because you're not running defog on Volcarona ever, unless it's a very specific thing.
Yeah.
No, you're never running defog on that for sure.
Yeah, the hazard
this
game
team
on
has
this team is a little
pretty-
suboptimal, I'll say.
I mean,
But
you
it's
have like
not-
Elegy,
Yeah,
you have Togekiss,
and
defog.
you,
There's
like
an
this
allergy,
team
there's
really
the
needs
Fog
hazards.
Volcarona.
You guys don't forget about Alecki's spin.
Oh
Yeah,
my
Alecki
god.
can
Alecki
spin,
can
but
spin.
Yeah, Alecki's
Eric-
pretty much always gonna run spin because it doesn't really have better options. But Alecki's inconsistent in its own right. It has its own issues.
Alecki
Yeah.
has major
And
issues.
Volcarona can hazard control. Volcarona is a decent piece of hazard control because it's hard to make physical contact with that mon. I wouldn't underestimate Volcarona's ability to pack defog alongside Togekiss.
Like
That's
I
fair,
said,
yeah.
it's fair, but at the same time, that's very specific and it's a very a player preference thing.
Fire Bug isn't a terrible defensive typing actually.
Oh
As
yeah,
long as you throw boots on it, you're only really worrying about rock moves.
Water rock.
I'm well
all water
aware. I
moves
know
you
the
can
power
live.
of Fire Bug. I've literally 6-0'd a team with Scorch single-handedly. I'm well aware.
I'm
Yeah.
very well aware of
Those are
Volcarona's
beautiful.
power.
Mm-hmm.
This team lacks a very great piece of hazard control, but there's enough functional hazard
Dozo, can you
control where
fix
they
your fucking mic?
It's
Why?
fixed.
Oh wait, no, that's not Doza. Kron, can you fix your fucking mic?
What's the problem?
Okay, I don't know why it was
His mic
bugging out
isn't.
before, but like,
I thought it was me talking, and we just talking.
I think it's my mic. I think my mic's shit.
Yeah, it's McGee.
oh, it's
Yeah, it makes sense.
McGee. Oh, when did you join McGee? What the fuck? I thought you weren't gonna be able to be here.
I've just been listening in.
Oh.
Honestly, I thought
Oh.
you were DJ Barara at first, because I was like, he'd be the one to defend Aleki, but no, it's you.
No.
No,
Like he
no. If
I
this
just-
is
it is
McGee's the
definitively
bitch who
that.
still shit on Vigoroth after watching my game versus Black. SMH, SMH.
Alright, Vigoroth is goaded.
Vigoroth is very goaded.
Anyway, back on track. What do we give this team?
I mean, it's an Eternatus team, so I'm gonna be a bit biased. Maybe about like a 6.5, probably lower 6.
I'm gonna give it a 7.5 because it's got really strong options, but really bad defensive, like reactionary play. In some cases,
My only
like,
problem with
I
the team
don't-
is the
I
hazard
think
game.
it's such
Because like
The
Mega
hazard
Lob
game
and
really
Eternatus
hurts.
and Zoroark and Lecky, they all really want hazards to perform effectively. Like they don't
Yeah, for
need
sure.
them, but they really want them.
Yeah.
Just doesn't provide
Eternatus
hazards very
does
well.
have toxic spikes, so
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
but,
wouldn't
but it doesn't want to set up for itself because it's always gonna want recover and then
Like,
probably stab
recover,
moves,
sludge wave,
probably
Dynamax
flamethrower
cannon,
for
flamethrower.
steals. Like,
yeah.
Very basic that.
yeah.
And occasionally you run like your
Like
sub.
if this team just had a better hazard control, it would be a lot better.
Yeah, the team's
I
hazards are
don't
kind of lacking.
dislike that. I don't like their hazard setting. Their hazard setting's a little weak. Their hazard control is fine. I think they can control hazards as well as they need to.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
not a
saying the
disaster.
setting is the problem. Like the
Is the
setting.
problem. It's too
Setting
much
is
on
definitely the
Jirachi and
problem.
Fox.
I mean,
Yeah,
like,
like,
the,
Mega
de-
Lob
the
is
defogging
heavily-
on
like,
this
you
team
want
is
good
also
fights.
pretty mediocre, but the setting is like the bigger issue here.
Like, Jirachi's an okay rocker. Cleavor's not the greatest rocker, though.
You got them Swirlix
Cleaver not a-
webs.
If you're gonna be a T1 rocker as a rock type, you want speed or a lot of bulk, and it's neither.
Hmm.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Alright, so what do we give this team?
What was that laugh?
That's just Kron's laugh.
That was
Orin,
great.
get
That
used
was
to it.
amazing.
I've already
No, I
gotten
love
used to it.
I love it. I love it so much. It's amazing.
Hog.
Oh my god. Okay.
7.5.
Well, I'll still give this like a 6.5 probably.
I'll
just
give
because
this like a.
hazards.
I'll just give it a 6. It's offensively very
It
good.
only,
It's
it
just
only
like
gets the
it's
boost
just a,
because of Eternatus. Just Spirit, if you're watching this, you know that.
Yeah,
You
you know what?
give
I'll take it down
Eternatus
to a
good
7.
showing, honestly.
I'm gonna take it down to a 7.
I just say 6. I don't think the team's the greatest overall.
Yeah.
Okay, en prochaine,
Mhm.
s'il vous plaît.
Pardon?
What?
Baka,
En
thank you.
prochaine, s'il vous plaît.
what the
Allons-y.
Oh
fuck?
god.
Oh,
Yeah, are you
are you
speaking
learning
French?
French?
Pokemon the next team has.
Yeah, I'm speaking
So
cringe right now.
I'm going to go off
True.
soon.
All right.
Alright, friend, we can move on to the next team.
Oh, we can't. Shit.
Now, Hystericles team has their aura.
Next up is Hystericles team, the Delaware Dodrio with Ultra Necrozma, Corviknight, Lando Eye, Urshifu Rapid, Florges, Dumbreon, Mega Venusaur, Darmanitan, Zero Aura, Lickitung, Ninjask. Orin, you are not allowed
Zero
to
Aura
talk
is
about this
trash.
team.
Yes,
Neither
I
are you,
am. I'm not gonna
Scorpion.
talk about Zero Aura.
team.
Their aura is bad.
I'm not gonna talk
Okay,
about
I'm
Zero
muting
Aura,
you,
but I'm gonna
Scorp.
talk about the team.
I
So,
like this
like-
team.
Wrong. I said Zero Aura.
I like
hate.
this team.
Zero Aura hate.
Right off the bat, just looking at this team, I love it so much. Like, this is something I would totally use.
Same.
Like, solid defensive backbone, nice offense, great pivots. Hazards are a little weak, but, like, you don't really need hazards that much with this kind of team. But, like, overall, I like it a lot.
He's
Mhm.
got a lot of pivots too. Like U-turn users, he's got 5 of them,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
and 3 of
yeah,
them
it
are
has a
gonna come to
lot of
most
good
games.
pivoting.
And then a
The
Volt
only thing
switch.
I don't like about this team is that its hazards are like Lando Eye and Ultra Necrozma.
I mean,
Yeah.
Lando can run rocks pretty well because he can force a lot of switches.
Yeah, Lando's
Yeah,
good,
but
but
it's
Ultra
also,
like both of them force a lot of switches. I just think you need some defensive rockers there, so those aren't your only rockers every week.
Yeah, I almost feel like Lickitung and Ninjask, I would have dropped them both and picked up something else. Like even
Yeah,
a four
Not to
pointer,
be that
you
guy,
could probably
Ninjask is
find
carrying a
something.
lot of this team for me.
Lickitung
Maybe
has no
like
role because Lickitung just gets outclassed by Umbreon. You don't get a bulky normal when you have a bulky dark because they serve the same role.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe
Like
like Kraydilly could have benefited this team.
actually, maybe looking at it, Claydol would have not been bad.
Yeah, that's also kind of true.
Claydol, it's got rapid spin, so it gives them a form of well, it's just another form of hazard removal.
Yeah.
But it also has access to stuff like Ice Beam, which will be nice. Its own Stealth Rocks.
Oh, okay, I fixed the logo thing. Let me just.
Yeah, I think Claydol fits nicely. I do like Ninjask, especially if you're dealing with Mewtwo in leagues. Like Ninjask,
There,
Learn
there it is.
Yay! Thank
actually
you.
a really
Thanks for the representation.
Yeah, but I mean, like all it takes is a Scarf Diamantan to chunk that thing. Same with Shifu.
Yeah. Yeah, this team has just really good offense, and and really good pivots, and you know, on an Ultra Necrozma team, that's really all you need.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just trying to create windows for Necrozma to hit the field because pretty much every time it hits the field, something is probably going to die.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This team just has so many good
You get-
breakers, really good cleaners, just good at everything. Except
Really
for
strong
good
I-
at everything except for hazards, but that's it.
Something that I've noticed though when I was going to prep my team is I love using Mega Venusaur, so like I immediately glued my eyes on it, like how it would work. I feel like Mega Venusaur doesn't have a good matchup really in this.
Yeah,
Just because
it's
a ton of Ubers
You're a horror's
destroy
trap.
it, and it can't really do anything back. I found.
Okay, if
when I was
any
looking
but
for
and
it.
if any of you just say Zero is trash one more fucking time, I'm muting all of you.
I said nothing.
Zera
No, yeah, but like fucking
is-
Scorpion.
La
He's already
poubelle.
muted.
Anyways, I
Yeah, I
think
was gonna
Zero
say
is fine.
Invine is not very well supported, I guess, on this team is like the issue. But otherwise, you know, it's Pog.
Yeah, Mega Venusaur is just like a very lackluster mon in Ubers, but it's just so good for at what it does to the point where, you know, if it does have a good matchup, it has a good matchup, you know?
Yeah.
The thing is like you're tossing poison moves at an Eternatus, and you're trying to Giga Drain on a Kyurem. I mean,
I
and
mean,
then
you can
a lot of those
you can
mons
okay,
can't
okay,
be
you can
knocked off.
you can live some Eternatus hits because you have thick fat and you're not weak to flamethrower, and you can
What-
leech seed the
what-
Eternatus and hit it with
You
earth
can
power.
Earth
You
Power.
can
You
see the
can Earth
Eternatus. You can
Yeah, that's the- I think
Yeah, Leech Seed and
Venusaur
Sleep
is
Powder go
actually
ham.
cool.
Yeah.
honestly,
Yeah.
yeah, Sleep Powder. I
I
can
think
see
Venusaur
doing
is just
stuff.
a really destructive Pokemon against really any team.
Yeah,
It's
even if
still
it
gonna
can't
be a
do
good
anything
matchup against a
offensively,
lot of other
defensively
things.
in this format, it's just really good.
I do know
Yeah.
having played Megavino and used it in Ubers, the big thing with Mega Venusaur is that it forces a lot of prep because it's one of those Pokemon, it's like Gliscor, if you don't have a way to break it at some point in the game, you just straight lose.
Yeah,
Mhm.
tell me about it.
Fair.
Tell me about it. God damn it, Gliscor.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
yeah.
fair.
I'm just a weirdo that like I like my defensive mons to have some offensive punch sometimes, and I like my offensive mons to for some reason be defensive Blaziken against a Centiskorch. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh
Mhm.
my god.
I mean, to be fair, like Venus sludge bombs chunk more than you think they would.
Oh yeah,
Oh, I mean,
no,
it's
the
like-
Mon still
it's
has
like
122
that, it
base
hurts.
special attack. It's still
Yeah,
like pretty
know.
strong.
Yeah,
then you get the
I just
point
kind
you
of
can't
decided not to with it though. That's just me.
In my
Understand.
opinion,
By the way, Sceptile, yes, Ninjask is the best mon on this team. He said it in the chat. I had to say it.
Okay, but like Lickitung though, kind of a hard debate.
True.
I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. I should also say that Venusaur does pair really good with Corviknight though defensively. So
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
I can
for
Yeah,
sure.
that's
I can
absolutely
also-
nasty.
I should
That's
also
so
note
nasty.
that.
And you know, like the moves that you hit to like try and chunk Corviknight do nothing to Ultra Necrozma because of its dragon typing.
Well, yeah, but you
Yeah.
have to.
And
you have to
Corvi is just a
also
really good
well.
pivot into Necrozma regardless because with U-turns. So Necrozma
I mean,
on this
yeah,
team is
it's a
just
good pivot
enabled
for
to do whatever it
anything.
wants.
Corvik's a good pivot for damn near anything.
Hmm.
So like,
Yeah,
if you can
it's
get your
definitely
hands
one
on
of the best in the
Corby,
game.
then
And having
like
Umbreon on this
with a mod
team
like Ultra
for
Necrozma,
and
it's
having
amazing.
Umbreon on this team for pre Ultra Necrozma, aka Dawn Wings, because it has to be Dawn Wings. You can't just fucking bring out a Dusk main with Ultra Necrozium Z and just like
Yeah, unfortunately, for the
like it
Ultra
has
Necrozma
to be
people.
Dawn Wings at the beginning. So having Umbreon on there to like for people trying to hit that thing pre Ultra is definitely valuable.
I mean, Floridas can do that too, TBH.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
speaking of Florges, the wish passing on this team is amazing for Ultra
Mhm.
Necro.
Yeah, there's a
Only
surprising
problem-
amount of wish passing on here.
only clerical problem is like your entire defensive backbone cannot touch steals.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah.
fine. You know, Umbreon can pivot, Corviknight can pivot, and you have a Landorus to bust steals. You have a Urshifu to bust steals.
You have a
Yeah,
Darmanitan to
Darmanitan.
bust steals. Like, you have a lot of things
Yeah.
that bust
And
steals
Ultra
on this
Necrozma can
team.
easily bump steals on its own with
Yeah,
its
it's
Yeah.
ability.
basically just like don't get your offense lured, because if you get your offense lured and taken out early, your defense cannot break the opposing team.
Hmm.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
But the
other than
defense-
that,
Well, that's just how, like, that's just the thing about having clerics on your team, you know?
I mean, kind of. There are some clerics that can do okay against steals.
Yeah, like. Well, I don't know.
Hashtag
Flareon, I
Vape
guess?
Vape Naish.
Oh, yeah, Vaporeon.
Yeah.
Flareon, yes, best cleric.
Anyway,
No, thanks.
what are we giving this team? I
its
personally
own
give it.
guts.
I personally give it a solid 8 out of 10.
I'm not giving it a ranking. You know why?
I'm gonna give it.
Yeah.
give it an 8. I'm gonna give it an 8. It's really solid.
This team's just really good. And we don't mention the Zmon because somebody on this call gets really triggered when somebody mentions
I literally said I'm not giving this team a ranking, and you know why.
it. Mm-hmm. I know why.
I feel
Yeah.
I'd
so
rate
just
this team higher if the
don't
Logatonga
don't
and
mind,
Jazz
don't
weren't
mention
there.
it further. You know, I already said
Okay,
it.
jeez. I'm just giving context.
Like,
Anyway.
whatever.
Viewers
Demon
at
at first, I
home.
thought you meant alternate cross because of the Z move, and I was like, why? Oh,
No.
Yeah.
The Z-
Anyway, on to the next team. Who's next?
Or sorry, the Zedmon for Dozo.
the- God damn it. Chonk moment. Chonk moment's
The Z-
clusterfuck.
the
I
Zen
hate
mode,
it.
Zen
I
mode
love this. I
Darmanitan.
hate and love this logo at the same time. Anyway, Marshadow Torrent.
I just saw it. Oh my god.
Marshadow Torrenty, Gloking, Bulu, Hydreigon, Porygon 2, Mega Camel, Empoleon, Raichu, G-Darm, and Shedinja.
I kind of wonder
Hmm.
about Mega Cam in this format. Like he's got some decent trick rumors.
I've seen Mega Cam in the Ubers format. It does not shine very well, and it was a good coach using it too. Like it just doesn't. There might be one matchup where someone doesn't prep well for it, and it gets that 1 week, but it's got maybe one and a half good games in it all season, and that's gonna be it.
Mm-hmm.
Which is
Yeah.
fine for an 8-pointer, honestly. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a gem. It's not like a hidden gem that's actually really good. It's just if you neglect to prep for it, the 1 week that the person brings it, then obviously it pops off.
yeah, it's more of a team builder threat than an actual like realistic threat.
Yeah.
The thing
Yeah,
I'm looking at here. Sorry, keep going.
Oh, I was just saying that it's really what it is. If you can bring it early season, force people to respect it as an option, then you can limit people's ability to check other things because they have to have the Mega Cam answer. So that's the
I
best
think
utility you get out of it is forcing prep.
I do love this team though.
Yeah,
I
this
think you
team
guys are
seems
really
good.
quiet on the audio. I don't know, but I just raised your guys' volume a little.
I feel
Um,
Camrup's there kind of as a like fire, water, grass core finisher, and it's nice with Bulu.
Oh yeah, it's really nice with
I don't know.
Bulu. Like,
The only problem I
Nature
have with the
Power is
camera
a
is
cut,
the
right?
team's sole ground type, and like
No,
as a
it's
sole
really
ground,
good.
it's not great because it's not going to be coming to a ton of games. So
I
that's
feel
kind
like
of
a
exploitable.
Pokemon in the same tier that I feel would maybe do better is Mega Steelix.
Ooh, yeah, agreed. Absolutely.
Ooh, wait, yeah, that
It's
actually
Fair,
makes
slightly-
me like
actually.
Empoleon. I
because
second that
it's a
opinion.
better stealth rocker, and it takes some of the pressure off Empoleon from having to run that on its moveset every time.
Mm-hmm.
Steel
I mean,
typing
this
is
is
really
roost
good against a lot of the
Empoleon.
Ubers.
This
Yeah,
is
not
roost
to.
Empoleon, by the way.
I mean, yeah,
So
but
that's
I
why
also
it's
just
So-
don't like. I don't like Empoleon being a solo steel and a solo water on
and a
any
solo
team.
rocker pretty well because again, you're not going to run rocks on
Oh
Camerupt
yeah,
very
good
often.
point. I didn't even look at
Actually,
the hazard
Camerupt
control on this
runs
team.
rocks okay. There's not really a
Yeah.
lot of moves for Camerupt to run. It has terrible coverage, so you can usually slot rocks on it. It's just not coming a lot.
I still don't like it as
Exactly,
a
yeah.
solo rocker though. Like it has to have other options in case it wants to run defog. Because
Normally,
you can say the same
I
thing about
wouldn't-
it, but it really likes defog on here because, well, Torrency is a good
And the
defogger, but Hydra realistically doesn't run it most weeks.
It can if it's defensive,
It
but
can-
like
it
the
can.
issue.
I'm just saying most weeks it doesn't want to.
I feel like
The
a
issue-
lot of Ubers will just sit on Camerupt though. Like a dragon typing, for the most part, is enough to stop Camerupt. And
Yeah.
Steelix at least has the
Yeah,
advantage of being
I
able
ran
to
a
roar
noble
those threats
Gladio
out.
into the camera check and it did just fine. Like, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm not
Yeah.
really a fan of Camerupt in that way.
Uh,
Like
But
I
other than
the
feel
that,
like
this
Camerupt
team's
does better
other
if
than
there's
that,
a
this
sun
team's offense is really fucking good. Like
Yeah,
Mar-
I do wish.
Marshadow Glowking is nasty, especially with Torn T Glowking.
Yeah,
That's
that
just
was a thing last season, just without the Torn. Yeah.
yeah, like Marshadow
Really
Glowking's
scary to
really
prep for.
nasty. Marshadow Torn T Glowking is even nastier, and then with Hydra on there for support, honestly. And then Earthquake isn't hitting Glowking as hard just because of Bulu.
I do wish it had more hazards because it is regen spam, so it is forcing a lot of those advantageous switches, and it's not really getting a lot off of those other than positioning.
If anything, it just makes that even more passive because you have Bulu to like heal them.
Yeah.
Like honestly, if you just get rid of Bulu and Shedinja for like a better grass,
Shetty's pretty
for
solid
what
in Ubers.
fairy?
Yeah,
For
but
what
instead of Bully, you
fairy,
could like
though?
get a decent fairy and then
There
grab
aren't any
it
fairies in
early
this-
on.
What fairy?
Oh my god,
Like,
I'm not in the division. I wouldn't
Talk
know.
to Kite. Talk to Kite. Get him to
Yeah.
talk to Kite. Kite, yeah.
Fairying that was trash.
I mean,
Look,
Garbage.
Slurpuff,
Low-key, Finny would be
Slurpuff
solid
at least is
here,
still
actually.
free. Slurpuff actually wouldn't be that bad here.
Yo,
Like, you
Kite, you
get-
should talk to talk to Conk to Chunk.
Like maybe get rid of Raichu as
Talk to
well because
Kong.
I genuinely don't know what
Talk to
Raichu
the
really
Kong.
does
Talk
here
to
except
who
fill his
now?
speed tier.
What
Raichu
does?
doesn't-
was good on.
Raichu doesn't see a single game all
All Raichu does is
Fun.
really just fill a speed tier, but other than that,
Eh.
I really just don't know what it does.
It's decent.
Nuzzle fake out.
Encore, yeah,
Encore.
it's not bad.
Yo, I got encored by Halucha today in OU, and it was so weird.
Bro, and you're the fucking spicy Halucha user, and you still got surprised by Lucha. Damn.
I did, because it was like, it was running sword stance. Like, it was on a terrain team. Sword stance,
Uh-huh.
close combat. I don't think he was even running acrobatics, though. And
Well,
then
kinda
it just ran
neat.
Anyway,
it ran
enough about
Encore,
enough
and it
about
was so
Halucha,
weird because I
there's
had
a
a
Marshadow here.
I had
There's a
Iron Defense
fucking
combo that was
Marshadow.
gonna win the game, and then
Yeah.
I didn't. I also killed the leaders
Okay,
from my
okay,
Dunsparce
okay.
that
That's
game.
enough
So.
about OU. This is draft we're talking about. We cannot get distracted. We have a lot of teams to go. A lot of teams to go over.
Okay, give this team a 2.
What the fuck? No. This team has Porygon
So-
2 as well. Wait. I
They're
can
too
bullshit.
fucking broken.
P2
This
literally
team
the
has
best mon in
Porygon
the format.
2. Like, goddamn.
It's literally
It's a solid
2.
6.
It's a
I think
it's a
one
2.
comment
It's
I do
Porygon
want to
2.
is that this team doesn't have a special attacker that just pops off, which
I mean,
lets
it has
people
Hydreigon,
run.
it has
What?
Glowking.
But like
yeah,
they
I
all
was
need
gonna
nasty
say,
plots. Hydreigon needs a nasty plot. Slowking needs a nasty
Hydra
plot.
can
Torn
run
needs a nasty
specs.
plot.
Hydra can
They
run
do not-
specs, honestly.
I mean, they
yeah,
can run-
Hydreigon does not need a nasty plot. Specs Hydreigon hits like a truck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it
Specs
does.
Hydreigon
Yeah, I
doesn't-
don't agree with that.
Black-
And even,
Black
and
would-
even
Black
Glowking,
would like
because
to
of
have
the
a
fact
talk
that
with
it
you
has
about
base
that,
110
lol.
is like a good breaker.
Yeah, and really
Like,
good
it can be. Like, it can be
coverage there too.
a nasty ass toxic trick room breaker, honestly. I've seen it do that, and it's really good. Like I've run into that. I've had a really hard time just trying to break that thing before it breaks me. Like genuinely, Gloking is just a really fucking busted mon.
Oh
Yeah, I
yeah,
hate it.
Viking is
It
absolutely
is.
broken. People
It
are
is.
finally waking up, realizing how good this mon is, myself included.
So like overall, honestly, I give this team a 7.5, maybe 8, but like 7.5 just because Camel on this team doesn't really do much.
I think 7 is fair, at least for me.
I'm more towards the 7 range. I don't like Camel. Raichu's a speed tier. Um,
Should have picked up
there's not
Regieleki.
hazard play, and so you're forced to run defog a lot because the opponent just puts rocks up on turn 1 all the time, and you can't counter back. And it's fine because you have the regen core and you have some grassy terrain, but it can get
Yeah,
burdensome
honestly,
having
then
to deal with
yeah, I'll
rocks.
just give this a 7.5.
Yeah,
Honestly, I just think Marshadow Torrenti, Glow King, Hydra, Porygon 2 is just such a strong core, and then not to mention Garm.
Yeah, Garm is a thing.
Garm is just nasty, especially on this
It
team.
is a
Like
thing.
able to handle both like the few bulky flyings that can really
Wait,
check
that's
Marshadow.
a point that makes Mega Camerupt worse, is because Garm forces bulky waters to come, which is gonna make Camo even harder to use.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Again,
Yeah.
Camel is just a burden on this team, if anything.
I mean, it can use nature power in the terrain to do something
It
to those
can, but that's
waters,
about all it can do.
That's a pretty
Yeah.
limited like window to get that to work.
and it's reactive too. It's not.
Like if it was Rillaboom that has U-turn and it could U-turn into
Yeah,
Camel, that
I buy
maybe. But
Monkey.
in any other situation than like with Bulu, like no.
Steelix wouldn't do much better either, except for having Roar and Dragon Tail to mess with
Yeah,
things.
but it's better than Camel because it actually has
It
use
is.
on this team.
Yeah.
But other than that, yeah, I think
Yeah,
this team's
that's
like a
good.
7.5. Honestly, I just think like the shit that it has is just really good.
Mhm.
All right, well,
Ok, vámonos.
who's next?
Al prochain.
Iris with Palkia, Genesect, Coco, Gliscor, Lucha, Snorlax, Megatitar, Bronzong, Vileplume, Rapidash, Prinplup, Clefairy.
So basically, the guy
Prinplup.
drafted my team from season 2 and made some adjustments.
Why was
The girl,
Prinplup
the girl,
3
by the way,
points?
Iris is a she.
Honestly, it does nothing.
I think I said they, Fran.
No, you said the guy.
What
Okay,
does
whatever.
Prinplup
No,
do?
No, I said they drafted, but whatever.
Same thing as Empoleon.
It doesn't though, because it doesn't live anything. It doesn't have enough HP, even within a Violite, to like meaningfully do anything.
Oh yeah, it does have roost, but still.
It does, but
It does have
it doesn't
roost.
meaningfully
It's
do
like
anything.
a real bulky water now, like for a 3-pointer / 2-pointer. Like I'm using it in PBT, and it's been really good. Like
Is that
legitimately
Nuber's tier?
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
Okay.
I don't like the
Yeah.
Mega Tyranitar too much on this team. It doesn't serve anything besides itself as like
I
bulky
don't
with the
either,
sand.
but to be fair, that was the thing that was picked up in Grace, and the next best Dark type was Alolan Persian. But honestly,
Which is
Alolan
goated.
Persian would
Which
have been
is,
better on this
yeah,
team.
Yeah,
than
honestly.
Which is really
I
good.
genuinely
So-
think Alolan Persian would be a lot better here.
Well, here's the
Because
thing with
Holu-
Mega Titar. It doesn't have to support anything. Like, it can just be its own mon. It doesn't have to use its
but
sand
it's
for
not
anyone
a
else's
good mod on
benefit.
its own. I mean, I guess like
People are sleeping on it.
I
I just don't
prove me
feel
wrong.
like it has much.
Iris may prove me wrong, but I don't like Mega Titar. I genuinely think it's like one of the worst. Like
I
What
as
does
a
don't.
mod, it's
Rapidash
good,
and
but I
Clefairy
genuinely
do
think
on
it's
this
like one of the
team?
worst megas you can pick up. Cause like, why don't you just get regular Titar? Genuinely.
Well, Fran,
'Cause
I
it
do
costs
feel like
more
you
points.
you do always say that you hate Titar's design, so maybe there's some bias. I don't know.
Okay, no, like genuinely, I like just
Mega-
design. Bar the design, I still don't like Mega Titar in draft. I really don't.
I mean, it has more bulk, so we could do like Dragon Dance or Rock Polish setup easier for like sweeps. So it's more like offensively oriented instead of support oriented. But you know,
But I don't
Okay,
really
I
get
think
why
it
it's
too is
13
it
points
doesn't-
still though. I feel
It-
like
it
if you
doesn't
have
have
like
worth
Mega
it more.
Swampert in 11, why do you have Mega Tyranitar in 13?
I wanted
Weather
to put
setters
it
are
lower,
always
but
your tire.
like I was still like, it's probably a good mon anyway. But like,
If it sets
Yeah.
weather, it has to be tiered higher. Like that's just how it has to go in draft. Like you can't under tier weather, otherwise you get
Well,
punished really hard on drafts. For
well,
that.
yeah, you put it in like 11 with Swampert and Pelipper
Swampert doesn't
and
set weather.
Swampert
No,
is
it
for
doesn't,
a
but it's
user.
an
It's not a weather
abuser.
setter, so that's different though, Zo.
Yeah, but the thing is as a weather setter, it's a mega, so it can't extend the weather anyways.
Also,
Well, yeah,
how
but,
high
like,
is
exactly.
Ninetales again?
Huh?
Ninetales is like 5, isn't it?
I
I was
You know
gonna
what?
say.
think
Well,
it's
at least
pretty
people
low.
might. I thought people might actually fucking draft it if I put it in 5, but nope.
No, no,
The
no
only
No,
one
Sun
'cause
does it.
team
Sun
in this
is-
league is a Groudon.
Some
Is a
bad,
Groudon
some
team. Or
You know,
at
so
least
Ninetales is
no,
bad.
did
Did anybody pick up Groudon?
Wait, no, nobody even drafted Groudon. Never mind. That mon just didn't get
What the
drafted.
fuck?
Yeah, so Groudon's like the only good weathered team or only way you should ever build a Sun team is if Groudon is on the team. That's the only reason you should ever go Sun.
Yeah.
I mean,
Torkoal!
anyone who
Cool.
was
I
in
will accept no
BBDL,
Torkoal slander.
yeah, I used Torkoal in the BBDL tournament, did just fine.
Yeah, I love
Honestly-
Torkoal as a mon, not even just as a sunsetter. Torkoal has so many funny tricks.
Uncle Tom, that thing was fucking nasty. I loved it.
Well, like,
Something
other
I
than
love
that,
using
his
on
team-
Torkoal is eject pack overheat.
True.
Yeah,
I wanted to try and use that at some
I used
point.
a shell armor Torkoal with like iron defense and amnesia and rest, and I just walled most shit.
Why
that's
are we
awesome.
talking about
That's gross.
Torkoal?
Because
Because
we're
Bruh.
it's
talking
cool.
about weather.
Because it's
We were
cool.
talking about weather, Fran. We were talking about
I mean,
weather setters.
Why are we talking about
T-Star is there.
weather? Just fucking
Because of the
it's
T-Star.
There.
T-Star is the dark there. The other 31 darks you could have gone are Krug, Mega Gyarados. That's it, really. T-Star's there's mainly
Aloe
the
Persian would
dark
have been
that
better
you
on
want.
this team. You cannot convince me otherwise.
So
Hold on,
I actually wait, Mega
who
Gyarados is on the
unbound?
board.
Teton on the team.
Yeah, so
Why
here's
are you
the
that one?
last. I have
Hoopa
one
Unbound.
reason. Okay, I
What?
actually think Hoopa U would have been good. Yeah.
Yeah, who
Yeah.
you wouldn't have
Actually,
been
where's
on
his
this team. I don't
psychic?
know if
He
it
doesn't
would've
have
been-
a psychic
I don't like it
offensive
as the
mon,
only
so.
type on
Bronze-
any
oh, he
team
had
because Psychic
Bronzong.
Dark literally resists nothing.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't have to when you have like some of the best pivots in the meta.
I mean, that's
Yeah, Hoopa U
no,
would have gone dummy here.
You're gonna be in and out. Like this, the momentum's awesome here. I love it.
Yeah.
Genesect is nasty.
Yeah, Genesect
Yeah,
Coco is
Genesect-
such a threatening
Genesect
offensive
Genesect
core.
is really scary. I'm
Genesect
so glad
Palkia
somebody picked
Coco
up
is
that core.
amazing.
I love that.
I'm so glad.
Yeah.
that
What does
picked up-
Palkia
She picked up Palkia Genesect.
Well, I mean, a few of the mons are not here. Like, what does Rapidash do? Clefairy's your Wish Passer
Check
and your
Mega Scizor.
Well-
Check Mega Scizor. That's really
Clefairy's
all.
not Wish Passing.
That's about it. Yeah.
That's it. Rapidash is there to
I mean,
be.
doesn't Bronzong do that just fine?
I would have
knock
run like
off.
a Magmar.
No, knockoff.
I've heard they had a Bronzong. That's another one I had on my team. Dang.
Where is Magmar?
I really
in
like this
terms
team,
of
just
I
teams?
because
like
that.
the double
Magmar's-
steal with
Magmar's
Bronzong on
one.
this
I
team.
almost drafted it.
Magmar
Okay, so I
one.
just
That's
like-
a fucking.
Like, the
Oh,
only thing
I would have
don't
picked up
like about,
Magmar
like,
in that slot.
I don't.
Magmar's
think
super good for
Coco
what it
Lucha- I
is.
don't think Coco
Honestly,
Lucha's
yeah.
numbers, honestly, I
Flame
genuinely
Body
don't.
busted.
I mean, after using that
Yeah.
team that's similar to this that had Coco Lucha, I agree. It has like 2 matchups, but
Oh, I hate
Coco's the
Lucha.
worst
Yeah.
thing in the world.
Yeah,
Lucha
Coco
in
Lucha's
general
pretty
is like just
underwhelming.
not a very good mon.
It's one of those-
I-
It's one of those
again,
ladder
I
things that you're gonna
genuinely-
want more.
Isn't Conkeldurr still on the board? Like, honestly?
Just
Yo,
run
big
Scarf
Conk. I honestly
Lucha.
think
Just
Conk
don't
Hill-
worry about it.
Yeah,
Yeah, Conk is
both
awesome.
Buzzwole and
Conk,
Conkeldurr are
awesome,
still on the
Conk.
board. I genuinely think both of them are better than Halucha. Like, drop the
Well, they
Mega
are.
T-Tar, get Aloe Persian, drop the Halucha, get Conk.
Yeah, you need a physical breaker here other than T-Tar. You don't really have a physical wall breaker. So Conk would be solid.
Conk
Snorlax?
would be
I
amazing
debated
here.
Genesect's pretty good.
Snorlax
Curse
needs
Lax?
setup. Yeah, it
Yeah,
can set up
yeah.
though.
Black has a setup. Lucha has a setup. Genesect can do ban in some situations.
Yeah.
Banded Rapidash.
Shut.
Genesect
No.
can do whatever it wants. Genesect-
I'm not
Blizzard, like
excited about
SD acrobatics sets?
Yeah, but that's not really a breaker. That's more of a setup threat, which, you know...
And
you
breaker
also
is, like,
lose a
immediate
defensive
offense.
bliss score for that.
But Palkia is good enough, honestly, for immediate offense. Like,
Yo,
genuinely,
physical
it's just
Palkia?
such a threat.
Yo,
Yo.
home
I mean, that's
Palkia?
not... Honestly, that's not out of the question. Like, physical Palkia
not
is
Physical
bad,
Coco?
by any means.
Coco has a better
Like, it has
base
a
attack
solid
than he
120
does special
base
attack.
attack stat, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it's base 120
What,
attack.
Coco?
Yeah,
Or
Fizz
Yeah,
Coco's
Coco.
solid.
Oh yeah,
Frisco,
Fizz
I love
Like
Coco is
some
also
Frisco.
Wild
good.
Charge, Roost,
Coco's
U-turn.
115. Huh?
What?
But yeah. But
Well,
yeah,
somebody asked the question.
overall, like, I
Oh.
don't know. I feel like this team has a lot of potential, but I don't really think the way it is right now it can really live up to it. Like,
Yeah,
this team could be a
absolutely.
lot
What's gonna end up
better,
happening with this
honestly.
team?
I
I think
just-
this team's gonna get exploited when it goes on defense because its defense is so passive that it can get set up on or subbed on, and then that can be a problem for this team to
And
deal
if this
with.
team was
Because
a
other
hyper
than
offense
Gliscor,
team, I wouldn't have a problem with that. But like,
Yeah.
you
Well,
know,
it's a Volt turn team. It's a Volt turn team.
it's a Volt turn
It
team,
is.
if anything. But it's a Volt turn team that has no like whose only like real breaker is fucking Palkia.
Yeah, that's true.
So I genuinely think that like if you got Kong, if you got Aloe Persian, which like you don't really struggle against dark like fucking psychic and dark types anyway. So like you have a Bronzong for the psychic types, which yeah is really passive, but
You have a Genesect for the Psychics and Darks.
also
You have
yeah you
Genesect,
have
yeah.
a fucking Genesect.
Fairies too.
Yeah, Clefairy exists, I guess.
I
Eh.
guess,
I'd
but like
up-
genuinely, I think
Well,
Aloe
you have
Persian
to-
would be
that's
better
your
on this
budget
team.
with
And if you
passive,
got
that's your
Kong
budget
Kelder, you
defensive
would not
failure.
struggle with dark types at all whatsoever.
I think
So
regular
genuinely, I
Kang
think
could
Kong would just
also
be
work on
better
this
on this
team.
team. And you have an extra point left, so I can just like
Mhm.
there is potential for a ton of upgrades here. Just like
True.
upgrade Halucha to Kong, downgrade Mega
Yeah, you make-
Tart for Aloe Persian, and just upgrade literally anything else after that.
Upgrade Clefairy, upgrade Rapidash, upgrade Primplop. Something like one of those budget
Yeah,
mons
something
that
like
are
that.
there.
One of those budget picks, so that you know that they can,
Vileplume.
so that they actually can get
Upgrade
some
your
level.
Yeah,
Firewater
Val-
I mean, Vileplume
Grass
can
Core.
be fine, but
You can just upgrade your Firewater Grass Core so it's more like Realmon someone's gonna actually respect during prep.
also this team has a really good Spiker and Gliscor now that it gets that in PLA.
No, that's very nasty.
So that also makes this team very threatening with all the Volt turn.
Yeah, it's got
So
good. It's got
actually,
like the
Gliscor having spikes on this team massively benefits this team.
Oh,
for sure.
100%.
Like I completely forgot about that until right now. So like just before anybody forgets, like Spike's Gliscor is genuinely such a threat here. But other than that, like I don't really know what to give this team, because if this team like just had all the upgrades that it needed, I genuinely think it would be I don't know. Like this team has potential for 8 out of 10, but right now I just think it's a 6.5.
Same. It's probably the lowest
Yeah.
of the teams I've seen so far. Just
Mhm.
doesn't jive with me.
I gotta do my own PRs.
Hmm?
Nothing, I was talking to myself.
Okay.
I think this team could definitely do better in practice than it looks, but it's gonna have to be piloted really well.
Oh yeah, definitely. But I
I
think
mean,
this
that's
team,
what was said about my team back when I back when I drafted something super similar to this. So yeah, fully agreed.
But if this team
Yeah.
had Kong Kelder, that just becomes immediately a lot easier because nothing switches in, and once
Mhm.
you break all of that, Genesect is free to clean up, Coco is very free to clean up, like Scarf
What?
Palkia if
Sorry.
you decide to bring
Forgot
that,
to
like
mute.
Bless
Kong
you.
Kelder honestly
Yeah.
just makes this team 100 times better, tenfold.
Absolutely.
Mr. Concrete Man.
Mr. Concrete.
Mr.
So
Chunky
yeah, right now I give it a
Conky.
6.5, but
Mr.
honestly, Iris, you just need to trade Halucha away for Kong Kelder. You don't need any more cleaners. You already have like some of the best cleaners in the meta.
I mean, I
Mhm.
guess they do have a flying type, so yeah, they're not losing too much on that.
Yeah,
You
I
really
mean,
aren't.
and the
And
thing
if
is,
you really want to
Coco
pick up a
loses is
fighting
kinda
flying
underwhelming.
type, just get Gapdos. That mon is still free.
Whoa.
But I
Yeah,
think-
oh, that mod is
Wow.
goaded.
But
That
I
mod would
think-
fit so well on
but
this
I-
team, actually. It would
But I
fit
think
so
Kong
well.
Kelder, I just think Kong Kelder is better on this team because you already have a ton of fast cleaners. But Gapdos is
Mhm.
definitely another option. I
Where
just
is
personally
it,
prefer
like,
Kong Kelder on this team.
comparatively?
I don't know. I believe Gaptos is 16 or 15.
It's 15.
It's
It's
15.
15. Okay.
And how much was Halucha?
12.
12. And Conk
It's
is
12 on the-
14, and Conk is 14, but you just drop like Megatita for Aloe
Clefairy.
Persian, is what I'm saying.
You got Clefairy.
Or
He
just
dropped-
drop the
he
Brain
dropped the
Plug
bottom
as well
three.
for like
Drop
a 2-pointer.
Rapidash, pick up Magmar.
Yeah,
True.
that's 9 points to work with.
That
Yeah.
too, like just like this is what I'm saying. Like you don't need most of these budget mons. You can upgrade one of those if you want. Like, if you really want to keep Mega T-Tar and prove me wrong, but like, you can definitely also
Yeah.
just drop T-Tar for Allo Persian because you don't really struggle
Mhm.
against Psychic or Dark types.
So why
Does
is
he have
Alloperson
Genesect?
still free and altered?
I don't know.
Because Iris originally got that, but then she dropped it.
Oh, noted.
Yeah, she dropped it for Mega
Oh.
T-Tar. I'm just telling her right now to drop it back for Allo Persian.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't like
cool.
Clefairy on this team. My only comment, I don't really like Clefairy that much because
Yeah.
Clefairy
Yeah.
as well
Yeah,
with
it
the
gets
fairy
very
type.
overwhelmed. Like, it gets even more overwhelmed than... Like, it just has the same problem as Clefable, but tenfold.
Well,
Mhm.
yeah.
Clefairy does
Anything
not
with
have bulk, and I don't think people realize that as much as they
It
should.
really
Yeah.
doesn't.
So
It's only good
I
because
ran
it's fairy.
Clefairy with Mega Audino last season specifically because I knew there would be like an Urshifu matchup where it
Somehow your
mattered.
Clefairy did better than Mega Autono last season. I
Yes,
genuinely
because
don't know
I have-
how.
I played Urshifu twice. That's what helped. So Clefairy got to show up against Urshifu twice and be effective in that matchup because Audino couldn't do that matchup the way it needed to happen. So that was the only time Clefairy made sense to me. When you have a good fairy like Coco who can even be bulky for that Urshifu matchup,
Yeah,
there's just not
Coco
a lot of-
dunks on Urshi.
Wait, y'all are wondering
Yeah.
what good fairy types are left. Fucking Primarina is still on the board.
Yo, what?
Eh, It's not
Yo.
a defensive fairy.
It's not
Yeah.
a defensive fairy, but it's a good
Nah.
fairy in general.
It's a
like-
good
It's a good
breaker,
fairy.
yeah.
I mean,
And that
drop the
honestly would
Primplop,
help
drop
this
the
team a lot.
Clefairy.
I honestly think this team
Drop
that would help this
the
team a lot. Like, just drop the
Palkia,
T-Tar. Like,
no.
if you can work with the points, like, I definitely recommend doing
I
that.
think we've
too.
been on this team for a while now. Can we just give it a ranking and move to the next one?
I said
Yeah.
6.5
Yeah.
already.
6.5.
6.5, yeah, that's fair.
Alright, let me
We
just...
are in agreement. The council agrees.
Evelyn is next. Ooh.
Unbiased 10 out of 10. Unbiased 10 out of 10.
Okay, Magirna, Lando T, Nidoking, Rotom Heat, Obstagoon, Ribombee, Alomomola, Celebi, Glastrier, Komala, Karkle, Megalodios.
Okay, this team gets a 10 out of 10 because there's a Karkle there, and Karkle is a god.
Karkle
yeah.
is a god, but this team is weird as hell.
This team is weird
Yes.
as fuck.
Yeah.
I like
I
this
am
team a lot. This
I mean, the
team is-
Ubers are a really nice pair.
Oh, I love Magirna, Megalodios.
Defensively.
I used that combo in Season 1. Like, I love that
Mhm.
core.
Oh, that's right. You did
It's
have.
a very solid feminine
Oh.
duo, and it's effective.
It's Sarah and Chloe. Sarah and Chloe coming back.
But like, Celebi's
Magearna
kind of
even
awkward.
gendered though?
Celebi's just,
I-
like, not a very good mon, honestly, in my opinion.
I don't hate it
Oh,
here.
oh,
So
oh, I can shit talk Celebi all day. Yes, sir. Hate Celebi.
Oh yeah.
Honestly,
Also,
like-
Kamala is ass.
Fuck you, Kron.
I mean, it's not
It can too,
ass,
really,
you
don't
know.
know.
I mean,
Shut
I
the
don't know
fuck
why
up,
you
Yeah,
hate it, though,
honestly, it
honestly.
really isn't. I used Kamala and I made finals with that thing, and it was honestly really good every time I brought it.
Was
I
it
have
know what
really
it
drafted
does,
Kamala
though.
3 times and it came once and did nothing. Like, I don't understand why anyone would ever draft it.
It's a Solid Wish supporter. It's immune to
Is it?
static. Yes.
It's tight. Its fucking stats are shit though. Like,
I mean, I guess, but it's not all it does. It has rapid spin, which is nice. It's slow, so it can pivot slowly with U-turn. And there was another thing that I forgot. Oh yeah,
You
it's immune
have-
to status. It can literally act as a grounded poison because it doesn't get affected by T-spikes.
but it doesn't
Well,
get
it
rid of
doesn't
the
clear the
T-spikes.
T-spikes.
Yeah,
it
so-
does spin.
you have
Until you
Celebi
spin.
as web
To be
status,
fair, this team has
so
a
who
really
cares?
fucking good grounded poison in Nidoking, so it wouldn't really need another one anyway.
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah,
saying what
Obs-
Kamala does. Yeah.
I still think
Obstagoon
it's,
is also
I still think it's
guts.
terrible, and you can't convince me otherwise. But that's okay.
Yeah,
Anyways,
that's fair. It's your opinion.
Yeah.
A lot of
So
his
what
teams
I
in the
like
air,
about
any
this
or their
team-
team.
So
whatever.
honestly, like Celebi
All of
is
the teams in
pretty
the air.
like Celebi is very awkward on
true.
this team. Alomomola is a passive piece of shit. Like,
I
literally
mean-
any other cleric would work better here. Like honestly, no, Licky Licky's taken. Never mind. Rip.
Okay, so
Just
I
pick up
like
that
Alola
Lickitung.
here because this team has reasonable bulk. Like Magearna, you can wish pass into. Landorus, you can wish pass into. Goon has bulk. Rotom Heat is fairly bulky. Latias is actually fucking bulky. So you can wish pass into all of those pretty well, and they can all slap for damage afterwards at full health.
Yeah,
So I
you
don't
can.
think
Like
Alola
Aloma Mola as a mon is pretty garbage, and I prefer literally any other cleric. But honestly, it
Yeah.
does its job well here.
So
It
what
does
this
its
Yeah,
team
job
has going
very well
for it,
here. Like I can't
this
deny
team has
if there's any team that chooses to like if there's any team here that Aloma Mola fits on, it's this one.
Yeah.
And so what works well with this team is that there's a lot of momentum. Magirna pivots, Landorus pivots, Rotom pivots, Goon pivots, Rabambi pivots, Celebi pivots, Komala pivots.
Yeah, Carco
So
pivot,
you
yes.
have
If
you have
only,
a
if
lot of
only.
momentum.
If
You have a
only.
lot of momentum, and things like Obstagoon and Nidoking and Latios can force your opponent to stack things every time they hit the field if they get in on the right thing. So
Yeah,
you
that's
can
true.
generate tons of momentum, or you could just go into the right pivot piece and pivot and get in with Magirna or Landorus and start your sweep set with like a Sword Stance on Landorus or the Shift Gear Combine stuff with Magirna. So you can create lots of opportunities for some of your pieces to sweep, or you can just go into your
Yeah.
breakers all the time because the team has really good breakers with the Nidoking, the Landorus, Polanios. All of those are stupid hard to switch into. Obstagoon can just KO things outright. So if Evelyn plays to that pivot momentum and works on getting the right pieces, then it just wins games constantly
Yeah.
because things get stacked. And there's enough bulk. It's not great bulk, but there's enough bulk with like Magirna, Alola Mola, Megalodios to hold the line until you get to those win cons.
Yeah, it's a very WinCon oriented build, but I think there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
WinCon oriented builds are my favorite types of builds, so I definitely like the concept of this team. It's just the mons on the team are very very awkward, but they definitely work on this team.
Yeah. I mean, I
It
don't
has a
like
lot of
Selby.
mons that don't traditionally have a niche and puts a niche on them for this team. Like last year doesn't traditionally work on most teams, and to be fair, it's one of this team's weakest pieces in my opinion.
I mean, it's just like a fat breaker, but it's not gonna come to a lot of games at all.
Yeah, but you already
I
have a
mean,
fat set of like you already have a fat breaker in Lando. You already have a good breaker in Nidoking. You already have like a
yeah,
good
but
breaker in
physical
Obstagoon.
breakers,
Like I don't really
in terms
think
of
Glacier
physical
has a
breakers,
job here.
No, Glacier is probably not going to see a single game all season just because it doesn't have a
Just
good spot
because
to
like the one
play.
reason you'd want to draft
eh,
Glacier is like for one the ice resist and two it can handle flyings. You already have Rotom Heat for both of those things.
So one thing I'm surprised no one's pointed out yet is the hazards are a little awkward on this team.
Definitely, definitely.
It's like
yeah,
Celebi is an awkward one. Lando, I mean, you can it, but you're kind of pigeonholed into a certain kind of Lando set, and then Carkol exists.
I use Nidoking. I use rocks on Nidoking regularly. That like it's the same case as Lando I, where it just forces so many switches that you're just free to set up rocks whenever you want.
Yeah.
I
And
don't I
like
don't
same
see
goes for Lando.
Nido.
So I like the rockers on this team, except for Celebi, which is just like you just get U-turn and
Zombies
you
just
lose to pretty much
garbage.
every single defogger. But it's definitely a mon that works. I've used that mon in mocks for other people before, and it's not bad. It's honestly not bad.
What, Celebi?
Yeah, Celebi. I don't think it's
Yeah, it's
good by
fair.
any means, but I don't think it's as garbage as people say it is.
I've used Celebi a couple times and I've hated it every single time. Like I genuinely despised it. Anything I tried to do, nope, just U-turn
I
from
mean,
anything random, gone.
that's fair, but I honestly think that you can overcome that on this team just because you have so many like strong
You can
U-turn
overcome it in
punishes.
general, but it's so annoying that like you have to play around something so common and simple and widespread as U-turn.
Yeah, that's
Like,
understandable, but
Have a
that's
at
the
nice
least
thing.
this
day.
team
Like,
does. At least
it's
this
very inconsistent
at
because of
least this
that.
team doesn't just lose to rain. Because honestly, like without like if that Megalodios gets chipped down, you genuinely have nothing for rain.
I mean, Alola Mola can generally sit
Yo, who
on
the
some
fuck
of
has
the
rain?
It
water
can, but it
sources.
doesn't do anything in return.
It
Yeah,
depends the
toxic.
set. Like
I mean, it can
it can
toxic, it can
toxic, it can
scald, I
run Rocky
guess.
Helmet, and just sit on some of the physical ones trying to click like water moves. So like Fish has a hard time unless it's banded breaking Alola Mola. So ah, there's not really. Is there even rain here? Like I don't think there's rain in this league. Is
There's no
there?
rain here.
So it's not going to be too big of an issue for it.
Yeah, yeah, that's fair. Again, you know, it's just like I'm just trying to judge this team like in a vacuum instead of like comparing it to like what. But to be fair, yeah, I probably shouldn't be. Anyway,
I
so
mean,
what do we
like I
give?
said, after
What do we
Como
give
and
this
Hardcore,
team? I give this team a 6.
I have more like
I give this team like a 6 as well, yeah.
So you're putting it on the lower end, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's not the
I
worst
mean,
team in
it's
the
not
world, but it could
bad.
be a
You
lot
know,
better.
there's worse teams coming up. I know that. Well, there's a worse team coming up, and I know that. But like,
Honestly, if I'm being honest, this is my second favorite team I've seen so far besides Hystericals. Like, this is a team I would enjoy piloting.
I would too, probably, kind of.
I think there's
I
enough
mean,
breakers. I think there's fun stuff with your Ubers, Core, and Magirna, Megalodios. I think you have reasonable enough bulk to hold the line, and then you have a lot of different breakers to play with, so your opponents have a hard time answering. And then you have webs to work with, which is pretty huge for both Landers and Magirna and Obstagoon. All enjoy having that webs played
okay.
well.
Quick
True.
note, I'm gonna leave for a bit. I have a game. I'll be back when it's
alright.
done.
good luck.
All right.
Oh,
Yeah, that's definitely fair. You know, I just don't
Okay.
feel as strongly about this team as the others, honestly.
Yeah, we're only a
But
quarter
I
into
can
the
definitely
power
understand. Like,
rankings.
I can definitely see this team succeeding. And you know, Evelyn, if you're if you can prove me wrong, then you know I'll gladly be proven wrong.
Oh my god, we spent an hour on 8 teams, I just realized.
Yeah.
I've been.
We should... How about a lightning round?
I mean, I wouldn't lightning round for the rest of the teams. Yeah, no, but you know, we can do. Oh wait, oops, that's the wrong team.
Yeah,
We can
lightning
speed
round
up
for
a
Next
little
24
up is
teams.
Lowie's team. This team's gonna definitely be a lot quicker to go over because this team is just fundamentally amazing, in my opinion. Honestly, this is like one of my favorite teams so far. Mewtwo, Mega
Ursaring,
Diancie,
10 out of 10.
Zygarde 50, Skarmory, Vaporeon, Vikavolt, Mamoswine, Scrafty, Tsarina, Eviolite, Ursaring, and Chandelure.
Yeah, this team bussin'.
This
Like,
team
that's
is so
it. It's just
good.
good.
This team is just good, genuinely. Like, it's the fact that the only rock resist is Scrafty is a little rough, but that's about it.
Armory is
Yeah,
basically a
Zygarde.
rock
What are you talking
resist.
about?
Also
yeah,
Zygarde,
Zygarde's
yeah.
basically. Oh wait,
Like-
wait, why isn't Zygarde showing up here as a rock resist? That's weird.
It has no typing on the dock.
Oh, it has no
That's cool.
typing. What the fuck?
Or
It
stats.
doesn't exist.
Oh wait, my bad. Okay, I just need to make a copy of like just fucking. Okay, yeah, I'll fix that later. Just talk about the team while I fix it.
Talk.
Webs is
Uh,
cool. You got good offense, good setup, good braking, good cleaning. I don't know,
Ursaring,
dude.
Just
Ursaring
has
is
good
the
everything,
best.
honestly. I just love
My
what this team is.
my qualm with this team and what I think they're going to struggle with is that they have not a lot of momentum to get Mewtwo and Mega Diancie on the field safely, which
That
is
is
what
true.
those two mons love to have, especially Mega Diancie, who has no bulk really. And if Mega Diancie can't switch in safely, it struggles to pop off. And then Mewtwo doesn't want to eat unnecessary chip. It wants to be able to come in safely or relatively safely to spam its attacks or get that free nasty plot turn. And so other than Vaporeon and Vikavolt, kind of Serena a little bit. Serena doesn't see too much action though. You're not getting those safe entries unless you're doing doubles or hard calling, switch outs, things like that.
That's
so
fair.
it could lead to issues where some of your better mons don't get enough free entries, and that's your win con. Your win con is getting Mewtwo on the field as many times as possible. And
This-
if you can't generate enough of those, it just falls apart.
I
This
do
is a-
see another. I see a really big weakness here too. Speed tiers are not very balanced.
You know, you're trying to rely on
Speeders are also really rough.
Eh,
You only
I mean, it's a get from
they're
hit
fine.
100s with
Diancie
two
to
bonds,
Zygarde,
and one of
but
them
other
is
than that,
locked
they're
into a
good.
choice scarf.
It's
Yeah,
just-
but the thing is you're not gonna run scarf like you're gonna run scarf on Mamoswine Chandelure maybe, but that's about it. Everything else, if they have a good scarfer, they're gonna outspeed you and they're gonna be able to hit your mons. Mewtwo's not gonna run a scarf like almost ever.
yeah.
No.
Zygarde's
You
not
take
gonna run a
advantage
scarf
of a
'cause it doesn't
lot
have
of
enough power.
scarfers.
Yeah,
Like, Vape and Scarf can swap into a lot of scarfers, though.
Mhm.
yeah, but if they have momentum,
Yeah, if it's U-turners, things like that, then
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
you're gonna...
This team also doesn't have
also
a lot of
both
momentum.
of those.
Well, it has good enough
Yeah.
momentum, but it's not exactly like good.
Both Vaporeon and Skarm are weak to electric too, so that can also be kept in mind. I mean, there's 2 ground types to deal with that, but
But
I
you
Volt
think
know,
Beam is really tough. Like Volt Beam is common in Ubers because a lot of dragons and
A
psychics are
lot of
in the
dragons
top
get Bolt Beam,
tiers.
yeah.
most arcs can just run Bolt Beam instead of their stabs. Yeah.
Yeah, and
yeah,
so
and that
you don't have
hits
the
that
defense to
core
switch it
really
on.
hard.
I think this is one of the teams that could benefit from Persian over Scrafty and then like a different low point fighting.
So basically, everybody should just fight over Elo Persian.
It's a good mon.
It's
I
a
drafted
good
it for a
mon,
reason.
yeah. I generally think
is.
it's a good mon.
Parting Shot, I hate it. I hate it a lot, but I know it's good.
You could replace Mamo with like Conk if you wanted, because like Sep said, like a better fighter would be good with Mewtwo.
Actually, I like Mammo on this team. I don't like Chandelure as like the base 80 speed
I
because
also
Mewtwo is just a better special attacker that you want to put on the field. Like you don't usually want to send Chandelure on the field. You just want to put Mewtwo on the field because Mewtwo has Flamethrower, it has Shadow Ball, it has busted stats. So Chandelure isn't usually the mon you want to send on the field. If you're sending him on the field, you want it to be Mewtwo as a special attacker.
Yeah, that's
So I see
valid.
Chandelure.
Yeah,
I
that's
see
definitely
Chandelure not
valid.
seeing a lot. I don't see it seeing a lot of games because it's just redundant to what Mewtwo wants to do, and Mewtwo does it obviously 1,000 times better.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't really like Shandy that much anyway, so yeah.
No,
Oh, I
I
love
know
Shindy,
Free, like
but that it's definitely fair to like say that because Mewtwo.
I'd keep Mammal here too because just 2 ground types never hurts. They don't share weaknesses, so it doesn't really matter in that
they're,
department.
they're
Mewtwo
different
And
especially,
having
roles.
yeah.
stab ice shard is really nice for being able to just insurance,
Yeah,
That's fair.
a just in case kind of.
I think having priority ice moves, and I ran, I ran Mega Glalie last season for Ubers. Like I think having priority ice is huge in Uber's format because so many dragons sit at the top tiers. Just to be able to smack those and stop them from sweeping is really, really big. So Mammo's
Yeah.
How many of those dragons are ice weak though?
And how many of those resist earthquake?
I mean, true. Yeah, the ones. I mean, that's just Mamo coverage for you. Ice ground is nutty.
Yeah.
Ice ground is just
Yeah.
like impossible to switch into.
If you're not one of the 2 Rotom
Wait till we get
forms,
to Ice Dark.
you're probably in trouble.
I mean, even the Rotom forms don't want to eat a superpower.
They can. Like, I mean,
They can, but they don't
Well,
want
I'm
to, thanks to their lack of recovery, and those are really easy to wear down.
Just
So-
pain split on the Manda. You know?
I just say, well, that's the thing is you pain split on Mammo because Mammo actually has busted HP. Like, it's like a high HP stat. So
Yeah, that's fair.
Rotom can wall it. I mean, Rotom Wash specifically. Rotom Heat can struggle with Stone Edge spam on predicts.
Mhm.
But
And knock
Yeah,
off,
maybe
and just knock off to knock off its boots.
Then just bring
Exactly.
freeze dry forehead.
I mean, it's not unreasonable. I've seen
Alright.
freeze drive Mammo specifically for Rotom Wash, so
Other
it's not
than that,
unheard
though,
of.
I like Vikavolt to break waters. I like
Yeah.
the removal on this team is a bit lackluster thanks to it only being Skarm, Tsarina, and you want to use Skarm as a spiker, not as your removal.
Diancie does pressure a lot of
But
setters though.
Diancie, yeah, but I was about to say like Diancie just has magic bounce, so it relieves a lot of pressure from any just from any removal options in general.
To a degree, the issue with Diancie is it has
It's just-
to mega, and this team
Yeah,
doesn't
true.
handle hazards well once they're on. So if you lead a hazard setter and this team doesn't lead Mega Diancie, then you're gonna have to be fighting hazards on your field pretty early on.
It's like this
Yeah.
team doesn't have a good disadvantage state, basically.
Basically, if we want to use Smash terms, yes.
Yes.
Don't mind me playing Smash right now while we're doing this.
I'm
yeah.
playing
PR.
Xenoblade 2 right now.
All right,
nice.
well. All right,
should be doing
well,
homework, but fuck
overall,
that.
this team, like, I love its offense. I love just a lot
Ah.
of things about it. Like, if you look deeper into it, it's not as scary as you'd think it'd be. But honestly, it's still really fucking scary.
When this team is on offense, it's really, really hard to deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just when this team is trying to get out of neutral and back on offense, I think that's where it's going to struggle the most. But once it's on offense, especially as a revenge killing team, it's going to be busted because everything can smack, or like half the team can smack.
You
So,
know, it's like
I see
Mewtwo
this
and
team-
Smash. This team it has Mewtwo, and it's literally like Mewtwo and Smash Brothers. Amazing advantage, horrible disadvantage.
Yes.
Don't hit the tail, yeah.
Just don't hit the
Yeah.
tail. Just don't let the tail get hit.
Yeah, same thing.
Anyway,
All right.
yeah.
Next team?
So overall, it's like a 7 in my opinion. 7.5. Next team. Oh yeah, this is the team
Is
that
that
picked up
Eveltal?
Eveltal. It's the Eveltal team. Finally ran into it, which it should have been a long time ago, but whatever.
Oh my god, this team has no
Eveltal,
speed.
Eveltal, Mega Gallade, Rotomwash, Sylveon, Nidoqueen, Licky Licky, Stakataka, Mantine, Tangrowth, Galarian Corsola, Cryogonal, Magmortar.
Where's the speed?
Dude,
Dude,
it's
this
really
team
not there.
awkward as hell.
Yeah.
This team's
No
fastest
speed, no
speed
pivots.
is Mega Gallade. I mean, Sylveon works fine as a pivot, and Rotomwash is like a good pivot. But other than that, yeah.
Rotom's like the only Scarfer though.
Yeah, I mean,
Like
you
Magmortar, maybe?
Scarf good. Scarf Eveltal's good, but other than that,
Are you gonna run Scarf Yveltal though?
Yeah,
Every week?
you do a lot.
You can run it once.
I run Scarf Yveltal a shit ton. Like Scarf Yveltal is just really good.
So, as a Yveltal team,
Oh, hi,
the
Kite. We're
first
talking
thing
about
I
your abandoned
see-
child.
Oh,
As
oh.
a Yveltal team, the first thing I see is that they don't have a great way of dealing with fat fairies, other than like Nidoqueen. But Nidoqueen doesn't always have great matchups, especially in Ubers. And
Yeah.
Stakataka, I think, is a bad Pokemon, more or less. So it's going to have a hard time breaking some of the fatter fairies in the meta. Things like Clefable. At least this team did take Sylveon, which is huge. It took one of the ones off the market. But some of the other fat fairies are going to be annoying for Yveltal and Mega Gallade, for that matter. Two mons that need to get through the fat fairies. And this team doesn't have a great fairy pressure piece other than Nidoqueen, who doesn't always vibe.
And Stakataka. Honestly, that mon's underrated as fuck. I like.
What up? Whose team are we looking at?
Robopups.
Okay. Thank you.
Ironically enough, what does this team do to Xerneas?
Max attack to
Nothing.
Stakataka.
That mon did not get crafted
Nidoqueen?
and altered.
What? Damn.
What?
Wow.
Wait, which one?
Wild. Xerneas.
This team is lucky there's no
Whoa.
Xerneas running around, because this team just loses to Xerneas. Like,
Yeah.
The
outright.
deer is
Does,
trash.
yeah. Like,
I feel like the deer
unless
in
Focus
Draft
Blast misses
is-
against Stakataka and it just gets gyro balled, but
I think he just gets 2 KO by Moonblast unless it's AV. So, like, you can't even switch in with Stakataka.
Is Stakataka? I think Stakataka's Spadef is not bad. Like, it has 101.
Yeah,
It's
there's
not
stuff.
great, but
Nidoqueens.
HP is also low.
Yeah,
Like,
61
I would
HP.
imagine the calc is bad. Like, we're talking, like,
Um,
yeah, I think a Moonblast probably 2 KOs unless you're, like, AV or very Spadef heavy.
So the other stack up problem is that Trick Room, it's only Stakataka is the only Trick Room user here. Like nothing else wants
Yeah.
Trick Room.
Yeah.
Like Magmortar, I guess, but it's kind of almost too fast for Trick Room.
Yeah, it's too
Yeah.
fast for Trick Room. Same with Nidoqueen. So yeah, that's understandable, but like it doesn't even need Trick Room for it to function.
Unless you're going Sword Stance Licky Licky Sweep, which would be kind of hype.
Yo,
That
belly
would
drum
be-
with
Hey, I say you belly drum your
Yo,
Licky Licky.
Xerneas is trash.
Kite, no.
Look at
no,
this calc.
Okay, we are not
Look at
having
this calc.
conversation.
Tell me
We are
I'm
not
not
using
wrong.
this conversation right now.
Shut up, Kite. No.
Also,
Honestly-
wait, Senta has a
honestly-
point actually. Xerneas, even if Moonblast doesn't do a KO, that shit just runs close combat anyway.
Exactly.
might
It
not-
doesn't need Focus Blast.
That might not one shot Loki. I mean, it's
It
Stack
doesn't,
Attack.
It
doesn't, but it 2-hit KOs pretty damn easily.
And then
The
Stacko when
point-
it is.
yeah.
Who is
larger
landing
point is
2
that
focus
Stack
blasts in a
Attack
row? Who?
Nobody.
Stack
This
is a check.
guy.
It's not a counter.
So I think we're also just spending too much time on a hypothetical that doesn't even exist. Anyways,
Hey, I don't know how it doesn't.
Anyway,
exist.
the
It
rest
should
of this
exist.
team, the rest of this team though is really fucking scary.
why is Mantine here?
I
Water
mean,
resist?
Okay, I'm back.
ground immunity. See here for the ground
Water
immunity and the
immunity.
defog.
Ground immunity, good defogger.
Ground immunity,
honestly, you don't
defog,
really need-
Oh, it's
Rotom
just-
Wash.
Moss.
Rotom
Rotom Wash
Wash.
2.
It's Water Mosh
So-
Electric
Yeah,
Boogaloo.
but
And
Rotom
I
Wash
like
doesn't
it.
get
Like,
recovery.
doesn't
Mantine
have-
does.
Pain
This team doesn't
split?
have enough
Yeah, and
playmakers. That's
Rotom.
literally
Sorry,
I
Mantine's
didn't miss
weak to
anything
the-
besides the Mewtwo team, right?
May
Does
have
pain
more
split not
reliable
count for recovery?
I mean,
Well,
Pain
Manton
Split,
has
I
more
guess.
reliable coverage.
Pain Split, Rotom is like the only thing, but you know that's.
I mean,
Oh yeah,
big
also
health
Galarian
Uber.
Corsola is bad.
Yeah,
True.
I
Yeah.
agree.
It's
I agree.
Okay,
I
I'll
like-
say this. I understand the take, but I think it's better in Uber than in Standard.
At 5 points, I mean, who really cares?
I'd rather have
Yeah.
Dusclops, is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
So
I guess
Then you
this
can
is
pressure
interesting.
stall.
I guess
My
my only thing
opinion-
is that Galarian Coastline gets rocks, which is why
I
he's
also
really
just
good,
love
but, yeah.
Dusclops a lot.
Yeah, actually,
Yeah,
if he didn't have,
again,
if
all
there
is
was no
completely fair.
Corsola here, if no Corsola, there's not really a solid rocker. Like,
But is
we're not
Corsola?
getting
How
I
many
mean,
games
Stack
are you
Attack
bringing
and
Corsola
Nidoking are
to?
good. Stack Attack
Uh,
and
as
Nidoking
many
are
as
very
you
good.
want
specific
good
matchup, but,
rocks
like,
and not putting them on
It
Nido
was
Queen.
like a lot of the Mewtwo's, believe it or not. Like it doesn't well why, but the other two, they have a really hard time against Corsola.
TM
And this is a
Corsola is
really psychic heavy
low key.
format, so
I mean, Nasty Plot. I mean, taunt. It can just taunt, recover. Nasty Plot, Side Strike. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, that's
Don't
fair. But
think
then you
about
know,
it too much.
but then you're like running out of coverage for fucking other shit.
I mean, again, yeah. There's the
You know,
Yveltal
like,
here,
you
but like,
force the prep. Like, yeah, you prevent Corsola.
it does
from
force
being
prep,
counter,
sure. It forces prep.
But it, you know, it prevents
So
the Mewtwo from being like, you know, any other set. Like you have to run taunt, and so you can't just run Nasty Plot 3 attacks, which is what Mewtwo really likes. Just abusing
that's
as
much
much of its
outable.
coverage at +2 as it can. Don't get me
Am I
wrong,
really the
taunt
only one who
Nasty
doesn't
Plot
enjoy
or
Nasty
even
Plot
taunt Calm
Mewtwo?
Mind is really good, but
I always prefer just like bulky Mewtwo sets. I don't know. That's probably just me.
anyway. So what are we giving this team?
So I do want to mention that this team has not a lot of offensive pieces. Basically, it's Yveltal and Mega Gallade, and then occasionally Nido Queen and Stack Attacka. And then it's like 6 defensive leaning mons that maybe can go on offense, but they aren't really great offensive pieces.
I mean,
and
Yveltal
Ubers.
Mega Gallade is honestly enough for prep. Honestly,
That
So is Sylveon.
Enough to prep for, too.
varies.
Yeah, and this team has tank growth, so
God damn it, Orin.
oh my fucking god, Orin.
So in
Bias
theory,
lab,
yes, it's enough to prep for. But if one of those goes down early to like a berry counterplay or something like that, if you lose one of them early, then how do you break your opponent's team when you're down?
Yeah, that's like the
one
same problem I have with that other team. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Spec
Uh,
Sylveon is also good, honestly. Nick on this team.
I mean, it's okay, but if
Like,
like
the fact that
if
you
they
have
have
Licky
a fast
Licky
special
does
wall-
like it relieves a lot of pressure for Sylveon from running its classic fucking cleric set. So so Sylveon's just allowed to honestly run Specs and Calm Mind a lot more than it would on other teams. Like, people always see Sylveon as like only a fat fairy, but that mon genuinely can go offensive a lot of matchups.
it can. But in Ubers, it's like one of the few fairies that actually has insane speed depth, so it can like actually stand up to dragons.
Yeah, that's fair.
Cool.
All right, cool. So what are we giving this team?
I mean, just looking at it on paper, I wasn't here for most of the covering, but I like it. It looks really good.
I like it. It's just very like it's held back by the fact that Galate's the only fastest mon, and you know the lack of other breakers besides the first 2 mons. But other than that, it's like really good. So I give it like a 7, probably.
I think I'll give it a 7. Yeah. I
Aw,
mean,
shit, I haven't had music on for the whole
me with my
stream.
garbage biases, I probably would have preferred if they got a better electric than Rotom Wash, but that's just me.
Rotom Wash is fantastic. What are you talking about?
I don't like it personally. Again, it's
yeah,
a personal
Rotom.
thing. It's a
Orin
personal
doesn't like
thing.
any of the Rotoms, by the way. I should probably mention that.
Besides the
Okay.
regular one, I love the
That's one of the
electric
worst
aspect
takes
of
I've
it.
ever heard.
Yeah.
Again, it's
Yeah,
a personal
that's-
thing.
you know,
I acknowledge
that's-
they're good. I just don't
That's
like
Orin.
them.
You know, Orin has just
Yeah,
has
but you can
really
be
bad
personally
takes.
wrong. I mean,
Again, it's a personal take. It's not. I'm not saying
The
Rotom
wrong
is bad.
take.
Rotom is good. I just don't like it.
Understandable.
if
Have
you're
a
not
nice
gonna play
day.
him on, you're not gonna play him on. It's whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck.
You'll
No,
be
it's not like
wrong,
Zero
but-
Aura level where I'm just like Zera's bad. No, Rotom I acknowledge it's good.
So what electrics do you like?
Raikou.
Oh god damn it!
Oh.
All right, moving on.
Damn.
Tapu Koko's there.
Moving
Oko,
on.
Zapdos, Raikou, yeah.
Alright, I
Let's
finally
move
put
on.
on Mew more. There we go.
What about a Molga?
Next
The
up.
Molga's better than Zero Aura.
Oh.
Can't confirm that.
The team, Jordan's team, Arcwater,
Electrode!
Mega
That's a good
Victini,
electric type. Thank
Ferrothorn,
you.
Ditto, Haxorus, Muckalolan, Shuckle, Chansey, Donphan, Electrode, Squirtle. This team has no ground resist.
Who cares?
It has Arceus
Wait,
Water. That's a ground resist.
You know what? He'll fight Bulu one week and that'll be good enough.
Oh, this
Yeah.
team weird as hell.
This
It
team
is.
weird.
I mean, it's Jordan.
I like
Jordan
the
is like a
first
really
three
new
Mons and
player.
then
He's
Ditto.
not.
This team has no.
He's not
fight-
very
this team's
experienced
only
with
fighting
drafting, at
resist
least.
is Mega Mall is Victini.
Okay, I just want to say one thing. How do you go from 150 to 120 to 100 to 97 to 50? What?
That's kind of awful.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that alone might just put this team at the bottom of the barrel. Like,
It's-
no joke.
I mean, not that alone. Like, that's a really big issue. No ground resist is a really big issue. Victini is the only ground resist is a really big issue. Like,
I mean, fighting.
this
But
team,
listen,
again,
Fighting,
this
not
fighting
ground.
resist
Ground,
is
that's
only Victini. Like, that's
It
a really
has-
big issue. Like, this team just has really big issues. Also,
It
the
has a
removal on
very-
this team. The removal on this team is Arc Water, Donphan, and Squirtle.
Squirtle, my dude.
Yo,
Oh my
Squirtle
God.
kind of go dummy.
Squirtle nutty,
It's gonna
Squirtle.
go dummy, but like, it needs help going
that-
dummy. It's not going dummy like this.
Nah, if
The
that
team at
thing
least
gets
sets hazard well. Like it's a really good hazard setting, for all that that's worth. So it can play the hazard game back, which is something.
yeah, but the thing is, if that Squirtle gets a kill this season, I am going like that person just
If
wins.
shows up in a game that's
Yeah, no.
Oh,
Whoever
throw versus
whoever-
Squirtle, you got it.
Whoever has something die to Squirtle, I will like fucking. I want to slap him in the face. I would
Just
wanna
a
slap him
warning.
in the face, just
I'm
like-
gonna bring Meganium just for that Squirtle.
It has
I'm gonna
counter
throw
and
it to
mirror
that
code.
Squirtle.
Keep
Oh
that
my
in
god,
mind.
no.
It does.
my
It
God.
also has base 44
I mean, knowing
HP.
Jordan, that's something he would run, honestly.
Knowing
Hey,
Jordan,
who's ready
like,
to throw?
he
Offensive.
already uses Smeargle weirdly enough. Like, what the fuck is he gonna do with
Offensive Smeargle.
Squirtle?
He almost gave up playoffs to get a kill with a Delibird.
Hey,
Yo,
respect.
bait.
Mad respect.
Respect,
God
respect.
damn it.
Deli bait.
Anyway, so this team has
Delibase.
so this team has horrible
Delibase.
hazard removal, but honestly, it has really good hazards. It has a really good hazard stack.
Bad pivoting,
It
though.
has like
Chuckle.
it has Arc Water, which you know, like you're not bringing rocks on that thing that much, but like it has Ferrothorn, it has Donphan, it has Chansey, and Ferrothorn also has.
Put some
Spikes.
respect on Shuckle.
And then yeah, Shuckle. I was gonna mention that for webs.
Infestation goes crazy too.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah,
I don't know
this
if
team's
I'd ever say
momentum is a
infestation
bit
is
but
crazy,
also this
but-
team's momentum for a Mega Mawile team is really lackluster. Like Victini.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mega Wild not getting
Like
lots
the
of
only
chances.
momentum here is Electrode, Victini, and Chansey, and I guess
And Squirtle.
I guess.
And Squirtle.
Squirtle the goat.
Yeah, like knowing Jordan, he's gonna carry that Squirtle to so many games. Oh my god.
damn it. You know, like I hate it because because it's true. Like he's actually gonna bring that shit.
That ground
As he
matchup
should.
really is bad though.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
team defensively is garbage. Offensively, it's pretty good. but
Yeah, I'm giving this team like a 4.5. This team
got
is
bulk.
not good.
This team's just a
It's
4.
got bulk, but it's just. It kind of feels weird that it comes out at the end not having any extra points.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
should
yeah.
feel higher.
I overpriced the fuck out of Ditto. I'm not gonna lie.
Nah, you really didn't for
No,
Ubers.
you did not.
Ditto for Ubers
No,
can't be overpriced, to be honest.
No,
like Ditto,
it cannot. Like
Look at
12
Ditto,
is like
look at 12.
perfect where I'd put it.
Like,
Alright.
he doesn't really even use Ditto that well for this team.
Yeah, I mean,
IMO.
this is, like, I mean,
Yeah,
I
like what's he
guess
defending
you-
against?
I don't know.
Everything kills him.
It prevents anti-setup for like Arc Water, because you know you're not really gonna have that many setup battles with other Arceus forms. Like Ditto honestly
Yeah.
helps with other Arceus forms a lot, but that's about it. Like this seems just a
Arc-
3.5.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
I think this team would have been a lot better if Arceus Psychic. Just saying.
Yeah.
God damn
Yeah.
it, Dozo.
Am I wrong though?
Arc
Yeah, I
water
mean,
is
you're-
good though.
You kind of are, because like I like Arc Water. I like the start of this team a lot. I love Arc Water, Mega Maw, Victini. I just don't
Yeah,
like
I
First
finally
five
try
are
Arc
good.
Water
I just
myself in
really
another
don't like
league.
the rest
Really
of the team
excited.
afterwards.
It's a good
I-
start and then it falls apart almost immediately. After
The
the
reason I
first
say Arc Psychic is because, first of all, it takes care of some of the fighting weakness, and so it pairs better with Ferrothorn and with Chansey.
Well, you don't want Pharaoh. I mean, I guess you want Chansey, but you don't want Pharaoh on this team. Like, Tank Growth legitimately would be better on this team.
Of course, you're saying that on Jordan's
Tangrowth is
team.
taken. Tangrowth is taken,
I
so
know
it's not
Tank
really an
Growth is
option.
taken, but I'm saying, like, when he actually started drafting this shit.
Okay, maybe he should just pick up Meganium then, right?
No,
Damn it.
no,
Yeah.
don't, no, never say
Anyway,
that again, please.
Anyway, like,
Yes.
onto, like,
My
let's
OCD
stop-
is gonna
let's stop
lose itself.
roasting
I'm not
David.
wrong.
He's had enough.
Next team.
Next up is
None of
Joshua.
that team.
Wait,
Mega
did we
Mewtwo X,
rate that
Zapdos,
team?
Scizor,
Okay.
Weezing, Kyurem, Incineroar, Perfection, Audino, Mudsdale, Lycandusk,
God.
Milotic,
Lycandusk.
and Goldgeist.
Then
Oh, I
Light
love
and
this
Dusk is
team.
bad.
This team's amazing.
What?
This
Should've
team is
gotten Mewtwo?
goated.
Like it does
Should've
is
gotten-
totally fine.
I see no
Like,
problems
this
with
team's
Lycandusk.
really good. It has the same
It does
issue as
no
the other.
damage.
It has the same
No
issue as the other
magic
Mewtwo
damage.
team with the speed tiers going from 130 to 110. And
It's
it goes
more
from,
gradual
and it goes
here.
from Milotic at 81 to Scizor at 65. But other than that, like, this team's just really, really solid.
That team's not like Milo doesn't invest in speed enough. Like the base 80s can still go adamant.
Okay, actually, friend, here's where you're wrong. Gorgeist actually has the 84 speed tier, so that's
Mhm.
something.
I mean, that's,
And
It also
Twitch
has
and
the 60
Poltergeist goes
that's
crazy.
something.
It
But
also-
are you kidding me? Are people really gonna respect Gorgeist's speed tier?
They
Yeah.
should. I know what
You
Gorgeist
should.
love.
You should.
No joke.
No. I mean,
Mainly because one of them's 69. So
Oh,
I've seen Gorgeist absolutely
But yeah,
terrorize
this
in
team's
some
just
leagues.
really, really good. Honestly,
In Uber
but,
specifically.
like it has like okay speed tiers.
kind of mid hazards, like kind of bad hazards.
I mean,
Yeah,
Mudsdale's
hazards are not
good-
great,
Mudsdale
besides
is
Mudsdale.
a bit reliable, but yeah, I get where you're coming from. And
The
then
removal
yeah,
is really good, though.
like
Scizor,
Lycandusk
Weezing,
is like an
Zapdos is
okay
really good.
rocker. It's just like you want to run coverage for everything else most of the time.
His momentum isn't too bad either.
Oh yeah,
Like,
momentum
starting
is
for
good.
instant.
Zapdos, Incineroar, Scizor, Milotic, and that's it. Actually.
Yeah, this is
Those are
legitimately
mine.
this is the
Teleport
team that out of
Mewtwo.
all of the teams so far, this is the team I would probably enjoy the most.
Oh yeah.
I will say also his priority is pretty great too.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
bullet punch,
Accelerock.
Scizor,
Accelerock, fake out Incineroar, Shadow Sneak, Gorgeist. Like you can do some stuff.
Bullet Punch Scizor, if we haven't covered that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
we
was the
did.
first thing I said.
Oh, okay.
You know, Kyurem goaded on the
I
sticks,
also,
by the
yeah,
way.
I love Kyurem on this team. Bulky
Yeah.
waters are not a thing for this team because just because of Kyurem.
Zapdos.
Yeah, it frees up Mewtwo to do a lot more. Because, like, you're not forced to run Thunder Punch a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, overall,
Maybe-
this team's really
maybe,
good.
like,
This is like
maybe
an
get one
easy
more
8 for
mod
me.
to take advantage of the point that you're not using, but other than that, this team's like
Go back to
really
Riku.
fucking
Go back to
solid.
Riku.
Like, I don't even know
Yeah.
what this team needs. This team is really good. Maybe like a decent rocker for one point.
Yeah.
Dodene.
Yeah.
But honestly,
Yeah,
I,
like,
and,
I
and,
think
you
this
know,
is a solid
and, you
eight.
know, this is also my favorite team because you know it has perfection, it has Audino.
Gee, I'm pretty sure that Smeargle's at one point, isn't it? Or is
It should not.
that would be.
Yeah,
should
but
not
like
be
it,
one.
it has Audino already. You know, we don't need another normal type.
So
Anyway.
Dunsparce.
Anyway,
That's a solid
overall,
rock.
I probably give this team an 8 out of 10, 8.5.
I'm gonna give it a 7.5.
Yeah, I would give it an
No, I'm
8.
wrong.
I feel like 8.5 is a bit much for a
without
team
my
that has
Audino
2
bias.
rockers.
With my Audino bias, obviously a 10 out of 10.
Okay, well, again, I would give this an 8. Like, this would be an 8.5 if this just had another decent rocker. I hate teams with 2 rockers.
That's fair.
Like this team is so good that like I'm still giving a very high ranking.
All right, well, on to the next team. Ooh, Kurapika's team. Arceus,
Kurapika
Dark,
always
Mega
drafts good
Scizor,
teams despite
Garchomp,
he says he
Blissey,
doesn't.
Toxapex, Deoxys Defense, Moltres, Gengar, Diancie, Tangela, Marshtomp.
You're
This is-
welcome, motherfuckers. This is my
Yeah.
child.
That's you.
This
Hey,
No.
Marshtomp came against me in a game yesterday, and that shit put in so much work. I hella respect it.
What one?
Marshtomp.
Marshtomp.
Oh, Marshtomp. Damn.
Yeah, in VGC by the way.
Oh,
Shit was
wow.
crazy.
I mean,
Like, 'cause I have a Sun
this
team
is
with Torkoal and
honestly-
Heatran,
This is the
and
best team we've had.
shit walled
This is
everything.
the best team we've had so far, honestly. The speed tiers are really good, except maybe for the gap from Moltres to Mega Scizor, but other than that,
Eh.
1975 is not bad.
yeah, no, it's really good. Like they're really good speed tiers. Defensively, do I need to say how good this team is defensively?
No, you don't.
Toxapex,
No.
Blissey,
Yeah, you really
I hate it.
DOD, Mega
Yes,
Scizor.
DOD Moltres.
This is the
Tangela.
type of thing I wouldn't draft even if everything was available to me.
This is the kind of thing I would adore to have,
This
and
is
kind
the
of tried to
thing-
go
this is
for,
the type
but
of
wasn't
draft
allowed
I
to have.
would
You're
love to
go to
use.
hell.
I fucking love this
Go to
team.
hell.
This is like hands down my favorite team so far.
Run sub Dragon Tail on Garchomp and then Hazard Sack with DOD and Pex.
Yeah, honestly, that just goes ham. That genuinely goes ham. The removal on this team is a bit lackluster since it's only Arc Dark, Moltres, Mega Scizor, but that's it.
Yeah.
That's like the only issue I have with this team. Like the pivots are
I mean,
the
Moltres
pivots
is
for as few as they are
more.
really good. Like Moltres, Mega Scizor, Blissey, DOD, and Baton Pass Diancie. That's enough. That's enough. You don't need anything else. That's literally enough. It's already some of the best pivoting in the game. Like genuinely.
My
Everything about this team I just
concern-
adore. This team is
What?
honestly a 9 out of 10, just in my personal opinion.
What's
Yeah,
your
Chris
concern?
said he doesn't know how to
bordering
draft.
on bordering on a 10 out of 10. Honestly.
My concern is piloting. This is a team that's going to require good piloting. I've seen people draft bulkier in other formats. If they don't know what they're doing with bulk, or if they're not well adjusted to it, they either get stubbed or taunted. This team doesn't have, for a bulky, stallier team, it doesn't have a mod to eat taunts. Like, there's no Mega
I mean,
Sableye,
Gengar.
there's nothing to
Gengar is a taunt.
kind of. Well, I mean, like, I'm saying, like, no, there's no defensive pieces you can switch in on taunt or subsets or toxic spam.
I mean,
you know, if it's a kind of a subset.
Diancie, honestly, that mon doesn't get recovery anyway. Like, it's a mon that comes in, tries to kill like, takes a hit, and then just tries to pivot out, or, like,
I
beats
saw
whatever
someone
it needs
sweep
to.
with
Like, you switch
Diancie.
into a dark type that taunts you, and then you're just Moonblast. And just
Also,
try to beat shit. Like, Diancie is not a traditional bulky fairy, because it's more offensive than defensive.
DOD can outspeed quite a few taunt users, like just naturally, because base
Also,
90.
yeah, DOD can outspeed shit before you get taunted yourself. Like you
But-
can taunt the taunter, and it can't taunt you.
Now, as
Yeah,
far as the
like-
pilot goes, like I don't know how. I have no fucking clue how good Kura is with bulk, but he seemed hyped for it, so we'll just have to
Yeah,
see.
that's the
Yeah,
thing. Is I've
this
seen
is a
people draft-
he's drafted a really similar team to this in another league, so this is like his style. He's gonna
Okay.
pilot it well, I think.
I've
No,
only ever
that's
seen him
good.
use rain, so I don't know anything.
No. Alright.
And again,
well,
this guy's
next
still a relatively
team-
new player. He's still figuring himself
Oh,
out.
next team is
know
Tiger.
what I
Aren't we all?
Tiger VGC. Arceus Electric, Zamazenta Crown, Weavile Latias, Heatran Blastoise, Amoonguss, Poltegeist,
Among Us?
Tiger, Wigglytuff, and Mega Arrow.
Honestly, I
Very
like this
good.
team besides Amoonguss because I just think Amoonguss is passive as fuck. But besides that,
This team's
Yeah.
really good, yeah.
So
I mean,
like,
don't sleep on Among Us.
Also, you know, I might
on.
be a bit biased because it has Arceus Electric, and you know that's like my favorite Uber of all time. But
Bolt Beam is dangerous.
yeah, I think there's not a single person in this club who doesn't like Arceus Electric.
Jerry
This is not wrong.
Seinfeld.
Hmm?
Huh?
That's
Jerry
what
Seinfeld
me and-
isn't.
that's what I name my Arcaleg.
Base.
Shout out to Lota, my boy.
Yeah, Amon is very based. I would argue this
Yeah.
is like a top 5 Arceus form in draft, honestly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
should have had Coco with it though. Would have been goaded.
Oh my God, Kron.
What?
Uh,
Anyway, Anyway, the speed tiers are honestly like not that bad except for Latios to Gligar.
110.85 uninvested is fucking awful.
Yeah.
But I mean, honestly, I would combine Blastoise and Wigglytuff in a Primarina. I think that'd be kind of cool.
Ooh,
Yeah, and they can do that too. They can do that.
However, Wigglytuff is a based Yveltal answer. I will say that.
Wigglytuff in general is based, honestly.
Yeah.
Pretty good team. I don't get Poltegeist. Poltegeist is weird, but otherwise,
I
good
mean,
team.
it's a good. Honestly, it's like another good setup. Like
Yeah,
another
good breakers,
setup
good cleaners, good bulk for the most part. Nothing to really complain about.
Yeah, maybe
not a fan.
maybe a little on the pivoting side of things, because you know it's just Gligar, Blastoise, and
Yeah, pivoting
Yeah.
is not great. Pivoting is not
Pivoting's-
great, actually.
Terrible, yeah.
I wouldn't say
But other than
terrible, but
that,
it's not
there's
great.
not really much to complain about. This is probably like the best team Tiger has drafted in this league. Oh wait, no, maybe the season 1 team was better, but other than that,
I was gonna say they had a pretty solid season 1 team from
yeah,
what I remember.
yeah, Tiger had a really good season 1 team, but like, I don't know. I think they're on par, honestly. Because you know the bulky water, the water on this team isn't Clawitzer this time, you know.
True.
Oh yeah, oh god.
But yeah,
Alright.
honestly, if I had to give this team a ranking, 8 out of 10, 8.5, like 8.5, something
Okay.
like that.
Call me crazy. Pachirisu could actually fit on this team.
Oh my fucking god, Evelyn, no, we are not.
There's a whole Arc Electric there. Why does he need a
Anyway.
Pachirisu?
Wait. You might be onto something.
Oh
I
my
am onto
God.
something.
Okay, let's rank the team and move on.
I kind of get you, Evelyn. I
It
get
has
it.
been
Okay.
2 hours. Let's try to get this over with.
Did we
Yeah.
mention anything about Weavile and how nice that is in Ubers?
No,
Also
but it is
Zim
very
Zam.
good. Like, you know, that's just a given. You know, it's kind of like how we didn't mention Mega Arrow at all because
Yeah, Mero's goated.
because it's just kind of a given of how good those mons are. Like, we don't really need to mention how good they
Yeah,
are because you know they're
Emero
just,
is
like,
one of my comfort
anybody
picks. I
who
love that
doesn't know
monster
how
so much.
good they are has not played in an Ubers draft league.
I have not played Mega Arrow in a draft league.
Mero's
Yeah.
busted. I love it. Very nutty.
Mega
I have
Arrow's
his magic.
much fun.
But yeah, next
150
Love that
speed,
Ooh,
I can agree.
Scorpion.
And I guess it gets dual wing beat, right?
Yeah.
Scorpion's team is
Yeah,
Zekrom,
so okay,
Ashgren, Rillaboom, Nihilego, Silvally, Mienshao, Hisuian Typhlosion, Comfey, Torn Eye, Suck,
Oh, so that's where the Mega
Steelix,
Steelix is.
Kangaskhan, Lantern. This team is very awkward, honestly. It's just
You
the
know what?
Disagree.
Torn Eye.
You know what?
Disagree.
I love it. I love this team, actually. Like,
I
I would
also
play
really
this
like
team.
it.
You've got Rillaboom with the grassy terrain that supports stuff like Zekrom. It supports Mega
Mega
Steelix.
Steelix as well.
It's just
like
nice for
that.
some
They
extra healing
really
on
support
Lantern.
Steelix. Like I
Like,
don't
I'm
know,
just
I
thinking
love-
about.
I love this team except for Tornai. Tornai is like the thing I really.
Oh
don't
my
like.
god, yes. Thank
Not-
you.
Tornai's fine here. What do you mean?
It's fine.
Tornai is just not a mon.
What?
I mean,
Tornai
it
exists,
does fill a
but
solid speed tier,
it's
and while
fine.
it doesn't show up on the dock, like it's a. I mean, I don't think it's a defogger, but you know, you have the option. I guess.
I mean, so like, one, incredible pivoting, like a bunch of U-turn users. Two, think about all of the things that counter Rillaboom. Togekiss, Mandibuzz, Skarmory, Corviknight, Zekrom obliterates them. You know?
Mhm.
Mhm.
So like, pretty much, that's a great pair right there. And then you just have like, you know, Mienshao and all of your fucking U-turn mons. Nihilego for hazards, Comfey for priority. Like, I really
Oh.
like this team a lot.
I love it for the Comfey and the Mega Steelix.
And
Yeah,
Kangaskhan is underrated.
Yeah,
Like, Kang is nice.
Kangaskhan is really good. Yeah, I definitely.
I don't
see
feel like
that.
Kang's underrated. I feel like Kang is that mon that everybody says is underrated but knows is good.
That's fair.
Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely
that's
amazing. I had it in the league.
Yeah, I
loved it.
used Kanga too. Kanga's really good. Legit.
Yeah.
Yeah, people need to run early bird rest on it more.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Yes, I love that
Yeah.
set.
And then, yeah, honestly, this team's just good. Like, Zekrom Ashgren Ninja is just a really good Uber core. Rillaboom supports them beautifully. Nihilego's a good special breaker so that you don't have to rely on Ashgren, which is a tier 2 mon until you get a kill with it, which isn't hard, but you know. It's definitely.
You say that like
struggles.
Bren is bad. Yeah.
Yeah, no, Gren is not bad. I'm not saying it is. It never was and it never will be.
My only thing about like the special offense from this team, these are not really breakers. These are all cleaners.
Yeah, it doesn't have a
Nihiligo's
special breaker.
Nihiligo's a breaker. I use Nihiligo as a breaker in BBL, and that is beautiful. I love Nihiligo.
Yeah, you gotta run like
Ubers
Meteor Beam to
is
break.
So good. And also, this team has a shit ton of pivoting. I love it.
Oh, that was the first thing I pointed out was how good the pivoting is. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, honestly, I give it like beside like the only thing I don't like is Torn Eye, but other than that, like I give this team a fucking 8 out of 10.
So here's like a fun tech I thought of with Tornai: Prankster Rain Dance into U-turn for Ashgren. Like I'm
Oh
just
my
saying.
fucking God, wait. Yo.
I mean, that's cool,
No.
I guess.
Shut up, Corn. Corn.
Oh my God.
Corn.
Corn.
Guys, do you know what rhymes with corn?
No.
Corn.
No.
Corn.
Okay. No. Moving on. The last team we have here today for Altered. Before
You're not
we move on to
monetized, right,
Origin-
Fran?
Before we move on to
Why would he be
Origin, Dashing
monetized?
Septile. Okay, what did she say, Kron?
I said you're not monetized, right? Because we're totally invalidating that.
He's.
Okay,
I'm
yeah.
not monetized.
Well, if he was monetized, he's
Anyway.
no longer monetized. I guarantee.
Anyway,
If he was
Have you guys
Orin-
heard
like,
about
even if
Ukraine?
I was monetized, after Orin implied that I wouldn't be anymore, so. Arc Steel,
this-
Arc Steel, Mew,
I mean,
Como,
probably.
Thundii, Ursaluna, Delmise, Perfection again, Arcanine, Suicune, and
Arcanine?
Moltres.
Yeah, the real perfection here is Delmise and Galarian Moltres.
Bro, it has Arcanine.
And Arcanine. Yeah, this team is just
Oh.
perfection
This
all
team is
around.
just-
Arca
besides,
Whip and
like-
Arcanine. Love to see it.
Yeah, besides Thundii Eye, team's perfection. And
Well,
Thundii
Thundii
Eye
Eye's
is
awesome.
bad.
I like Thundii
I
Eye.
never said it was bad. I just think it's less perfection than everything else here.
Okay,
I
fair.
mean, fair.
Okay.
But this team's
And I just prefer
solid.
Thundii
mean,
T too.
I don't know how much I like Arc Steel and Komo being like the and Mew being the only rockers, because you know you want a lot more rockers with Mew, or not a lot more, but you want at least one, like 3 reliable rockers that aren't Mew, just to allow that thing to not run rocks like a ton of weeks. But and you know Komo likes to bring setup sets, so really like some weeks you're gonna have to bring Stealth Rocks, Arc Steel, which isn't bad, you know, like out of all the Arceus, like if one wants to run rocks, it's Arc Steel.
Why is Ursaluna a big threat in this team? It can deal with like the steel types that fucking what's the one called? What's the thing? I'm blanking. Arcanine can Arcanine. I'm blanking on names right now. Give me a second.
This
Alright,
team
anybody
literally
else got anything else
nobody.
to say about this team?
I just want to say Mega Audino is the only thing that is worried about steel types. Like nothing cares about steel types on this team.
Yeah,
But
And
yeah,
Ursaluna can
doesn't.
melt steel type.
Nothing at all.
I like the offense here.
Offense is loaded.
Every mon here seems solid. There's no like slacker.
Yeah.
If
Yeah,
Mega
this team's
Audino is your
really
weakest
good,
link,
honestly.
then
This
like
team is just really well rounded.
it's not a weak link.
There's a speed gap from 85 to 50, which I don't like actually.
That's
Well,
kinda rough.
The thing is
It's a bit
you say it's a
rough, yeah.
speed gap from 85 to 50, but keep in mind he's got more than half of his team over 85.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So I don't think the drop's a problem at all.
I don't think the drop's a problem as well, because like the thing
I
is,
think this is
no
probably the
mons
best
under
speed
85 besides like Chandelure are running speed anyway.
Mm,
Like there are a couple of base 80 like good attackers, but most of them are 90 and above.
Certified
And the ones that are
Mammoth
80 and
Swine.
below,
Oh,
you're just
man.
gonna be able to revenge kill anyway.
Yeah.
In this case that I mentioned, Chandelure, you have a whole ass Ursaluna. You are not worried about Chandelure whatsoever.
Yeah, again, I just don't like it. It's not the worst thing in the world. But like again, besides that, the rest of the team is really solid.
This team's really solid, yeah. This team's an 8.5 for me. What about you guys? God damn.
I'll give it an 8.
I will say this. I don't like that the fairy is Mega Audino specifically because it starts out pre-Mega, and then besides that, Dragon could give some trouble. Like, they could force out Arc Steel, which is exploitable for a late game Pokemon. You never know.
Yeah, that's definitely fair.
Oh, I did think of something else. For being an Arc Steel team, you know, fighting week, Mew is your only like thick fighting resist that isn't okay. I was gonna say that isn't weak to knockoff, but it also is weak to knockoff. Basically, your fighting resists are weak to knockoff, is what I'm trying to say. So,
Yeah,
like, fighting
and
types
your
are gonna-
fairy doesn't resist fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be rough. But other than that, like,
So-
I still think this team's an 8.5 because, like,
I
you
mean,
have
I'm just
a
thinking, like,
Suicune
me and-
that's gonna be
yeah.
able to wall a lot of fighting types anyway, as long as they're not banded. And even if they are banded, you can scout for that, honestly.
Life Orb Mienshao can kind of run over this team if
That is
Thundee
true,
gets
yeah,
taken
Mienshao
out.
absolutely fucking destroys this team. But if you do run Life Orb, you're revealing Life Orb super early, so you know it's not Scarf, so you can just revenge kill it with Arc Steel.
You put speed on Arc Steel.
Yeah.
Fast Arc Steel. Yummy.
I mean, you can, you know, base 120 is good, like, it's good.
Good.
And it gets
Yeah, I
good
know.
coverage, like, you don't necessarily need to bring Judgment every week.
Yeah.
I mean, knowing Septile, you probably would, but yeah, point
Yeah.
still stands.
Yeah, but yeah, honestly, like, this team's a solid 8.5.
I mean, I still love the team. Yeah, I'm not saying I don't love the team. I do. So.
Yeah, the team is, I would say 8 for me.
Yeah. Alright, well, that's enough for that. Like, that's it for Altered. Like, I might come back and see, like, who we rank the highest, but honestly, all the Altered teams are really good, like, besides Jordan's. Like, every single team is
besides
really,
Jordan,
really
yes.
solid except for Jordan's.
Yeah, a lot of them the Jordans are super strong, and I'd love to face them all.
So yeah, for the first, but now it's time for Origin, the quote-unquote higher skill div. I say
And we
quote-unquote.
start
Quote
with
unquote.
And we start out with such a goated team. I'm gonna be
Yeah,
biased
Ninja
on that, I
Warrior,
swear.
the fucking Eternatus team.
fucking
Eternatus, Mega
dragon.
Lane,
With Regieleki again. Oh my
Aegislash,
god.
Tornadus T, Ursaluna, Dracovish, Tangela, Regieleki, Shuckle, Lopunny, and Hypno.
This team has Eternatus and Tangela. Mwah! Amazing.
Yo, Young Booth.
Young Boots. This team's only rocker is Shuckle.
Oh. Noted.
So, you know how, so Orn, you were saying how this is a goated team. Yeah, the only rocker is Shuckle.
Just because of Eternatus. Just because of Eternatus.
Yeah.
And
And also,
Eternatus
this
really
team's
is just that big.
Also, this team has
Eternatus is just that
Wait.
big. You ignore every fault.
Wait.
Yeah, I'm
Also,
I'm
this team
super
has no
mindful
dark
of the
type.
time,
This team
so
also
fair.
has no dark type.
Oh god, Ninja, how could you do this?
Like, it has no dark type, so, like, your only dark resist is Tapu Fini, which is a good dark resist, don't get me wrong, but you don't want to switch to a stab knockoff and lose your leftovers.
No,
No,
with an Eternatus team, the first thing people are gonna try to exploit is psychic type offense. Like, having no dark is not good
And
for
your
a team
psychic
like that.
resists are Hypno and Aegislash, which is frankly a good resist.
Also, guys, Tapu Fini weakens Dynamax Cannon, and
Ugh,
Eternatus can use
right.
Toxic, so therefore bad.
Oh my
It's
god.
not as bad with
Bad.
Eternatus since it has Poison Stab,
That-
but it's still definitely, like, it's still not good. It's not bad.
It's
not,
not.
like,
It's
team
totally
ruining
fucking
like it was
fine.
for fucking Kite's team, but
It's not team roading for Kite either. But anyways,
well, what is
Divish
team
was
ruining
certainly
for
a
this
choice
team is
here.
Regieleki.
Oh my god, again.
With
I feel
Vish,
like
I
Edge
actually
does
kind
a
of
lot
respect
to
that.
this team, like in terms of offense. Edge
unless you
is
bring
pretty
Boots,
fantastic.
yeah, like young Boots.
This team is good.
Well,
offense,
okay, Young Boots is
horrible
goated, to be fair.
defense. Horrible defense.
Oh,
It's
Finny is
really-
unsupported as hell, yeah.
Bro, you got
So
Tangela. I don't know how to add.
Like, the cleric here is Hypno.
Face?
No, the cleric? That's a real cleric, Fred?
I mean,
don't
it's
think
not
so.
like you know. I say
Okay.
that with I say
It
that
has
in
wish.
quotes because it's not real. It's quote unquote hypno. It's a quote unquote cleric, but it does get wish.
Hypno's, it's alright.
It exists. It exists, I guess.
Shit is
Yeah,
so
that's
passive
pretty
though.
much what it boils down.
So damn passive.
And also the speed
My
tier
brother in
between-
Christ, nice
And also,
McCoss.
there's a speed tier between Lopunny and Tapu Fini. So essentially, it's a gap between Gallade and Tapu Fini because Lopunny
Oh my
is
God.
not a real mon.
It's more like a gap between like Gallade and Vish,
Yeah.
if we're being real.
Yeah, honestly,
I mean, I personally prefer Fini speed tier just because Specs and Scarfini exist.
True, yeah.
I mean,
And
he
you know,
does
also
have
Call
access.
Mine Fini, like offensive Call Mine Fini.
Call mine ID sub Finny?
Webs are an option here too, so I'm not really like.
I mean, they are, but like, you're bringing Shuckle to more games that you want to.
I mean, like, the
I
only
mean, it is
spin-
your hazard setter.
the
It is your
only
only hazard setter, besides the
So
tournament.
you are bringing it anyways.
up and other rocks down is a Lucky. You want
Okay, lucky.
one
If we're
actual
talking about the fact that like you want to use Aleki and you want to have him to take care of the ground types, he has a Dracovish and a Tangela.
fish.
And
But
a Finny.
Vish-
He takes
and a
care of
Finny.
ground types better than the other Lucky team does.
Arguably though, like he doesn't lure them in the same way.
I hate that both the
True.
Eternity team drafted Reggie Lucky. Why would they do that? Oh my
Yeah,
God.
you
It's
know,
like not even a core.
It's really not. Anyway, so what do we rank this team? I rank it a 4.
Oh, I rank it only a 4.5 because of Eternatus. Otherwise, a hard 3.
It's not that bad.
It's not that bad.
It's
It's
not
not
dental.
Eternatus. Like, it's a
The main
4.
issue is like Shuckle
Eternatus
only has-
Megalade is
You
either
know,
gonna
this
carry
is
this
like-
team
this
hard
isn't
or
worse than
fail at
Jordan's
it.
team, okay? This is not Jordan levels of bad.
I'm giving this a 6.5.
For an
because
Eternatus
it's not
team.
terrible.
Maybe
and
I'm
it
being a
can be
bit biased, but
piloted
it's an
well.
Eternatus team.
I don't know. I
That's
just
it.
Like,
don't
I'm
like
just
the fact that this
disappointed.
team has no dark type with Eternatus. Like, you really need like a psychic,
Yeah.
like a reliable
you're right.
psychic resistant. Yes, you have Aegis Slash, but that thing has no recovery, and most psychics get Shadow Ball anyway. Or like some level of
or
coverage for
don't
that
fall,
thing, like
or anything that hits
Fire.
you anyway. Or flamethrower.
Yeah.
Like-
Alright, well.
Next
what's the
team?
Next team. Shit.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, DD. Arc Ghost, Tapu Koko, Celesteela, Incineroar, Mega Garchomp, Sarina, Mienshao, Nihilego, Komala, Slowking, Trapinch, Shellman.
I love this team.
This team is
You got the
goated.
best
I love
Earth
this team.
encounter in the game and helmets. And I respect that.
A
Man.
trap inch.
I do hate Incineroar, but like everything else is great. Oh wait, Kamala's here. Never mind. Bad team.
Oh
Shut
my
up.
God.
Understandable.
I mean, you have two very good spinners. A damn good dark type.
Pivots
Man.
are very, very solid.
Man called
Mm.
Komala a good spinner. Imagine.
Oh god. A good ass region core in Slowking Mienshao.
Oh, true. Yo, Mienshao's goated on the sticks.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Shelmet is the best Urshifu single counter in the game.
Oh my God.
It has Coco, which is
Oh
a
my
pretty solid
fucking
Urshi
God.
check too. So like, it's solid.
Yeah.
Wait, didn't the other the other Shelmet team also have Coco?
It did, yeah.
Pretty sure it did.
Yeah, I guess people really don't want it to rest.
I mean, it has
I guess
recover
so.
anyway. It has recover.
Yeah, it's got.
I know, but you know, status exists.
I
But
guess.
yeah,
Yeah.
mostly recovered.
If you really have to status a Shelmet.
I did
You
status
have-
Shelmet when I played Fran. I toxicked it, and that's how I beat it.
What the fuck, Kron?
Well, you beat me because you fucking hacked me, okay? Shut the fuck
Well, no,
up.
I'm saying that's what I did.
Okay.
The Shelmet. The Shelmet was toxic.
It was.
I know I hacked you, but I'm just saying.
You hacked the fuck out of my Raikou. That would have beat you.
Well, it's because it's a bad mon. Anyways.
Oh my
Okay,
God,
it could.
shut up.
Okay, whatever. Um. Oh wait, why is Trapinch legitimately is good on this team? It first impressions dark types and traps them like frail.
Why are you
dark
right? Why?
types.
You're right, and I love that. That's amazing.
Like Shelmet,
Yeah, it's solid.
not Shelmet, Trapinch,
Trapinch.
legitimately good on this team. He drafted this thing
Yeah.
last season too and made it to finals, so I understand why he picked it back up. And honestly, it fits his team more than it did last season. So I love the Trapinch pick here. Why is there sudden silence? Like, do you all have nothing to say about this shit? Swear to God.
No.
No, I'm
I
fighting
mean,
Monkey and Xenoblade.
Yo, Immovable Gonzalez?
I don't know.
I mean,
Is that the big guy that's running around and like I don't want to fight right now because I'm only 4 hours into the game?
And he's like level 80 something? Yeah.
Yeah, that guy. I'm looking at him right now actually.
okay,
Yeah,
this
don't
team-
fight him.
I'm not. I know not to fight him.
This team's removal is also very lackluster. It's Arc Ghost Coco, which are
He's
never
very
any
big. He's
Pokemon,
running
and
right by me.
Komala, Tsarina.
Hey, what do you mean, Fran? It has Kamala. It has the best hazard removal.
Oh my fucking
Exactly.
God.
Kron gets it. Kron gets it.
But this team has really good hazards and really good pivoting, so I like
Mhm.
it. And Serena, I mean, you're forced to bring Serena to a ton of games where it probably won't have a good matchup considering this is Ubers, but like,
Serena's fine.
yeah, Serena's fine. I just don't like it as the only removal that's reliable. Because I guess you're bringing Kamala to like
Kamala.
1 or 2 games.
I will bring Kamala to every. I will bring Kamala every
So
week just to
overall,
spite
I
you.
give this team an 8.
Saying it's only coming to one game is a weird way to say team captain, but okay.
What?
You said Kamala's only going to one game,
Oh my.
which is a weird way to say
God.
team captain.
All right. Well, yeah. I think this team's like an 8 out of 10. I like it.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
Now let's go on to the worst team in the league.
Mine's
my
next?
God.
Hell yeah.
Oh my
Crushing
god,
us,
Dozo,
Ring.
your team. Arc Psychic, Dialga, Weavile, Gengar, Mega Purr, Blissey, Pelipper, Weezing, Breloom, Steelix, Emolga, Meganium. Hey, at least
Okay,
you
I'm
got
over
Rain.
bait. I'm over
At
bait.
least you got Rain.
It is semi.
Thank
It is
I
semi.
got
You got
Rain.
Pelipper.
I have
I'm so fucking
I-
glad you got Pelipper. You saved your
but Ditto.
ass.
I kind of like Ditto, but you know,
You saved your ass by getting Pelipper.
sure.
Like,
I don't really
No,
use
you
Pelipper though, so
you
it's
almost didn't get Pelipper, and that just triggers the fuck out of me.
well. Why do I need it? The team's already
for
perfect.
Mega Purr, bitch. Like, you don't need Rain,
Yeah,
but like,
But I
you
wanted
almost
slow
got
flip
Mega
turn.
Purr without Rain.
Yeah, slow flip turn.
Oh my fucking.
I love
God.
that. So, you're amazing.
people have been doing that on Nadex on the ladder, and I hate it so much. They just want Rainless
It's
Purr.
literally.
I hate it so
it's
much.
literally bad.
If the thing is, if it didn't have access to flip turn, I'd agree with you. But flip turn just is good enough.
God damn
On
it.
Purr.
Okay, well, either way, Mega Purr becomes a lot scarier on this team, and honestly, every single piece on this team is really scary. It's a weird Uber core, but I honestly like it. Like, Arc Psychic Dialga have good synergy.
They do, and they pair nice with Blissey as well. Is
Yeah.
what I liked about it. I mean, Arc Psychic and Blissey in general. Arc Psychic can eat the fighting moves that are targeted at Blissey, and eat the knockoffs it's going to take. So,
Yeah, you have
And
really good
Blissey
fighting
supports it
moves
with Field
in
Bell.
general, like Pelipper, Weezing are like your main carries, and Arc Psychic.
And Emolga.
and a Molga, come
Yo,
on.
don't sleep on Emolga.
Jeez.
Mon's literally
on.
better than Zero Aura. Come on, Fran.
Fucking hell.
Honestly, I'm not going to lie. No, I'm not going to say anything about Emolga. I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to let it speak for itself.
Yeah, no, yeah, let us speak for itself. It's something too goated to anyone
The
that handle.
removal on this team
Because-
is also.
If,
Wait,
if,
who's-
it,
who's
if
my
it
weak-
finishes the season with a
is-
better record than Zero Aura, I will praise you forever.
Honestly,
The ice
Emolga,
resist-
I love
the
it.
ice
It's got
resists
some
on
really
this
nice
team are a
text.
bit shaky since your steel doesn't resist ice and neither of your waters resist ice either. Wait,
I
neither
mean,
of
your ice
neither
resisted
of your
Blissey.
steels or your waters resist ice.
If I wasn't memeing, I could fix things with dropping Meganium, but I feel like I've committed to the bit, so...
You've committed too much of
Yeah,
it.
you
and
have
I
a
love it.
Meganium.
Alright,
How did I
well,
not even
whatever.
notice that? Oh
I mean,
god.
good luck with ice moves.
Oh,
Having
you
Weavile is
put
your
it
only
as
fucking
Meganium?
ice resist.
Like,
but-
I legitimately checked all my matchups. Like, one game, I could bring Meganium. Could
Goddamn.
bring it. Doesn't
God
mean
Couldn't
it's
damn.
the
probably
best.
won't. Couldn't probably won't, exactly.
Like, it just exists. It's cool. Like, I like it. It's one of my favorite Pokemon.
Big.
I'm considering
on-
downgrading to a Chikorita, though. I'm not gonna
Oh
lie. 'Cause
my
Oh,
god.
maybe I should just do that now. Upgrade to Chikorita.
Upgrade.
Oh, you're right. You're right. No,
Oh my god.
I'm not gonna bring it anyways, you know.
No,
I'll think you did it.
just stick with Meganium. Stick with Meganium.
I mean,
No.
to be fair, Meganium has gained the name and Chikorita doesn't. So at least we can talk less crap.
Meganium can set screens.
Yeah, but why did I set screens
It
for
can- it can-
Meganium?
It can.
I have
Yeah,
a
it can set
Molga.
screens. True.
Yeah, if I have a
Alright,
Molga, why would I set screens for
honestly,
Meganium?
like, this team's pivoting is pretty good. You know, Swampert's good. Blissey's good.
I mean,
I have
good,
one- I have one of
Volga
each,
is
is-
goated. This team's removal is a bit lackluster, just Pelipper and Queasing, but like that's probably good enough. And then
a
Rocket's
Molga.
pretty good.
Molga?
Hey,
Like,
Molga, better than
Arceus?
Zera. Let's go.
Arceus, like I think the removal's fine. And I was considering Spike Stack, but then I saw the amount of defoggers I had and went, nah. So just toxic spikes, but I only really have Weezing there as the fairy. And then
Yeah,
just
that's
rocks are
understandable.
rocks.
But yeah, overall, like this team is pretty solid. I'd give it a 6.
Oh, thanks, Fran.
I like 6.5, I'd say.
Born.
Yeah, it's not broken, but I'm happy with it. It plays
What-
on my
what,
playstyle.
Fran?
Rating.
What do you rate it?
Rating. I'm kind of indifferent on this. 6.5, higher 7.
Alright.
Okay.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Have a
I'm
nice
gonna
day.
make a Molga. I'm gonna
Alright,
make a
well,
Molga.
next
kill
Like,
it.
team-
it's not the
oh
best,
my
but it's
fucking
far from the
God.
worst.
Regardless of what we rate this team, McGee's gonna fucking dominate whether we like
Win
it
the
or
league.
not.
Probably.
Because it's fucking McGee.
10 out of 10.
Oh,
like-
this team.
And
Ten out of 10
McGee,
already.
and he got Evaltol, so like, you know, we're all doomed. We're all
Yeah,
doomed.
whoever the
Yeah.
first 3 picks were, besides Ninja, because he got Eternatus, why would you do this? Why would you let him have this?
Like, we're all
Watch the world
We're all
burn.
done. We are all done. McGee got
I'm not
Evaltol. McGee got Evaltol and Larry. Like, we're all fucking done.
Yeah, no, 10 out of 10.
Yeah,
10 out of 10.
if McGee's still here, right? Yeah, he's still
He's-
here.
still here.
Fran was
I think he's just
Fran
listening
was asking me about his draft plan. It originally had Larry, and you got it the round before he was gonna pick it. Like legit, you were this close to not having Larry.
Yeah, I really wanted Larry.
I mean, how does
I
he
literally
exist?
was gonna draft it the round that you got it. Like, I was like, no way he gets Larry this early, right? Right?
I
got
And
it.
then you fucking got
It's
it.
McGee.
Elsewhere.
Fuck you.
I've been sniped a couple of times now, so I know if people know I like to get it, I gotta get it earlier. So I
God
pull early.
damn.
I
I
respect
was
that. I
literally
respect that.
gonna get it, but honestly, I probably would have dropped Larry anyway as soon as I saw Primarina get freed up. So honestly, I think he would have had it regardless.
I would have probably
That's-
taken Larry though, because I don't want McGee to have it. It traumatized me after last season. Like it has never traumatized me before when I lost to McGee, but after that, I have been traumatized
Oh, that's
very
right. We
severely.
had like the 600 turn game or whatever it was.
Yes, literally, you said it was your longest game ever, and it was probably mine too. It was probably the real finals of the season. Let's be real.
But yeah, if I had to give this team, like, okay, let's talk about the team itself. By the way, you know,
We're talking about McGee, so we give it a
I
10 out of
mean,
10. Now the
So-
team is just good.
I
I mean, the
do
team's
wish,
good.
because you have Yveltal, I wish you had a better rock resist.
I
It just feels a
mean,
good
I mean,
rock
I mean, it
resist.
has
Gives you
Registeel.
support.
It has Registeel. That's a really fucking good rock resist.
That's one mon though. Like,
I got
Digger's-
Sneasler too. Digger's
Yeah,
beat
but
can resist.
but those are like fake, you know? They're super frail.
Also Pyukumuku, because most rock attacks are physical and Pyukumuku can wall those out.
I mean, basically, yeah.
Fair.
It's very
That's
rare
honestly
a
fair.
physical rock can push through it. In my experience thus far.
But yeah,
I don't know.
honestly,
I mean,
I mean, if Miggy said anything about Larry, I will not doubt him. He's literally more experienced with Larry than anyone
I
else.
honestly prefer regular Latios on this team, but Miggy wanted to try.
I
out
do
regular.
too.
Okay,
It was
McGee,
availability.
Mickey, you have to make Megalodios look good so Fran will shut the fuck up about
It's
it being
McGee.
bad.
He's gonna do.
He's
with,
right
he's gonna
though.
do
He's
good with
right.
it no matter
Megalodios
what.
is literally
like,
not an Uber.
Kron, the fact that Megalodios got drafted by McGee literally means that my opinion can't change on it. Like any
SMH.
mon that McGee drafts, it's good no matter what because he's fucking McGee. He makes literally any mon work.
Yeah, I better see Masquerade sweep once this season. Masquerade is such a
That's
goat.
the dream with
Oh my
Masquerade.
God.
I've seen it do okay in Ubers, so I'm hopeful that.
Oh, I literally have a Masquerade game where Masquerade almost won me the game. A defensive Masquerade at that.
I mean, Intimidate, Roost, like it has coverage, or heck, it's spam Toxic. Like it can actually be a real annoying piece if you don't bring rock moves for a matchup.
Yeah, exactly.
But
So I
this
believe
team
it.
is really,
Definitely
really
bringing rock moves here though.
You're being rocks versus Yveltal.
This team is just really, really solid. Like, honestly, I give it a solid. Like, I give it fucking. What do I give it?
10 out of 10. First perfect
I
team.
mean, if we were rating coaches, then yeah, probably like a 9.5. But you know, since we're rating the team itself, you know,
I think I'd still give it a solid like 8, honestly.
it's a solid
Yeah.
8. Yeah, it's an Yveltal team. Has good rockers. Has good offense. Really good offense to support Yveltal. Yeah, has good speed tiers. Like, it just has really good everything. Like, honestly, it's an 8.5 for me.
I'm
Yeah.
hoping. My only concern with my team is Sneasler's mostly untested so far in terms of its effectiveness in draft, and it's really needs to serve a role as like the companion piece to
I mean,
Yveltal.
you saw my CLDL week 1 and how little it did to my fucking slow bro.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's the concern. Obviously, is that it can get baited and killed. But like, what it hits hard is the things that Veltal can't hit hard, which are bulky darks and bulky fairies. So that's what Sneasler's for, is
Bulky
to
fairies. This
take
oh wait, no,
advantage
you
of
mean
those.
Yveltal. Okay, yeah, I
Yeah, because Yveltal doesn't break those two types very well. So as long as I can pivot into Sneasler instead, then in theory Sneasler.
Yeah, and
Plows
it also
right.
works the other way around because the thing that Sneasler
Exactly.
can't hit are bulky poisons and bulky ghosts, and Yveltal handles one of those, and your
And
other really good
Megalodios.
piece, Megalodios, handles the other.
So my offensive pieces synergize in terms of what they break, and then my defense, in theory, pivots well into them. The Chansey is, Pyukumuku are passive as fuck, obviously.
Yeah,
But
in
they just
true
need to
McGee
teleport the
fashion,
top.
everything works together.
It's all about feeding into the offense. So my defense doesn't need to do damage back; it just needs to be able to get off the field and then bring in the offense.
Mhm.
So in theory, that'll work, but I'll probably get smacked with some taunts and have to work through that.
Yeah, but you're
Wait,
McGee, you'll be able to pull through.
People have to decide how much spice they want to spend on me during regular season. That's always the cost benefit. Do you want to spend your spice during regular season or try to save it for playoffs?
No, I always go for the regular season spice.
Maybe
Yeah.
it'll change this season. Since playoffs have gone through me for the last 2, so folks might want to save some stuff for playoffs. I'm curious
Yeah,
to see
maybe. Who knows?
I'm curious to see if I run into vanilla a lot with this team, where people have something in mind, but they don't want to waste it in week 2 or week 3, and then I'll prep for it later on.
Yeah, that's completely fair. That's absolutely something to consider.
Mhm.
I mean, I've
Alright,
saved some
well,
for
On
people
to
before
the
in
next
this week
team.
too.
It is Blind Messiah with Arc Dragon, Tapu Lele, Ferrothorn, Milo, Crocodile, Licky Licky, Weezing, Electros, Yard, Galarian, Mr.
Galarian
Mime,
Mime.
and Pheromosa.
The team honestly doesn't look bad at all.
It's
It just
not
looks kind of
bad.
weird.
Like, it has some concerning things, like, the gap from Arc Dragon to Yard, but that's about it. Like
Not
honestly-
enough hazard clearance for Yard IMO.
Also,
no,
yeah, it has
Oh,
like,
yeah.
no good removal for Yard, like at all. You bring rocks, and they're essentially going to stay up unless the Pheromosa is Rapid Spin or the Arc Dragon is Defog, or for some reason you bring the fucking Galarian Mr. Mime,
Based?
which you know I guess you can do, but you know it's not exactly something that
Yeah.
you want to bring. But yeah, other than that, like, I mean, I guess the only flying resist is Electros on a Pheromosa team, so offensive flying types kinda just wreck this team if Electros
Oh,
gets
yeah.
shut down.
That's so funny.
But other than that, like, this team's just good offensively, it's good defensively, it has, I mean, it has decent defense, they're not good by any means.
Momentum.
Yeah,
the
pivots are
momentum
weak.
is not that strong.
Like,
Yeah. Besides
Yeah,
Milo,
pivots
Milo's
are
really
pretty
good.
weak. Removal is really weak with Yard, which is really bad. But it has good hazards, at the very least.
Mhm.
So, like, there's not really much to say about this team. Like, it has good parts, it has bad parts, that's about it. Like, it
Oh, my
synergizes well
Ferrothorn.
with each other, with terrain, with Pheromosa, so you can't beat that thing with priority. Like, it has Arc Dragon, which is, you know, just a good mon in general. Like,
Yeah, and that's the one I actually haven't seen played. Like, a lot of the time I just say Arc Dragon is not worth drafting because just get any other dragon. But I wanna, like, there's 2 Arc Dragon teams, so I want
Well,
this
I
team to
mean,
change my opinion.
Arc Dragon
Honestly.
is good because at least it's faster than a lot of the other dragons. Like, that base 120 speed tier is just really valuable in Ubers. Just
I mean,
because all
yeah,
the
but
other
it's
dragons are
also-
slower, except for Eternatus.
Yeah, the only thing is like it's kind of
And Ultra
counterintuitive because at the
Necrozma.
same time it can't run Scarf, and a lot of dragons are not item locked. So
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
it's a
fair.
bit different on that.
But it forces Scarf on those dragons, and you have, but yeah,
And
the, only,
Lele,
the fact
and a
that your
Fa-
only fairy is Tapu Lele with Arc Dragon also hurts a little, but you have
Yeah,
Ferrothorn, so you
that's
don't really
great.
have a huge problem with dragons. But most dragons get coverage for Ferrothorn anyway.
I mean,
Yeah.
Milo Tick also just kind of walls a lot of them because they're special attackers.
Milo thick.
And like, yeah, Milo and Pharaoh, if you're doing a Scarf Dragon, you have to pick a coverage move or pick a stab, and if you get wrong, you're punished with either momentum or hazards. So
Yeah, again, I want to see what Arceus Dragon is capable of though. Like, I want to see how this mod does.
Scarf
'Cause I believe it
Kieran-
can be really good.
Scarf
Yeah,
Kieran
and
would
Blind
work
Messiah is a good player, so I can definitely see.
Yeah, he's
I
one
can
of the
see
best players in the league for sure.
So what do we give this team? I give it a solid like 6.5.
Seven?
You know, it's just
I would
the
give it a
removal
bit
with
higher.
Yard
I would
is
give
just
it like.
rough.
I don't think Yard is that big of a piece of this team that it's like the worst thing in the world.
I
Like,
mean, I
it's
don't
not
think
great,
the
don't get
worst
me
thing in the
wrong,
world,
but
you know, the
I think I
momentum
would
is
give it a
bit
7 besides
lackluster,
that.
like-
It kind of hurts the rest of the Fire Water Grass core. Like, both Milo and Ferrothorn don't exactly appreciate Sun.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Like
yeah,
Yard
I
in
still
general
give
is
this
not
team a
great on this team. They could
6.5.
they could just get a better fire type. They could just get like
Regular is
know.
hard.
No. We
yeah,
said
that thing is just like that thing is just not good.
Arcanine's on the board. Volcarona's on the board. Nah,
so
well,
fire types are not essential.
Arcanine would have been
Yeah.
amazing.
They are
Arcanine would have been
not.
amazing actually. I think the fire
Firewater
is good on
grass
this team
cores
for
are a
fairies.
relic.
All right, well,
My-
No,
I
again,
think
They're-
I
they're
think for
good
an
in
Arc
the
Dragon
right
team and other
Okay,
fairies, this would be
okay.
nice.
If you can't grab a Heatran, then yeah, Fire Water Grass cores.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Mega Vina, Heatran, Slowbro is still
I mean-
an amazing core to this day.
True.
yeah.
Even better than when like Gen 6 when it was in its quote unquote prime.
Yeah.
But chalk. Hehehe, chalk.
Oh, we love chalk.
We.
all right, well, yeah, I give it a 6.5. Everybody else give it their.
I would give it a
rating. I think it's-
7.
Yeah,
Alright, well,
7.
I'm not allowed to talk about my own team, so Megalop,
Yo,
Corvi,
make it-
Hydreigon,
make it-
Primarina, Rosary, Thonfan, Hisuian Zoroark, Electrode, Mischievous, Cali-Ice, Cinderace.
Give them-
All I'm gonna say about Cinderace, because I don't like that mon. Dragon Ball is just way better on this team as your second mover. That's all I'm gonna
Really
say.
not. Honestly, it's
Honestly,
really not.
Honestly,
Like,
I prefer
if I
over
get
Paul.
okay, I'll tell you the reason I didn't get Dragapult. If I don't get Dragapult, I have to drop Hydra, and then my dark type options are limited, and then that means that, that also means that my speed tier between 135 and 110, I'm gonna have no gap for. Like, that's gonna be a big
I mean,
gap.
you don't
So
have
all
to
the
drop
so
Hydra.
all the Arceus forms are gonna be able to run like modest nature, and
Just
with a bunch of offensive Arceus forms, Arc Dragon included, that's gonna be a problem
I mean,
for
you
me.
have Emlock
Especially when my
Castle,
steel
you have Emlock
is
PC,
especially when my steel is Corvi and Arceus is just free to set up on that.
I don't feel you're forced to drop Hydreigon though. Like, they're two dragons, yes. They're also two good dragons.
They're
And
two good
Yeah.
dragons, but my ice resists are already like very limited.
Tally Eyes.
Kali
I
Ice
mean, who
is
cares
good,
about-
but like
yeah.
Tally
I
Eyes
don't want
thick
to
as hell,
I
dude.
don't want to force that thing in, especially if if it's like on a Kyurem or some shit that can, well, not Kyurem, I don't know, bad example, but
I mean,
You're
even
literally-
literally you're faster if a Scarf Dragapult.
Scarf Paul is like a wet noodle.
DD Hydra.
You're a wet noodle.
A wet noodle. Your dick's a wet
but,
noodle.
like either way, I really just don't. I just don't like my
It's
team
getting wet.
defensively with Dragapult on this team alongside Hydra. Like I genuinely think I can't have double Dragon on this team because my team just becomes weak as fuck to ice.
So like you have really good pivots, but you don't really have a lot of hazards to exploit that pivots.
I have
Are those
Rose
pivots?
Raid, to be fair.
Yeah, but when you're a Dawn fan, you have
That's it. It's just Rose Raid Dawn
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, but
I know that's bad.
Rose is-
I tried to get another
Yeah.
rocker, but I genuinely think like that's all I can really do with my budget.
You could just drop everything.
on God.
But yeah.
Could have gone wild and Grace.
Got
But
whole afternoon to Grace.
I tried to go wild. Like I already did go wild in Grace. Like I used to have fucking Clefairy as my only fairy type, but then a bunch of
Primarina
drops
got
happened
dropped.
and Primarina got freed up, so I picked
Dude,
that.
this is wild here. This was the craziest Grace I've ever seen in the league.
What?
This is the craziest Grace I've ever seen in the league.
Yeah,
Eh.
because for
Couple.
some reason a shit ton of people here love to exploit Grace.
It's not
It's not
exploiting.
exploiting.
You have such an antagonistic mindset about Grace. You think it's like a crime or something.
It's not. It's.
If he thought it was a crime, he wouldn't have even given us Grace to begin with, though.
Nah, he's impressionable. Anyways,
Wow.
I do think the team is good. Electrode being your electric kind of bothers me a little bit.
My God.
But,
I mean, it
like-
does for me as well, but there's not really any other options, and Electrode at least gives me screens.
So here's the thing. Cali Ice, Megalop, Cinderace all kind of struggle with bulky waters. If
Yeah,
Roserade
I
is trying to do
know. Like I
spikes-
originally had
Yeah.
Thundee on this team, but like I just couldn't afford
seemed-
I just couldn't afford that with Primarina.
it seems super hard to try and get Roserade to be your water breaker and your spike setter and still stay alive. And you're putting a lot of pressure on Rose.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wish I could still afford Thundee because that thing is genuinely really good on my team.
Yeah.
Like maybe I'll try to like pick up another electric, but I really just don't know what electric to pick up.
If you need
Realist.
another rocker, which I think you do, one is not enough. A golden golem, maybe?
Yo,
As an
Stunfisk.
electric,
Yo,
no.
Honestly,
Yeah.
that's kind of fire.
Stunfisk could be good too, actually.
Where's okay, you do have Dawn Fan for ground. He's like, where's your okay. But I'm blind, so it's fine.
And besides Corvi, you don't have another flying resist, like besides Electrode, but Electrode doesn't count. Like as an Electrode lover, it
that's
doesn't
gonna be
count.
rough, like,
Also-
Like,
Why
and the
would-
problem is Corvi is very easy to underwhelm because it checks so many Pokemon.
Yeah. Also, why was Mischievous 1 point? That thing's pretty solid.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I am
it's
so
one of the
happy to
best
see that
one-pointers.
drafted.
Like it was either
Yeah,
that
why didn't
or-
you get
it was
it,
either
Bozo?
that or
Why didn't I
either
get it?
that
Because I
or
had
Elomise.
Gengar.
It was either that
Oh,
or
true.
Elomise.
I got Gengar, and I wanted something that would, like, before I got Weezing, I wanted something that would absorb Toxic Spikes.
Yeah.
just
fair.
because they're really good against Ubers.
Mhm.
Plus,
But
I've used
yeah, one
Mischievous a
thing
couple times
One
now.
thing, also, I just hope, like, the reason I'm so adamant about, like, not, about Corby Hydra, like, I really want to beat that, is because I want to have a
solid
chance
core.
at beating McGee, and I used Corby Hydra to beat McGee.
Oh, this is double edge lock, not
Oh
return.
my god.
Finals
oh my
victim of my
god. Oh my god, friend.
What?
I just find
Corby
it funny,
Hydra's a good core
okay?
outside of that, and, like, it's my McGee beating core, okay? I want to have a shot.
I get it, but like, if that's your only reason, then I just
It's
I
not
just
my
think it's
only
funny.
reason. Corby Hydra's a good core on its own. It's just kind of
still
like
a good core,
bonus.
yeah.
It's a really good core, yeah. I was just worried when you said it, like, because you were mentioning because of McGee, and I'm just like, McGee's just one player, and it's just one game, potentially two with playoffs in the picture.
I mean, it's still a good core on its own, so it's not
Exactly,
just...
yeah.
But yeah,
if
what would
McGee's
y'all,
not the
what
only
would y'all
reason, then
rank this
fair.
team?
I would rank it like 6. I think honestly, Cali Ice is just gonna hard carry most of your games.
I kind of want to give it a 5.5, just
Aw.
because I don't. It's only because your top tiers. I know Cali Ice is really damn good, but it just feels so awkward here to me.
How so?
I
don't
mean, I can
Like,
show my
I've
Cali
already-
Ice team. My Cali Ice team was even worse than this.
Yeah,
So-
I mean,
I
I've
just
already
think
talked
Cali, like,
why I
got
feel Cali
Cinderace
Ice
and
is
Mega
weird.
Lob to support Cali Ice, and then I got,
But
and I just tried to
you've
get
got
really
two
good
fast
pivots, like really
pivots.
good high tier pivots, and that's why I got Corby.
Well, the thing
I
is,
think the
I'm not-
problem-
it's gonna-
If you
Fran-
had a bulky pivot, I would maybe understand more.
I mean, Prim and Corv.
Prim and
Yeah.
Corb, yeah.
I guess the only issue, Fran, is it feels like this game you're going to be playing on the back foot quite a bit. Because it seems like it'd be really easy to get knocked out of advantage if, you know, like, Cali Ice takes too much damage, or, like, you know, Mega Lob gets chipped down, or...
down.
Yeah,
That's
fair.
that's it.
That's fair.
If
I
Emma
don't
wants
know,
to
I just
stay
wanted
alive,
to draft the
you have
most
to go
fun
with.
team possible, and you know, I got Hisuian Zoroark. I've been wanting to draft that thing for a while now, and you know, like Cinderace is a mon that I
Yeah.
already have a championship with, so you know, I want to use Liberace now. And then Megalop has Double Edge, and that's a mon I've been dying to use for a super long while
Or,
now.
yeah, but it has to also it's gonna get chipped down unless it has. Does it have Drain Punch?
Yes.
Okay. It can use Drain Punch and Wish to make it like give it more longevity in the long run.
Just
Wish
use Cosmic
Megalopoly,
Power.
Yes.
Mega
Well,
Lopunny
that's-
gets Cosmic
okay, then
Power.
Drain Punch. Then you
Oh,
lose the
that's a fun
CC
set.
power. Okay, well, I respect the Cosmic Power. I respect
Alright,
Cosmic Power.
well,
I'm
let's move on to the next team. Y'all already gave my
Does
team.
Mega Lopunny get Power Trip? Because that would be kind
No,
of
absolutely
no.
not.
that would be fire.
Its best dark move is Assurance.
Alright, well, from one team whose coach is in the call to another, Kron,
Ron,
Arcsteel,
yes.
Yo!
I
Zygarde,
love this
Vaporeon,
team.
Geospeed, Terrakion, Aloe Persian, Crobat, Mega Gardevoir, Jolteon.
Rip my shit apart, fellas. Go for it.
I
I
could
honestly don't think
only
it's that bad.
respect this
Arcsteel
team.
and
I love it.
Crobat.
I love it.
I don't
Aw.
see anything that's like obviously wrong with it. It all looks pretty
Yeah,
good.
you
to
have
I
me.
mean, the
Crobat.
only,
So
like,
we
the
can
thing that
use
jumps
on
out at me
Arcsteel.
immediately is just the removal is only Arcsteel and Crobat, but Crobat is goated,
I mean,
so...
Fran, you know that I never
Also-
draft removal, so...
I mean,
And
it's
honestly,
Roots on everything,
if you're gonna
honestly.
have
Honestly,
removal,
you would just run Roots
like-
on every mon on this team anyway, except for like Gardevoir
Yeah.
and Arcsteel.
Okay,
And
real talk
Zygarde
though.
Also
If
great.
you're gonna have
for
one
sticking it,
removal
like-
mon, like one dedicated removal, Crobat is honestly a damn good one. Like
True.
I don't overrate Crobat as much as like anyone, but like
No, I love Crobat. You
Also-
can never
also-
overhype it
also-
to me.
yeah, Crobat is awesome.
Oh, holy shit, this team is fast. The second slowest team on this team is
Oh,
Rillaboom.
damn.
That's
No,
not a
that's
bad
right.
That doesn't
That's
run
not
speed
a
anyway.
bad
There is-
thing. It's just like, I don't know, Trick Room.
No,
you have
two base
nothing for Trick
130s,
Room.
a 180.
But Trick Room is
Um,
really
he
niche
does-
anyway, so that's not really much of a
No.
problem.
He does have some for Trick
From
Room.
the
He has
looks of
reverse
it,
Trick
this
for
looks like
Mega
a
Gardevoir.
real like hyper offense
Oh,
team.
true.
Like, you're gonna,
I think
like
so.
this is literally a hyper offense team. You just lead DOS, get up your hazards, and then just start clicking buttons.
Okay,
Yeah,
Yeah.
just hope that And just don't
It's gonna work
hope
in
that you
prison.
don't run into boost spammers like.
And that honestly, that's my favorite way to abuse the Oxus speed. Like if you try to use the Oxus speed as like anything else, it feels really underwhelming, at least to me.
I mean, I like it as like a defensive mon too sometimes. But
Yeah,
I'm not gonna-
defensive is fair. I don't see it as much, but it's definitely fair. As an offensive mon though, this thing is no.
Also,
At least for me.
Ghost resist is all version.
That's fair.
Yeah,
I have a
that's
ghost
both of those.
problem.
Ooh.
But like,
Yeah.
ghost is resisted by normal and dark. It just means I don't have a normal. So
Yeah,
but,
also,
like,
Arceus Seal can take most of the ghost
your
types
team
on.
is just very weak to ghost spam.
I'm gonna have to be really careful with Marshadow, and like
And
Arc
with
Ghost, but
Gengar.
that's
And
really
with
it.
Gengar.
Everybody has to fear Marshadow.
Like, it
Nobody
also
has Mega
makes
Gengar, though.
regular Gengar.
Oh,
Yeah, that's just Dozo though. So like,
Yeah,
Also,
I'm
Arc
not important.
Ghost. Your weak.
Oh, I
one-
said Arc Ghost.
Your week 1 matchup, Arc Ghost.
Yo,
I mean, I'm not-
we-
If somebody had
Arceus.
dressed to Dragapult, that would have been good.
yeah. Kind of crazy.
I have
Gonna
Hisuian.
be-
If I ever,
okay,
if I ever do a
fine.
team revamp and I would want
Oh,
to go from 1 Uber to 2, I would probably get Dragapult because it's one of the better Ubers left. But yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's
what do you
almost
mean?
best.
Dragon Ball's not an Uber.
Fucking hell.
Oh,
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
no, I thought you meant like not in the tiers, and I was like, wait. But no, yeah, I get it.
But yeah, this seems still really solid. It's like
Uh-huh.
a 6, honestly.
Yeah,
Damn. Only 6. Holy shit.
yeah, it could be a lot worse.
Could be a lot worse.
Okay, but like,
It could be a Jordan
You're-
draft for all we know.
that's below average though. Your average has been 7 so far.
I mean, that's only slightly. It's not like we're saying 5 or something.
Yeah.
But you're
The
still
only
putting
thing
it
I-
below
The
average.
only thing I don't like about this team personally is the fact that Guard is your only fairy.
What?
Unless I'm missing something.
Okay.
I
And
feel like
And, like, it's not a dark resist, which, yeah, you have Terrakion, you still have a low version, but those ones have limited longevity as is. That's just
I
me.
feel like Origin's been getting a lot lower rated. I'm just saying.
Yeah, the
Also,
thing is,
what-
it's just the thing is, like, people are just drafting shit that they're more comfortable with, honestly.
I've never used Guard in my life.
Emguard is fun as a mon, don't get me wrong. It just needs a lot of, like, defensive support because
Or, I
it's a
don't know, I
terrible
think people are
defensive
just
carry.
trying out new shit because, Ubers.
Also, this whole team was built around Monkey anyway, so like, it's fine. I would have gone for a better team if I didn't go around Monkey.
Oh,
Monkey. Monkey. Monkey.
Okay.
Alright, well, on to
what's this?
NRP, who has Mew, Infernape, Florges, Skarmory, Tangrowth, Dragalge, Manaphy, Galvantula, Palisand, Arcdark, Porygon, Ambipom.
Really bulky team, just what I expected from
It's
NRB.
really
Satisfied,
bulky,
satisfied.
and it's really good, except for the fact that your only flying resist is Skarmory, but that's a really good resist.
And you have a massive speed gap from 100 to 75/70/ I mean, honestly, anything below 100 is just gonna run whatever it wants because like the other mons don't even run speed. Besides Dragalge, maybe.
You guys know what else this team has?
What?
Two Monkey.
Oh, monkey.
Oh my god.
Too monkey.
Oh my
Oh, monkey.
Yo, did someone say Monkey?
Monkey.
Monkey.
Very informative.
But yeah, this is
I'm not
just
gonna
really
lie, I
bulky,
might
it's
just
really
crash
good,
after
though. Like, it has enough
Brain
offensive
function's fine.
pieces. Like, Arceus Dark is just a really threatening setup mon. It has immediate offense in Infernape. It has whatever the fuck in Mew. Cause honestly,
Yeah.
like,
Like, if
Yeah,
you
we
can
saw
do whatever the
Arceus
fuck you want
Electric
to
in
do.
we saw Arceus Electric in NRB's hands. I can only imagine what he can do with Darkius.
yeah. I think this is the first time
Like,
Darkness
overall-
has ever been drafted.
I mean, I want to try Darkius, just not right now.
Like in both divisions, like I think this is the first time Arc Dark has been drafted in this league.
Was it allowed?
Yeah. And
Yeah, it's
all
definitely been
seasons
allowed.
before this one.
Why the fuck was it not drafted?
No fucking
Draft.
idea.
Because for a long time I didn't like drafting Arceus forms. Lately I've been a bit more experimental with my drafts, so eventually I'll get to it.
We're goated though.
But yeah, this team has really good hazards, pretty decent removal, really good pivots, like a shit ton of pivots.
I like how much this team covers, actually.
Like this team
Yeah.
covers a lot, which is really good on a new draft.
Yeah.
Um,
Hazards are amazing. Removal is good enough. Pivoting is great.
In particular,
Yeah, I
if you
honestly-
go Porygon.
True.
Yeah, honestly, as an overall, I would give this team a solid 9. Honestly, he drafted
Yeah.
really well here.
Yeah.
Besides the massive speed gap below 100, I still think
Yeah,
it's
that's why I
it's
give it an
still good.
8.5, not a 9, but this team's just really good.
Damn.
So
Yeah, maybe I just have a lot of respect for NRB as a player after he took an 0-3 team and brought it to playoffs. Maybe just my respect.
Yeah. But next up is Spider-Fan with Marshadow, Mega Diancie, Lando T, Jirachi, Silvally, Bisharp, Gastrodon, Toxtricity, Talonflame, and Azumarill. Immediately, my biggest issue with this team, Bisharp is the only Dark type.
but it's a Bishop.
Oh yeah.
Where's the
And,
Bishop?
you know,
Yeah.
It's a Bisharp, you know, like...
Well, if you think it's such a problem, Fran, you should have given him your Hydreigon.
I don't
Yeah.
want to drop fucking Hydreigon, I've already said this.
What is what? Hmm.
And then there's also a gap between Lando T and Toxtricity, but that's fine.
Yeah.
Honestly, if
Not
over
good,
half your team is
but,
above
you know, it's not
90,
bad.
like, if over half your team's above 90, I think your speed tiers are fine.
So my speed tiers are great then.
Yes, your speed tiers are fucking
Yeah.
broken.
Your speed tiers are incredible.
Yeah, for a 6-point team. Anyways, I don't know. I like this team a lot.
Yeah.
This team's
As far
also
like
really
Marshadow,
good.
Mega Diancie,
This
like
team's also
fucking
pretty
solid.
weak as fuck to ground.
Shh.
Like except for Lando, but it doesn't get recovery, and you don't have a Wish Passer on this team besides Jirachi.
Yeah, you're gonna have to bring like Silverlake Grass a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Silvally also his dragon.
I mean, Dragon's not
That's
essential.
bad. Like Dragon's not essential. I genuinely think Dragon is the most overrated type.
Yeah.
Like you don't need a Dragon. You really don't
Yeah.
on most drafts. Like okay, I'm not gonna go on a side rant, but yeah, Marshadow, Mega Diancie, Lando T, Jirachi is really threatening though.
Mm-hmm.
Super strong momentum game.
Yeah, very good
Yeah.
momentum game.
Like Jirachi, Lando, Silvally,
Fucking
Talonflame,
go.
and Mega Diancie with Baton Pass, Toxtricity, like it's good. It's really good. So yeah, there's not really much else to say about this team. It's just really good. Marshadow, Mega Diancie is a good core.
Mm-hmm.
Marshadow, Lando T is a really good core, and so all three of them are amazing. Jirachi is really good. Just this team just is really solid. I like it.
I mean, besides the Bishop problem.
Besides
Yeah.
the Bishop problem, but that's it. Like genuinely, that's the only thing keeping this team back from a 9. Like if it had a better Dark type, but that's about it. Like I give this shit a
8.5. Definitely.
I give it an 8.5.
I'll give it an 8, personally.
Alright.
I'm gonna give it a 7.5.
Oh, ew! Look, I hate this next team.
Alright, well, next up is M. Chris with Ho-Oh, Glow-King, Garchomp, Heatran, Umbreon, Vikavolt, Perfection, Zamazenza Crowned, Suicune, Delmise, and Basculin.
That's a that's a funny ass fucking region core. Ho-Oh, Glowking, Modeno to an extent.
Where's the Tangrowth on this team? Did I get Tangrowth again?
No.
Then where is the Tangrowth on this team?
Alright, well, I mean, there's a Delmise, so there's your other go.
There is a Delmise, true,
Yeah.
but Tangrowth would be perfect
this
here,
team
honestly.
immediately just jumps out to me because there's a like Garchomp, Heatran. Well, really good rockers are your only rockers. Like, there's no third one. I would love this team if it just had like.
I
a
would
third
think the
one or two.
removal is the problem. Look at the removal.
Also,
Yeah.
it was only Ho-Oh and Delmise, and you know you don't want to bring.
Yeah,
removal
your
on
your
Ho-Oh
Uber is
that
gonna be
much.
forced to removal, like most of the time. So that's like immediately just
There's
no,
also speed
that's
tier between
not great.
Crown and Garchomp.
This is a defensive team. It's not really that worried about speed.
Yeah. You have Dumbreon, you have your losing core, you have Suicune, you have yeah.
Yeah, this team's offense is like not that bad too though. Like Crown is really good in this in
Mhm.
Ubers. And it pairs really, really well with Ho-Oh.
Yeah. More than anything, I love the amount of pressure mons on the team. Actually, it's only 2. Good enough. What can I say? Exerting pressure is important.
Wait.
Oh, piece of shit.
Okay, but when is Ho-Oh running pressure?
Yes.
Never. But Suicune,
Yes.
there's also pressure Suicune though.
You know,
Yeah,
there
that's-
is
that's-
also what is it like? What's that move on Slowking?
Oh, Eerie Spell.
Oh no,
Eerie
that's an
Spell?
unmove. That's an unmove though.
Nah, it's okay.
I mean,
You
if
can
you want,
unmove.
if
It's okay,
Eerie
but you're
Spell
never
is a
running
win
it.
con,
I
I
it's
mean,
not
if you
really-
really want them to hate you, you know.
If you really want to be a bitch, yeah, sure.
you really
why
want
not?
to be a bitch, is like, yeah, fuck your PP.
You've already got
You're-
Glow King out there.
PP reduced.
Yep. Yep. You're now a virgin. Congratulations.
You became don't touch some grass. You became like you're gonna stay here forever.
Fucking hell.
Oh my god.
My mother taught me never to touch the green plants.
I mean, I was out there for like 4 hours yesterday. I touched some grass.
Oh
Damn.
my god. I
That's
can't.
gross.
God.
Probably
Oh
gave
yeah,
you
this
COVID.
this team's momentum is also atrocious. Vikavolt, Basculin, and Dumbreon. That's it.
I will
Yeah.
say, don't sleep on Basculin. It's
Oh
not
no,
that bad.
no, but I'm not sleeping on
Nothing.
Basculin.
It's
just-
bad, but
it's
it,
not
but
that
it's,
bad.
There's 3 mods with
It's just there's
momentum, which
only
is
3
not
momentum
great.
mons, like.
Yeah.
But yeah, like. Other than that though, this team's like still pretty damn solid.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not great, you know.
Voted team logo also.
I guess bloodthirsty Audinos. That's me after
Yeah, no,
anybody
yeah.
says Audino is bad.
God, I know it's bad.
Oh no, it's that. Everyone say it, guys. Come on.
Audino is
Good. Perfection.
Okay.
The best.
regular Audino is perfection.
Mega is also perfection.
I don't know about Mega.
Alright, shut the fuck up.
Mega
Anyway, on
Mega
to,
needs a generator.
shut
True?
the fuck up. Anyway.
Among Us Blaster.
If they bring back
overall,
Megas,
I
they
give
gotta
this
change
team
some
like
abilities.
I'd give this team like a 6.
Among
Gonna
Us
try
Blaster.
one. No Among Us Blaster.
I'd give this team a 6. It's a solid 6.
Uh,
They
I'll
should
give it
give
a
out.
6.5. It's a bit better than that.
Yeah.
You know what they need to
Alright.
do? They need to give. They need to give Audino Dragon Dance.
Oh my god.
Yo, that'd be fire. Anyway, next up is Lars with
Why not?
Ultra Necrozma, Lando Eye, Zero Aura, Buzzwole, Toxapex, Moltres, Mega Absol, Comfey, Miltank Fortress, Miss Magia's Grotto. The go.
Orange,
So
don't
right off the
take it.
bat, this team has
Bruh,
no-
shut up. I already said I'm
Shut up,
not
Orange,
ranking
shut
the
up.
Zero Aura teams. Shut up.
Okay.
So next up is so first off, there's no rock resist.
Buzzwole is basically a rock
I mean,
resist.
Honestly,
Buzzwole
yeah.
rock resist, but this team straight up loses to Mega Diancie. Like,
Yeah.
there's nothing this team can do
Yeah.
about Mega Diancie.
I
Except-
mean,
Actually, it has.
Zero does have Iron Tail.
Also, didn't the other Necrozma team have a Landorus Eye?
I think so.
yeah.
Why-
Yeah,
why are we
they're just
repeating
like, they wanted
constantly?
the
I
free
understand
second Uber
why.
until they realized.
Why
it's
are we
not
repeating
good
these
Uber.
again? Like we're
I don't
repeating
know.
like combos of mons between teams.
I mean, this team,
Like, another
this team
team-
is still really fucking good though. Like, my
Altered
only-
also had a Blissey and Gengar team, and I have Blissey Gengar.
Yeah.
This team's.
And then there
this
was
team's
it
only
was
flying
Coco
resist is also
and-
on just Zero Aura.
Go DOD, yeah.
Yeah, which is not a real resist. I mean, real talk, it's not.
It's
What
really
isn't?
not.
Zero Aura.
Zero Aura is this team's
With
only
my
flying
bias
resist.
aside, I can say Zero Aura is not a great flying resist as a solo resist.
That's
Well, not
fair.
as a solo resist,
Like
yeah.
it's not like a Corviknight where like if that was your only flying resist, you could get away with it. I don't think you can get away with
You know,
solo
like
Zero
I do
Aura as a
on
flying
my
resist.
team.
Yeah. Which is why I didn't mention it, because I think you can get away with it.
Yeah, but like this team's dark type is also Mega Absol, which I'm not a fan of.
Unmon.
Yeah, it's not. Eh.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not
it's
the
not.
best.
It's not great. Never seen it do work besides
Like, honestly,
when
you
it
just
was
get a
used in
local
Unleashed.
version as a
So.
mage. Wait, no, Krana already has that.
Yeah, well, Kron has it.
Bro. But yeah, this team like is still really solid
Been
though.
on
Like it has
2
good
hours.
hazards, it has pretty good removal, it has decent pivots, like Fortress,
I mean, Fortress does have
Comfey,
low
and
hit
Moltres.
there.
Like that's not amazing or anything, but it's not horrible.
I'm a fan of not horrible.
Yeah, it's not the worst in the world.
But still, this
That
team
gives
is
us
just
like
really,
I'll
this
give
team
this
is
like
still,
a.
This team is still really,
Okay.
really scary though. Like just the offense is just really good. Necrozma Lando Eye is just such a good.
Yeah, with
board.
bias aside, I'll give this a 7. With bias
Yeah.
inside, I'll give this a 1.
No, give it a 0.5 with bias.
No, with the bias, it's a straight 1. Like Zero Aura wins the draft with my bias, but
I feel like 7. Yeah, it's a strong 7.
Yeah, I give it a 7 too. It's a really good 7. Okay.
Cat's team.
Next up is Cat with Xerneas, Melmetal, Mandibuzz, Rotomwash, Kirim, Seismitoad, Double, Salazzle, Megamedi, Tapu Bulu, and Lycanroc Midday.
Prepare to see Double in every
Those
game.
hazards.
Probably shit.
Wait, what?
I said
Prepare to see Double in every game.
True.
Uh,
Cat loves
like-
Double for no
Lycan Day
reason.
is not on the dock.
What?
What?
Lycan Day doesn't have any stats or anything on the dock.
Oh, fucking hell.
oh, for
Alright,
fuck's
time to
sake.
fix it. Hey.
Pretzel, you've been nice. You're being replaced.
Alright, talk about the team.
I wish it was more sustainable, but like it's kind of chill.
Mm-hmm.
I wish Xenoblade 2 had better mobility options.
Oh my fucking god, shut up.
2 rockers, right? Yeah, 2 rockers.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, like 2 really good removal mods. Mandy Wash, super good removal.
Uh-huh. Yeah, but this.
Uh,
Oh, wait, this team's only Rocker's Seismitoad.
No, it's
And
Lycan Day
Lycanroc.
too.
Working rock.
Oh, yeah, Lycanroc.
Oh my
too.
god.
Yeah, okay.
Scorpion
there.
is still muted. Oh my god.
What?
Scorpion is still muted. You haven't unmuted him this entire time.
Well, yeah. Well, there's no more Zero Aura teams. I guess I can unmute him.
I didn't get muted on the Zero Aura teams, and he did. I'll take that as a success.
I'm free!
Well, yeah,
I'm
because
free!
because you actually
You're
didn't talk
finally
about
free.
Zera.
I
know.
mentioned
I
Zero
think it's
Aura
funny.
once.
You mentioned it 5 times, bitch.
To be fair,
I
I
mentioned it
also
once.
mentioned it once. I literally said out loud, like I would rank the previous team a 1 with Zera bias not aside. Like
Yeah,
literally
but at
did
least
say
you
that.
can put your bias aside.
Zera is such a weird mon to me.
Alright,
Yeah.
well, enough about Zera. Enough about Zera.
We're on Cat's team. Zern Melm.
Oh, Zern Melm, okay.
Yeah, Xerneas, Melmetal, Mandibuzz, Rotomwash, Kirim, Seismitoad, Double, Salazzle, Megamedi, Tapu Bulu, Lycanroc.
The early
I
fucking
wish-
shit.
First of all, double to go.
I wish there
That's
was
a
more.
1 point. That's a 1 point double.
Yeah, I
I
may
wish-
or may not have forgotten to put it in the doc.
Another good rocker would be really good.
So next
Sentinel
season,
main reliable
forget to
rocker.
put Zacian on the dock.
I almost said Melmetal's a good rocker, but then I forgot Mel doesn't get rocks for whatever reason.
Oh, definitely.
I know this team has 2 good pivots, but I wish it had like more pivots for Medi and for
Mhm.
Melm.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see, your pivots in this team are like Rotom and Mandy, which
Mandy,
The
well,
little
little
bit
bit.
really reliable
Yes,
pivots, though.
double.
Wait, does
Wait,
Double
double?
Baton?
Oh, it gets
doubles?
Yeah, but
I was gonna say, what does double get
I mean-
like volt switch?
Since we're talking about cat, I would imagine that we can count double as a pivot.
I feel like
But,
there's like a
like-
random Pokemon that has volt switch for no reason. I gotta look this up because I
Like-
feel like I remember.
Yeah,
something.
like a
not fair.
Valiant.
and
Fortress.
No, Fortress makes sense.
Ow.
All
Fortress
right,
does not make
whatever,
sense.
Back to the team.
So the
Yeah.
problem with like, fuck, what was I gonna say?
No good rocker, no good momentum, or decent momentum. Low momentum. That's what I'm trying to say.
I don't fucking remember.
I was trying to help you.
Ron.
The team does have low momentum, but the momentumons are really good at what they do.
I mean,
Like,
I
yeah,
love
that's
that
Rotom and
vocal
Mandy,
pivot.
but that's
Rotom Wash is still a
probably
great
gonna
pivot
be
as well.
enough.
Yeah, it's
I
not gonna
love
be
that-
enough, but at least it kind of helps it a bit that they're really good at their job.
The offense on this team is like what's carrying it, honestly. Like, this team is just
Mhm.
really offensively good.
Yeah, for sure. Mega Medi, Kiram, even offensive Melm variants, Xerneas. That's a really good offense right there.
I just
Mhm.
found a problem. This team's max speed is 117.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not great,
Arceus
but it's,
just
but
kind
it's not a
every
game winner.
Arceus form just
probably.
kind of runs over this team.
I mean, like, Southern Toad is gonna, or
Except
not
for,
Southern Toad,
except
but-
for shit that dies to Scarf Xerneas or Scarf Kiram. But to be
Yeah,
fair,
Arceus Dragon. So literally just Arceus Dragon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Steel go dummy?
Still go dummy.
Yeah, still gonna go dummy on that.
Steel
Hell
goes
yeah.
absolutely dummy. Unless she runs fucking Scarf Toxic Salazzle.
Or if you forget to creep for Medi, which now that I said that, I hope that you won't.
I'm not gonna forget to creep for Medi.
I don't
Listen,
know.
I'm not McGee in this league, but I'm still not, bad.
You're still good though.
Yeah,
You're,
no, you're really
you're
good.
the only other champion besides McGee. Like,
Well, that's a kick W.
Alright,
but yeah, overall, I give this team's just kind of like meh. I'd give it like a
Let's go with
5.5,
votes.
honestly.
okay.
It's just lacking a lot.
It is lacking
Yeah.
the draw.
Trash.
Yeah, it does have its lack. It does lack some stuff, but it's also
It's
still a
very
decent team
lackluster.
overall.
Alright, anybody else gonna give it a ranking, or am I really?
Oh, I was gonna say,
I
weirdly
thought it
enough, I just thought about it. Weirdly enough, this team struggles with fire types.
Yeah. I kinda
Yeah, to an extent.
Yeah, even
I
with
guess.
two waters.
Because, like, Kyurem doesn't resist, you have Melmetal, Xerneas as, like, your pivot core, or your offense core. I don't know, Medi can't switch into anything.
This
Really
is gonna be
trash.
multi-
Anyways, I'm done.
Yeah,
alright.
like a solid 6, like 5.5. Yeah, 5.5.
Alright, well,
No.
next up is Black. With
Ooh.
with Arc Poison, Zapdos, Scizor, Sylveon, Zarude,
Oh.
Swampert, Mega Arrow, Latias, Machamp, Kangaskhan, Flareon. So, this team is good and all, but I just want to address the fact that, Black, why the fuck did you drop Mewtwo?
Yeah, I was gonna
Why
say myself.
the fuck
Yeah,
did you drop Mewtwo?
Mewtwo is.
That
he-
is such a
Because he
throw.
wanted to?
Yeah.
That is
Fran, why are you-
honestly a throw.
Fran, you gotta quit
That is
going
kinda
after
dumb.
people for dropping top tiers. Let them be, dude.
Arceus
Yeah.
Blast
Well,
is
you
really
kind of
solid.
had one of the best Pokemon and just dropped
I
it.
mean, okay. I love the Kanga. I love Kanga Sylph.
And the thing
Have
is,
it on the team,
nobody even
love that
picked up Mewtwo, like, as a result of dropping it, like...
Oh yeah,
I mean,
Mewtwo's
I
good.
would, but Mewtwo's boring, and I'm already using it in PPT, so.
Yeah.
Exactly. So Black thought it was boring too, you know?
I guess.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's boring, but it's also,
Also-
like really good.
I mean,
And
it's
again,
not
I-
good, though, so I'm-
Scorpion, I
yes,
literally
do
just said I'm
whatever the
also
fuck you
using
want,
it
but
somewhere else.
I
I'm not
have
gonna use
to
it here
mention
too.
it, you know?
You don't
Mhm.
have to.
I'm already
I
using
love-
it in PPT, so I wouldn't
Yeah,
pick it up.
anyways. Good clerics, two very solid clerics in Sylveon and Kangaskhan. Kangaskhan being there, you can run either or. You can run offensive Sylveon.
Yeah, also, fucking, this team has really good pivots. Like, really good pivots. Zapdos,
Yeah, that
Scizors,
the team definitely pivots really
well.
Swampert,
Zapdos,
Sylveon,
Scizors,
Latias. It's just really fucking good.
Latas?
Wait, Latas pivots?
Yeah,
with
Tom
Tom
Pass.
Oh, I actually didn't know I got that. I know Latos gets it.
No, they both did it.
Yeah.
They both get all the same moves, essentially.
I like this team. Like as far as like a black team, it's very
I love
unique
this
for one of
team.
his teams.
I love this team even though
Um,
it dropped Mewtwo. I liked it more when it had Mewtwo, but this team is still really solid.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what he does with it. I'm sure he's gonna
Oh,
do
yeah,
great.
It is still a pretty decent team.
Like, honestly, like, I still give it a solid, like, 9 out of 10, honestly. This team's just
Yeah.
really fucking solid. Like, maybe the drop from Kangaskhan
I'm completely
to
blanking
Scizor
on this.
is pretty much a drop from Zapdos
Does-
to Scizor.
Does ground resist rock? I'm completely blanking on that.
Yes,
Yes.
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 Bitch, I have a type chart on screen. What the fuck?
I'm not watching this. Well, I have
No,
the
I'm not
stream, but
watching
I have
it.
it like
I'm
paused
not
or
watching it.
something.
Why aren't you watching the stream? Why aren't you
I'll
supporting
just
Fran?
mute it so I don't have the echo.
Yeah.
I'm hearing the voices
You
twice,
can
and I don't like
mute
hearing my own
YouTube,
voice.
my dude.
I
Yeah.
did. I literally just did.
Why mute YouTube?
Okay,
Just
I
mute-
don't
mute
know my
Discord
types.
and talk to us through YouTube.
Oh my god.
Like respond
I-
10 seconds
I mean,
late
that's
to
just
everything.
that's just delayed at that point. Like, there's an
Yeah,
immense
just
time
respond 10
delay.
seconds late to everything.
It works.
That's
I
your
guess,
bestie.
kind of, sort of.
Okay, well, this team is still like a solid fucking
9.
like 8.5.
8.5,
Yeah, I'll give it an 8.5, sure.
8.5.
Get behind that.
Yeah, I'll probably give it an 8.
At least for an Arceus Poison team, like, it's pretty decent.
But not
Alright,
point
I
I
feel
well,
like the
not
ratings
that's
have
really
been
good.
all over the place for like Origin.
Okay, well, next up is Jordan's team if Jordan knew how to draft.
True.
Arc
Jordan?
Water, Mega Mawile, Victini, aka the same first
Oh,
name that
loading.
Jordan had.
I see.
Komodo,
Yes.
Thundee,
Always loading, more like always
Monstagoon,
Johnny.
Nidoking, Lycandusk, Serperior, Granbull, and Quilladin.
So,
First of all, Ground Bull Quilladin are Chads. That's
True.
a great combo.
True.
It's a great combo of Chad and low tiers.
we respect
I-
that.
Arc Water Mega Mall Victini is super based, and I love it.
Yeah, it is really, really good. And then Nidoking alongside that is really scary. And like,
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
everything
so
on
far-
this team
Is so scary.
So far on this
offensively.
team, I gotta say two things. One, the removal is not great because one of them is your Uber, the other is an offensive Juggernaut, aka Thunder's T, and then Superior, which can run removal but really doesn't want to.
doesn't want to.
Forced into it.
Okay, like Arc Water is one of the best Arceus forms for defogging.
It is.
Yeah.
It is,
What
but it is.
the-
But at the same time, it's still your only Uber, so you
Yeah,
wanna
it really
enable
Like
it
that.
offensively as much as possible. And
I mean,
Because
if it
the
does
removal
its
is
job
limited-
defensively, why does it matter?
I think
Because,
this team is really
like,
strong
because
offensively.
it's again, it's your only Uber. You like that's something you want to enable.
You don't
Like,
have.
this
It
is
doesn't have to be
basically
offensive.
the main
You
centerpiece
can have a
of the team.
defensive Uber.
Yeah,
That's fine.
both my
People
Ubers were
draft
drafted
Luigi.
for
Again,
defensive
yes,
I
reasons.
run defensive Ubers myself a lot. Like look at Eternatus, but like again, you wanna
Eternatus
be
is,
able to enable it as well. And
He
this team
also
doesn't-
has.
This team doesn't
stupid
allow it
offense.
versatility.
Yeah,
Like
the
it
offense
doesn't allow it to
is
be as versatile as
absolutely
it can
insane.
be. Is what I'm saying.
This team is super
Yeah,
versatile.
Honestly, this team is like super
I'm not saying the
offensive
team
already,
itself, I'm
so
saying the
honestly,
team doesn't
Arc
allow
Water
Arceus to be
defensively
versatile
actually
itself.
looks amazing here. Like, I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
but can we just-
It seems like a good, reliable cleric, because you're not gonna bring Granville to every single match.
Superior.
When I drafted it, I think I bought it
Also,
every
also
match.
the speed tiers themselves are okay, but then there's a gap from Nidoking to basically Mega Mawile.
Yeah,
But
Alright.
again, if you have
like,
half your team at
everything
95 or
below,
above,
like everything below 85 doesn't really run offensively except for like Chandelure, and you have a Como, so you're fine against that thing.
Yeah, so you're usually fine with those lower speed tiers. There's
Yeah,
no really bad.
again, I just don't.
higher
That's just a
gaps.
point against the team, and like in my opinion,
It's
just
not
in
really
my
a point
opinion.
against
Again,
the team. It's just kind of a something.
in my opinion, I'll have to keep mentioning. In my opinion, I don't like.
Screw
Yeah.
you. I'm telling you
But that's
my
just mine.
opinion. Okay.
I'm
Okay.
telling you, your opinion
Fair
is
enough.
wrong.
fair enough.
Like I'm
I'm
countering
saying
your
that
opinion
that's
with
my
mine,
opinion,
where
and
I
it's
don't think
Now,
it's like so.
I also don't
complicated.
Yo,
feel
we
like
gonna
this team
scrap?
fits that well.
We don't need to
Yo.
counter each other. We just express
Fight,
opinion.
fight,
That's all.
fight, fight,
Fight,
fight,
fight,
fight.
fight,
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 now.
fight.
My fucking god.
Kron started and I joined in.
What?
Wait, did you start? Okay. Back to
Huh?
the team.
Okay, whatever. Back to the fucking team. This team is offensively really good, defensively
Offensively
really good.
good.
As well. Like,
Your clerics are superior. I'm not counting that as a cleric. That's not a real cleric.
That's a
And
cleric.
Randall. That's not a real
Superior
cleric.
isn't even a
I've
real
run
Pokemon.
Superior as a cleric. Just because it can run like Contrary Leaf Storm doesn't mean it's the only set it can ever run.
it's
Well,
not
yeah,
the only
I
set
mean-
it can run. And honestly, if you really need a cleric and Superior has a decent matchup, it's honestly like worth it to bring Aromatherapy on that thing.
Yeah, fair. Yeah.
I've
It
run
can be a
Calm
fast
Mind and
cleric,
Coil
which
that's
isn't
the
awful.
only- Like Superior is a Dracovish case where it's not a Pokemon, it's literally just a move, so you can take advantage of your other.
Yeah,
moves.
for sure.
The thing, well, no, Superior is good with like in draft with Coil and Calm Mind are not bad options on it.
Like,
Ah,
it's
yes,
pretty
I
Leave
love
you
the
with
Calm
Boomer
Mind
Blast.
Coil.
Huh?
Its best
no,
set
you
in
wanna
my
overgrow
opinion
on that
is
set.
Leech Seed Glare. Leech Seed Glare is like sub
Stuff feed on
Glare.
Superior is always gonna be deadly.
yeah.
But it's so fast and I love paralyzing things.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it's even like the paralyze. It's gonna like you can do like a very bulky no speed when like the main weapon that can stop Arc Water in a matchup is paralyzed. Arc Water can end up funny.
Yeah. I feel like the team doesn't have the greatest defensive backbones in the world, but I feel like having Arc Water there is just really good on its own, and like defensive Komodo sets can work too some weeks, and then you have like
yeah,
your
not
you have
even
your
some
lower tier
ways.
bulk with
Defensive
like grab
Komodo
bulk
is
pull
just
it
a
in.
really good mon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because Body is an offensive tool in and of itself, so you can be offensive defensive at the same time.
Yeah, like defensive stealth rocks can be really useful on this team. I feel like kind of Arc Water being there as like a defensive backbone. Sure, it's like a shorter amount of them, but Arc
It's a
Water
mo-
is
it's
just
a
really
sponge.
good at that.
It's a sponge that enables Mega Mawile really well in Ubers. Like Mega
Yeah,
Mawile,
for sure.
like the few things that can wall it are like fire types and shit, and you know you have like the best answer to those in the game.
Yeah,
Well, not in the game, but
And,
like,
like, the-
in like the meta. Because things that
Like,
just
the only
resist
thing
them
that
are good,
combo
and
was
Arc
in the game.
Water just demolishes them.
yeah, Arc Water kind of demolishes everything. Like, yeah,
Right, well,
this team could have like some
overall,
slight
I
cleric
give this
issues,
team
but
a
not that
very,
bad.
very, very solid, like 9 out of 10.
Don't I
Yeah,
kind of wonder why they haven't made yet?
What?
Water ground type is Sap Zipper.
True.
Like you
Yeah.
have Electros, they'll do no weakness Pokemon.
Or, you know,
When do
another
we-
poison with Levitate.
But also rating 8.5.
Poison with Levitate would still have a weakness.
No, it's only ground.
No, it's weak to Psychic.
No, it's
Dark
dark
Poison.
poison.
Oh, Dark Poison. I thought you said just Poison.
No.
I was confused because I thought it was just Poison that you meant.
No, dark poison with Levitate. Like, they have made a pure poison with Levitate. It's called Wheezing.
Yeah, and it's good. I like it. He's very sweet.
Alright, well, yeah, solid 9 out of 10. Anybody else got any rankings, or do we just move on?
I would put it at 8.
8.5.
Or like, actually, I would put it at
Give it a
7.5. I would put
Everything
it
gets
at
a
7.5.
Everything
Dang,
gets a
the opinions
7
on this
me.
team are really scattered. I like that.
I
Yeah,
like
7.5 for me.
8 just because I feel
Alright,
just
well,
because I
speaking
personally
of,
think
speaking
give
of
it.
your opinion, Zorn, it's time for us to completely
I-
narrow it down
okay.
because, you know, it's your
Okay.
team.
Okay, it's my team. All I'm gonna say is I honestly have no opinion on this team because I
Yo, is
have
that a
heard
Raikou?
0 criticism about this team. So
First of all,
say whatever
Carkle the
you want.
Chad.
I want to hear everything.
Sparkle the Chad, we got 8-point Urshifu single strike, like good stuff. We got the Haunts, the new toy, whatever people like to call that thing.
Yeah.
Shit's fucking
Palkia Hans form. Palkia Hans form.
Palkia Han.
That's what I call it.
If that's not named Juan, you are bad.
I mean,
I limit Juankia. How about that? Juankia.
Wonkia, oh my god. This team's really, really solid though. I really like it.
Yeah.
Like, Mega Scizor Palkia Origin's just really, really good. I don't know if it's better than
Yeah,
Palkia Genesect, but it's definitely like a really good core.
I mean, I can't get Palkia Genesect even if I wanted to because it's Origin. I can't get any other Ubers. So it's literally the next best thing.
At home.
Yeah.
Yes, we have Palkia Genesect at home, exactly.
And of course,
Say-
there's the moon blasting Togekiss, which can be a very great defensive Pokemon.
Oh yeah,
where
that's
it's
cool.
sold.
Good.
Good removal, good cleric support for the team, which can be really nice to help kind of
Yeah,
Save off
well,
some
I
Paras
don't
on
know if I
Palkia
take
Origin and
good
stuff like that.
removal, because you know, like it's only Mega Scizor, Togekiss, and Carkle.
Hey, Carkle, don't sleep on Carkle.
Carkle is the
I'm
goat.
just saying, you're not bringing that thing.
Carkle will
to
come
every
to half
other
of the
league,
games
you know?
this season.
You would be surprised. I bring that thing to a lot more games than you would expect.
He brings it to a lot more
I
games
have a
than he
hard
should.
time believing that, but
Carkle.
I think we gotta
I've
wait
done
here.
it before. I've done it before. When I don't know what to slap on my team, I'm just like, okay, Carkle, lol.
This team's
Another
pivoting
thing,
is
the
also
team sets hazards really
good.
well.
No, I
Like, there's
said
not a
the
lot of
like-
pivots, but it's just enough.
Like
But yeah, it's
Nido
fine.
Queen's a
Mega Scizor,
really reliable
Porygon
rock
2,
setter.
Pangoro Togekiss is really good pivoting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure.
You can't really fit Baton Pass on Togekiss that well.
No, you
Yeah,
can't.
but you know, Porygon 2, Mega Scizor, Raikou, like that's just really, really good in general.
Yeah, I
that'll
guess
pivot fine.
they're coming
like,
every week
the
pretty
team-
much. Yeah.
The team sets rocks really well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
Like,
across
you-
my
you have-
Nidoqueen,
you have, like,
G
Nidoqueen, which is
Corsola,
just-
Carkle.
Nido Queen is so reliable setting up rocks, defensive Necrozma sets, and then like Galarian Corsola is not a Pokemon, but I guess it has rocks, and in Carkle.
It has its matchups. It's literally
It
there
has
just for its matchups, nothing else.
Yeah, it doesn't have a Mewtwo matchup since, you know, the person who got it dropped it, but...
Isn't there a Mewtwo X in this division? Or is that the other division?
No, that's the other div. Like, all 3 Mewtwoos went
right.
undrafted in this div.
Hell
see.
yeah.
And
Good.
to be honest.
I'll see. Maybe I will drop it with that in mind, honestly. We'll see. But I do like the rocking, so I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
A
then
solid
Alolan Ninetales, honestly, is just kind of, like... It's just kind of there to make Palkia Origin even more of a threat than it already is.
Funny screen support is funny.
Yeah, it's kind of just there, but it's cool. It's not like it's a detriment to the team.
Yeah, it's not
If you want
You
really
should-
a detriment.
You
It
should-
doesn't really make this team better or worse, it's just kind of there. So
You should get
honestly,
Arctozolt
like,
with
I
it.
guess
It's
I
a
was
fun
thinking
little
about
toy.
it. Honestly, trading G Corsola for Arctozolt is something I could absolutely see myself doing.
Oh,
Not
yeah,
5
that'd
points,
be
though.
That'd be very good.
You're gonna have to drop something else too,
Oh,
I
yeah, you're
think.
gonna have to drop something else though. Maybe Leafeon for fucking.
Leafeon's pretty bad.
That's real.
We found
It is, but I felt that I needed the ground resist.
that's fair.
Leafeon's okay at the cheap ground resist due to its good defense.
If
I'd
only
really rather have
Tangela
Quillin
was
or
taking
Tangela.
it,
Like,
so-
just
Maybe
pick up
I mean
Shuckleberry
Tangela is way
and
too
Dedenne.
expensive to replace that, but maybe I could
I
get
mean,
like
if-
Groddle as a one
If you
pointer
need a
and then
cheap
try to
grass
get
type,
Arctozolt
why not
that
just
way.
get
Maybe.
Meganium?
Because Meganium's
Because-
taken.
Because I took
I'll
it.
think about it. I'll see if I even want to drop the
Oh,
Corsola
yeah.
to begin with.
Because I have Meganium.
No, drop
Get
G Corsola for the
fucked.
better Corsola.
But yeah, we'll see how this team goes, honestly. Like, I definitely see a lot of potential for it, though. Like, if I had to give it a score, I'd give it, like...
Solid eight.
Bayleaf is 1 point,
Yeah.
right?
I like the team.
Bayleaf is 1 point, isn't it?
True, Bayleaf.
Oh
And
my
then
True.
so-
Bayleaf, let's
anybody
go.
have one-
I almost
wait, does-
grabbed Bayleaf once.
If anybody has 1 point left and like a slot, they could have picked up Chikorita, and then just the whole family would be in the league.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Real
god.
dedicated.
This team I'll give like a solid
Yo,
6.5.
If Lars can be
6.5, I gave
convinced
it
to
an
drop
8.
Throttle
This team's really good.
for Chikorita,
Yeah, give it a solid 8. Rattle's too good for that. It's a damn good Urshifu counter. If it's a mon that can just counter Urshifu by simply sitting there, I'm gonna love it.
and
There's a funny ability called Shell Armor,
Yeah.
and
wow.
I like,
What about Battle Armor?
defense not a move. That yeah, same thing. And defense
Shell
not a
Armor,
move.
Torkoal.
Is very much move. You will see that a lot.
Yeah, but yeah.
It would have been a cool interaction if instead
And
of Water
now,
Absorb
onto the
Volcanion
last
got an
team.
ability.
Onto
Okay,
the
never
last
mind.
team.
Onto Levente's team.
Yeah, I love this team.
Levente's team with
My fellow top 8 BBT player team.
Actually, let's talk a bit more about Orange team because the doc broken.
Is the
What
doc
fuck?
broken?
Yes.
Oh, before we continue BBF, let's talk about today's sponsor, Raid Shadow Legends.
Oh my fucking god!
Raid
No.
Shadow Legends is a new
This
RPG.
video has been
Download and play
sponsored by
right now.
Manscaped.
This video is my
Shave your balls
Your
right.
balls.
Shave your balls.
Why?
Oh,
That's
oh
it.
God! Oh God!
Today.
This video is sponsored by NordVPN. NordVPN.
More like NerdVPN, am I right?
Now you can go to incognito mode. and do
This
whatever you want
little
without getting
known product called NordVPN.
This is a little
NordVPN.
NordVPN.
Okay,
Yeah,
there we
my
go. I
favorite
got it.
brand of
Okay,
toasters. I
okay.
use it every
Sponsor
morning.
Yeah,
segment
that's
over.
why. I don't
Sponsor
fucking know.
segment over. Let's move on
Lame.
to Levente.
Sad.
Go
Anyway,
ahead.
this is an auto note.
Slow bro,
10 out of 10.
Shoot,
Alright, thank you for
slow
watching
shake.
BBFPRs,
Vesuvian
everybody.
Gudra, Slurpuff, Perfection,
Hustler, go Burr.
Blacephalon, Charjabug, Articuno, Zangoose, Arc Electric.
Articuno.
Well, another Arc Collector team that also has perfection. So
Where's your
so-
where's your good spinner to make webs up? Like, okay, Slurpuff, Chargebug die, where's your
Why do you
spinner
have
to keep
two
them up?
letters?
Slurpuff's an
Like,
unmon,
what
so
does
I
Charjabug
can
do?
get
Yeah,
What?
Slurpuff is indeed an unmon. Or an
I
unfairy,
hate
rather.
Slurpuff.
It's an unfairy.
I hate Slurpuff, like, with a burning passion. I tried to use it once, it sucked.
This stock is making me see green, and I don't like
Why is there an Articuno on this team? I'm not 100% certain why the
I
Articuno
don't
is there.
know.
Yeah, I don't know why it's there
Oh,
either,
no.
but I like that it's there. You know, I
This is
never.
Uber.
I mean, it's not bad
I mean, like-
considering this team's removal is Arc Electric, Articuno,
If he really wanted like an ice resist extra removal, like an ice type, he could have gotten Cryogon before it was picking up, or he could have gotten like Avalug or something.
I think Cryo's
I don't know
already
if he really
gone.
wanted
It
to
is
stack
gone.
the two
I
flying
mean,
types with
Articuno's not
Ice
bad,
Core, so.
honestly. Like,
Articuno's not bad,
but
man.
yeah,
Articuno's
this
not awful.
team's hazard control is just like very mediocre. Like removal is pretty mediocre. Hazards are only
Yeah,
Arc
the
Electric and
removal is just
Gliscor,
okay.
aka it's
Removal is
basically
really
only
stupid.
Gliscor.
I feel like Articuno is actually not bad in an Uber setting though.
But
Like
Here's one
other than the
thing,
steel Ubers, there's a lot of
ground
dragons it can
resistance.
take hits from.
So pressure
What's
is also
Articuno?
like gonna be better at Ubers whenever you have like most Mon's like signature move has like 8 PP. So like pressure's
Yeah.
always good.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Articuno's fine here. I like it.
This team kind of just does lose to Kiram though, because this team's only ice resists.
I mean,
are-
yeah, what
Doesn't
team doesn't?
every
Every
team
team
Their
gets
only
exiled by
future
Kiram.
resist
Every
is
yes,
team.
everything gets
Sublime.
so by Kiram. But
Never
definitely,
had them.
another thing, this team doesn't really have like the great. Doesn't have a ground resist. So your ground resist is you're pretty much relying on Gliscor to be your ground immunity the whole time.
Articuno.
Wait,
Anything with Volt
Like,
Beam coverage
Gliscor
is
isn't
gonna wreck.
bad, and you know, Mega Venusaur might as well be a ground resist.
I mean, to
Al-
an extent.
But on a,
Also,
but
pretty
on a-
sure
on
Hisway
an
and
Arc
Gudra could beat
Electric-
Kiram.
But in
But like
on an
looking
Arc
at this
Electric
team, like
this team is
Raikou looking kind of funny.
definitely, like, not good at handling ground types as much as it should be. So overall, like I don't know, this team's like a 6 out of 10 for me. Like Urshi Arc Electric is definitely very scary, and
Carrying on the legacy.
Gliscor, like those are good. And Slowbro, like those are all good pieces, but like. it's
Like,
just-
I
this
like
team
a lot of the mons in this
struggles
team,
to,
I'm
like,
just not too sure about how they
actually
all
get
work
into the
together.
field without, like, just dying.
I'd probably give this team like a, yeah, probably 5.
5. It's mid.
Like,
I think
it-
they'll
I
give
like-
it.
I
I think
like
they'll give
a lot
it a 5.5.
I'd still give it a 6.
I like a lot of the pieces on this.
I just
I'm
realized
not
we didn't
too
give
sure how I like
we
it.
didn't give a single team 6.9. Come on, guys.
Oh, come on.
Oh, we are failures.
Don't worry.
God.
Oh, I am sorry.
I didn't even know that was an option.
I had to
Isn't that
say it.
weird?
I'm
Bro,
sorry.
that
Wait,
was
on
allowed
that,
to
on
be.
that, on that note,
On that lukewarm note,
we have hit the end of the discussion, but before we go, who do we think had the best team? Because we already know who has the worst team. Sorry, Jordan.
it's totally not Jordan. Totally not Jordan.
It's
Jordan,
definitely
Jordan,
Jordan.
Jordan.
Like I just
It's
put it
Jordan
on
by,
the
like,
screen. Like the
mile.
worst team is 100% Jordan.
There's no competition.
To
It's Jordan.
nobody's
These are people who
surprise,
drafted Auto. Good night, everybody.
Good morning, everyone.
I'm surprised Jordan has the worst team.
All right, good talk.
Like, Jordan,
who has the
nothing
best
against
team? Who has
you,
the best team?
but your team sucks. Like, I'm
has
sorry,
the-
nothing against you, Jordan. You're a great guy.
Oh yeah,
But
no,
your
Jordan.
team.
Jordan, nothing against you as a person. It's just you have a very garbage team.
Yes, Jordan is a very garbage team. I'm looking at the team, seeing like what I think is the best. And my voice just died there. Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that was.
I'm just not talking because if you look at my stream, I'm kind of dealing with a bit of an issue.
Oh, what is
I
it?
can look at that in a second. I'm just trying to see who I think is the best team.
I'm kind of getting
Oh.
swept by Mega Delta Charizard.
El Bozo? El Bozo?
Bozo?
El Bozo?
Honestly, just taking a glance, I like Lara's team a lot.
I
looking at it like
Soul
it's not what it
has,
was.
like one of, if not the best team in the league.
Whose team?
Which one? Oh, the Ultra.
Soul's team is
Yeah.
one of my absolute favorites.
I really like Lara's
Wait,
team,
what
except
would
for
you
the
give a
one
9?
Pokemon that shall not be
What would you
named,
give,
but
like, a
I love every
9.5
single other mon on
to?
this team.
You having fun there, Oren?
Who's looking
Like
for
Lars,
this?
I love every single Pokemon on his team except for one Pokemon that shall not be named.
But,
Other than that, his
who
team
was
is
the
amazing.
person who we gave like a 9 to? I'm pretty sure we gave somebody like a really high score.
I'm gonna guess it was Peanut.
No, he killed it. No.
Oh, Kerr's
Oh.
team. Yeah, Kerr's team is
Right.
really good. This team is also like contender for one of the best, honestly.
Yeah, his
It's
team is really
Kemper.
good,
Kerr's team
and
is
his teams are always really good.
It's if he can execute it well. That's the thing.
definitely like again. I didn't say this at
It's
the
dead.
beginning, but
Oh my god.
these analyses, these scores, none of it fucking matters. I just do it for fun. It's fun to discuss all the teams. Like it's really
mattered.
nothing against anyone. It's nothing for anyone because like you could have the best team and do garbage, and you could have the most garbage team and do pretty damn well. So again, it all comes.
You're not
down to how
expected to do
how you
bad because your
execute
team is
the
bad.
teams.
Unless your team is like all one pointers, you are not expected to do bad with a bad team.
Yeah.
Because it's all up to styles and how.
It's all up to player skill, honestly, and how they
Yeah,
execute
it
their
some-
team.
really
Some teams
is.
look
Or,
really
like,
bad.
You know,
some
matchup
people.
specific, like matchup specific.
Uh,
For all
I think
we
it's all up
know,
to It's all up to hacks, really.
To me,
Oh
to
my
me, it's
God.
play style. Like,
Honestly,
some of these teams look absolutely
Oren-
garbage to me because they don't
Oren
fit
has
the way I
gotten
play.
robbed of so many playoff spots just because of fucking hacks.
Oh god. Shout. And also
Like, I'm
just
pretty
Pokemon
sure
being
Oren
weak.
would have
I'm
twice
looking
the
at
amount
you,
of
Mr. Furry
championships he
Cat.
has right now if he just didn't get hacks.
I would like to hope that that's not the case.
Heck.
I mean, like McGee's the only one who actually liked my team, and I don't know if Kyle liked my team. He went from probably to maybe to kind of to like he went.
Well,
Like,
rest in peace, my team.
it's just very-
Wait, which team?
I gotta watch Orange stream. to what's going on.
Rest in
No.
peace, my
All you have
team.
only
Yo,
have the
yo,
Lugia
you want
and
me
the
to
Oh,
stream?
God.
Yeah, I can
Really
do
bad.
it. Stream.
Not fun. I was a mag Megaladias.
Rest in peace,
Oh,
my
no.
team.
That's fine.
I'm pissed.
I like the Wincon team. I thought it was fine.
As Oren is
They're all
dying,
dead.
I'm just gonna end the stream
I
because
fixed the Celebi thing. I fixed the Celebi.
Well, thank you to everybody who came
Bye,
out.
I know
for it.
that. Good transaction. I agree.
Retrospect.
Rest in
I
peace,
did
my
not-
fucking team.
I did not
Enjoy Oren's
Method
streaming for the
there.
next 5 minutes, I guess.
I'm screaming, excuse me, I'm
No,
laughing.
Fran, link or not, but join BBF server.
You
Oh,
have
yeah,
a-
join the BBF server. I'll leave it in
Why
fucking
you
chat.
upset? You have
Oh
a
my
good-
God.
Yeah, usually anybody cares about how these teams turn
Yeah,
out.
join the
I mean,
BBF
if you're watching this,
server
you're not in the
if you
server.
want.
I don't know what's going on.
My whole team
Anyways,
got
bye. Anyways,
destroyed.
I mean,
Hey, yo,
yeah.
Typhlosionite, the goat, and there's a Cyndaquil, the Chad.
I don't have a
Yo, take the Cyndaquil,
Typhlosionite.
take the Cyndaquil, take the Cyndaquil.
Oh, I
Yeah,
do have.
Papa.
Oh,
Alright, well, I'm gonna
okay.
end it here. Good night, everyone.